I think the trailer was great, but I would have liked some like player introductions, you know, like in the top lane, ba ba ba, instead of just here's HLE and Genji. You see what I mean? I think they were pretty mid. They could have done it much more, much more, I think. Like the fact that we're not getting a Faker or Chovy, you know, Ruler in China as well. Not only won Worlds here, but actually played here. I think kind of mid walkouts. Would have liked player-to-player introductions or some like cool shots with them placed in the venue or whatever. Kind of weird that they just walk out next to each other and the guy says, "Here's Genji and HLE, enjoy."
This also means that
especially since it's one best of 5 a day, like why are we stressed, you know? It's one game per day, so we can definitely min-max a little bit now.
If you then do go for the Rise, things like the Casio, looks like they're going to go for the
it's not like we're stressed to play one more game later. Sejuani into Wukong. Interesting. Also Talia over Rise. Sion is open, no? Or am I crazy? There's a Sion open, isn't there? They just got Sion, Wukong, Rise if they wanted first 3. What? They banned 3 mid and gave over Rise. And they didn't take Sion for Wukong. What? What? What the? Wait.
You get to have sideline impact, and obviously once you get to your brick, you can actually shove in. And then Sion as a
they forgot. The Sion is open, or? Isn't this just Sion insta GG, or? Wow, they don't pick Sion. Karma? Question mark? Sion? Question mark?
That's not going to be picked because there are 2 jungles already locked away.
Support Trundle is still real, Atlas.
It's not. It's definitely not. And that was a whoopsie, Chronicler. We can be honest about this. I'm very
what happened to the Sion? We had 2 days, no Worlds, with Sion being like the highest pick, sorry, highest win rate / pick champion, and now he's just not picked or banned. Wow, 2 days, something changed.
The surprise is that they've just let the Sion through. The fact that not only have they decided it's not a
Karma ban here for Genji, I guess.
Now look to ban it away, but we know that if
feels like a simple one.
to go for something like a Sion, if it's
and for HLE, must be Sion ban, or? Must be.
For Genji,
Sion Rumble, something like this. Cassante? Team Cassante?
And limit what defensive options Delight can look for.
A bit surprised with how this went so far. Like the Sejuani feels out of place. The fact that Sion is not picked feels out of place. The bans seem a little bit weird. Orianna Seer ban and Galio ban to give over Rice. Wouldn't it make more sense to ban Rice than Galio? Silver ban. I think they should ban Karma, but maybe I missed something here. Like it could be Delight specific, I guess, not to ban a range support because he's very much a melee player. Bard is pretty good against Ryze, and I think Karma's pretty good against Nico, so those would be decent bans normally. It should be Sion ban, right? Or does he just want to play Rex into Sion?
Small amount of poke
Kai'Sa
also provide paired alongside the Talia. There was that Kai'Sa that was mentioned. Just the amount of
very unusual way of doing this so far. But it seems very team specific, right? Like Keen, Cassante, Ruler, Kai'Sa, Chovy, Asir, Orianna. I'm not really sure about the Galio. I mean, I know it's good Galio, but in my mind that should have been something else. And you have Poppy ban against Peanut and Delight. Alistar ban against Delight. I think it's more team specific than the other games we've seen so far. But that makes sense, right? You're prepping for one team now when you have like one best of 5 that decides it all. So you're just all in on like countering the enemy team. Ezreal into Corki. Jax into Rek'Sai over Sion. Aatrox into Rek'Sai. Does Rek'Sai counter tanks, or why would you not pick Pantheon? Wait, where's the Pantheon? Pantheon support?
Yes. Oh my god, Pantheon Sejuani is insane because you can use.
What is happening? We're in for a banger right away.
That's something we haven't seen for the longest.
I guess Rek'Sai counters tanks, so you don't want to pick Sion or normally Cassante into it. He picks Aatrox. Then we have Ezreal into Corki. I think that's alright. Could have went Caitlyn if you wanted, but maybe it's better to have an escape against enemy team. Pantheon support. I know he plays that. That's a little bit specific to the player here. I know he plays that.
when you've got Rek'Sai and Pantheon setting up. We've been talking about Pantheon Talia since 2019.
And there seems to be something that HLE came in with a plan in mind. Because the early priority on the Sejuani, with the saving the Pantheon until the very end, I imagine they were expecting the Nico to come through as well. We often see when teams have the opportunity to play on a single patch.
I feel like if HLE are ahead with this comp, they just run over them, no? Sejuani, Pantheon, Talia, Corki, and Rek'Sai. If they are ahead, they just run over the enemy team, you know? All of their champions can click forward and play really aggressive.
Absolutely fascinating to watch because it does also lead
But the comp sounds wonky, doesn't it? Corki, Pantheon, Sejuani, Talia, Rek'Sai.
Obviously, there's something that's creeping in that's been able to take.
It just sounds wonky. I feel like if they're ahead, it's gonna be nice, but if they're not ahead, I'm not sure.
It is time to get onto the rift for game number
Kinda
1
favoring
of
Geng
our
here
first
if
match
HLE are
of
not ahead
knockouts here at
for whatever
Worlds
reason.
2025. Geng taking on HLE as we do a bit of a
Rise
rematch
scaling,
of the LCK line.
Ezreal scaling, Aatrox scaling, Wukong scaling. Yeah, definitely leaning towards Geng here if HLE don't get going early on in the game.
From what was a difficult regular season was because it felt like that their draft prep was so calculated, and this just feels like another demonstration of their preparation coming into this quarterfinals.
It really does. It also, for me, is reminiscent that even in Fearless, if we think back, so many big meta shifts have happened over the course of the last World Championship, going from Swiss into knockouts, as we do have some vision being secured here. One other thing I do want to highlight with the Hanwha composition specifically, which we always need to talk about when it's
Gen G is cooking? I would say HLE are cooking. Gen G have a pretty standard comp, right? Wukong Rise, Nico's Prio, Ezreal is fine. Like Aatrox is maybe the only one that's like a little bit unusual so far at Worlds.
It's going to be a lot harder against two of these semi-globals.
And you can also
But he was also
move
counter-picking,
Rek'Sai
so he
around a
probably
lot.
thinks
There's
Aatrox is
the
good into
enemy team
Rek'Sai
to get off
specifically.
as well. So
I think
the
HLE, if
ability
anything, are the
to
ones
break
cooking.
distance is going to
This
be
is
really
really like out there, you know? Pantheon support Sejuani jungle.
But
This
it
is
does
really
feel
out
like
there.
the conventional against the chefs. And
Both
we'll just
junglers
have to
patting
see
bot lane makes
whether
sense.
Dandy's
Pantheon want to
cooking
fight,
alongside,
and Wukong wants to
Mobo
defend his bot
backstage
lane
is actually
from
going to
this.
be helping out HLE, or whether it's going to be a little bit of a problem.
I think
Because,
fast-paced
I mean,
game,
we've
good
seen
for
this come
HLE.
out of Gen G
Slow-paced
many
game, good for
times. I think
Gen G.
The biggest thing that's a bit strange is
He's played this before, by the way. He's not first timing Pantheon support. He
first
plays
choice
this.
in the match. Like, that's it.
Yeah, that really does feel like we are both seeing... We know King can play Aatrox, but it's not one of his necessarily preferred champions in the current meta or recently. So because Gen G doesn't really play towards the top side as much.
So far, nothing crazy.
Other teams, but
Fighting a bit mid, I guess. Good level 3 gank here, but it's warded. Never mind.
Away, right? And I think even though the Corki is really
Yeah, you can
good
see
in
on
this
both
spot,
sides, like there's a
even
blue
that
ward
kind of
on
feels like the
Sejuani's
setup was
Raptors,
obvious,
and there's a
not
red
given
ward on
Corki
Wukong's Raptors. It's very
feels so
common
really
for
because
there
he's
to
been
be ward on
absolutely
Raptors, so
devastating
it's hard
on the
to, as jungler, gank from this angle. Like Sejuani cannot gank mid from Raptor angle, and Wukong cannot gank mid from his Raptor angle either.
Right now with these supports, seems like the easiest
Almost always
opportunity
warded
to
this
look for a
area
play. The wave state is
early
actually
on.
very safe for both Rula and Duro. The tower is not quite within tower diving range, and they don't have enough of a minion wave to really threaten that, which means that right now I think the primary focus for
I think the reason
Peanut
people do
is
that,
to cover
the
for
Raptor
bot
ward
lane,
every game,
also to contest this
is
bot
because
crown.
it's the
Right now,
easiest camp to
HLE
ward,
should have the prio to do
and it's the camp that junglers want to
That
take
is
the
exactly
most.
what is
You understand what I
gonna
mean?
happen.
Like out of all the
Some
camps,
herbivorous tendencies
if you think
for
Red,
Boy Canyon
Krug,
in the
Raptor,
jungle, so
Wolf,
certainly
Blue,
not
Gromp,
expecting too much,
Raptor is the
especially
easiest ward to
does
put.
like
It's the
to
closest
six.
one
But Peanut has had a lot of
to your
plans
side of the map,
in
right?
early
It's
games, and
harder to go in and ward
oftentimes
red.
Peanut
It's
looks
harder
like
to go in and ward blue.
moving somewhere
It's quite easy to
deliberately
go in and ward
in
Raptor.
that
And as a jungler, you really want to take Raptor. A lot of junglers start Raptor or include Raptor quite early on in their clear to reset it fast and get the second one up as soon as possible. Nice movement by Chovy.
Seismic shove does go wide.
So the ward has like double value, right? Easy to put, and high chance enemy jungler wants to do that camp early on to reset the camp and get it one more time. Fighting bot lane here. No flash Nico, but I guess it was traded for Pantheon flash.
Will be able to push to light away as
There's
his
no flash, by the
support's
way.
backing, but he's looking for first blood. It's not going to happen. But still, I think Ruler has sent the message.
I think they're really
There's a
happy
lot of
with this
summoner spells used between
Gen G.
the supports. Ruler, though, with the health advantage, pushes the
As
HLE
long as they
bot lane
don't
away.
die,
He's going to be able to push this wave
they're winning.
the tower. Keeping my eyes on the minimap, and I notice, but you can see the Pantheon already heading towards
Actually
that top
needs to
side
get
of
the
the
game
map.
going, for sure.
Viper's going to be left alone very early in this game, as it feels like Delight and Peanut are going to go on some adventures together.
Yeah.
And we'll have to see, because with
Nico's gonna buy HP as well, and so is Ezreal, so eventually it will be hard to kill them. I think the easiest time to kill them is now, you know, before he gets HP from Triforce and she gets HP from Protobelt.
When he has the 5 stacks, if he does jump onto someone, the free auto
This could be something, actually.
He's
He's dead, he's dead, he's dead.
Let's see whether he's going to survive. This is
He can't,
3
he will save his
versus 1.
flash.
I don't think he's looking too hot in this one. And down
Nice gank.
will Keen go.
And
First
Corki is
blood over
fine
to the Rek'Sai, and Zeus
in the
is on
meantime.
board.
He even crashed bot.
Clean gang from
Kind of.
HLE with
I am not
very
sure
little
exactly how
time
this bot wave
wasted.
looks.
The fact that the light was
If you
already
see
forced back
bot
to
right
base, he
corner,
immediately moves towards the top side.
it is outside of tower, I
There's
think.
that synergy that we were talking about. Pantheon didn't even need to use it because both
So
the
not the
Rek'Sai
best
and the
wave state for the
Sejuani
Rek'Sai.
applied the
Rek'Sai is
passive
actually overstaying
together.
here to kill the
Now,
Nico, I
Delight
think.
in
And he will
position
TP
on
bot
the top
later.
side
He's
of
looking for the
map
Nico.
as
This is a kill,
Viper
by the way.
makes his way up to also
Nico's
catch
dead
this
here.
wave.
Nico's
Wait,
dead
are they
here.
just going to just go for it again?
I have a little timing window. Zay's still SCP, so he can just catch the wave, and I think that if someone walked in,
This
they
is
could
just
have
a
gone
kill
for a
now,
play,
if
but
they commit to
Zay's
this.
needs to catch that bot wave, so should be making his way over.
Yep, they
They
do
didn't
spot
commit.
that Zeus is going back home, but unable
I guess
to get
Corki was too far.
now as Viper and Delight
But I
back
think if they
in
commit to that, that's a
2v2
kill.
once again. And it looks like, yeah, we
I
are
guess he
going
didn't want to
see
spend
teleport
any
out
more
from
time
Zeus.
than he
Thought for a
already
second
did.
that he was going to try and waddle his way down there, but not going to be the case, as Peanut is seen on vision.
Lost his
I think
wolf
Peanut,
for this
actually
top
got his
gank,
wolf
but that's
stolen based
fine.
on Canyon getting the camp late, and,
I would say that's worth it. You kill the
there.
Aatrox, you lose your
Not gonna
wolf.
find
That's still
anything
worth it,
there.
I would say.
But again, with the power of this Sejuani, as long as
The bigger issue was that
Rek'Sai
bot wave
they have
didn't
so
crash
much CC
from
and
before
offensive kill threat
than
to
him
try and
losing
make
his
a
wolf,
play, and
I
Keen
think.
already falling behind on the Aatrox, and we all know Zeus can be a legitimate win condition, even though this Rek'Sai has been a bit of an up and down pick. Can be very oppressive, as we have seen in the right hands.
Yep, obviously, Chovy is...
Everyone uses that
the guy
Corki
is
skin,
pretty
no?
good at
No matter
sticking
what.
around for waves, but right now in the river,
I feel like every player has that skin. Different chromas, but every player uses this. Which one is this?
Viper getting the upper
Arcade?
hand.
Arcade
Keen and
Corki?
Zeus fighting once more, but I don't expect too much to occur in the 1v1. As Chovy is just going to be bodyguarding Canyon.
Pain 6.
Yeah, doesn't let Peanut do too much. Nimbus Strike goes in. Peanut unable to really respond, but he's still relatively
Zeka.
tanky with that giant spell.
Arcade.
Has his prio in mid, roaming up
Yeah.
towards top.
Weave as well
Ultis.
comes
No
out
flash, Nico.
immediately, and they're looking to hold them in position. Duro gets into the shape, put
free,
it
yeah.
in the
Nice
seismic
dive.
shove. Viper picks it up, and it's 2-0 for HLE.
The Chovy being spotted on that bot crack.
They're making
not
some
able
good
to
plays
make
to get the
roam.
game
Really
going,
nicely
I think.
done there by Zeka to make use of that timing
This is
window.
exactly what they need to do
And
to
that
play
is
their
now 2
composition.
kills going over to Hanwha.
Someone needs to
Both
sacrifice
Viper
somewhere, you know,
and
to get the game
Zeus
going. So in
being
this
set up
case,
for
Talia drops a
success
wave
here.
to gank top.
utilizing
In the
this
previous
Pantheon
case,
incredibly
Rek'Ai drops a
well.
wave
They're trying to
to
play around it as much
stay
as
top a little bit
possible.
longer
When
and
that
gank
level
with the
6
Pantheon when
comes
he
through
arrives
for
before
Delight
Corki is
when
coming.
Genji really need to be worried.
These are the
because
kind of
then
things
that
they need to
global
do
presence that you
to get
talked
the game
about
going.
earlier
Like
is
someone needs
going
to
come through.
to
Let's
give
back up.
somewhere. In this case, it's Talia giving.
As we take
In the
another
previous
look here,
case, I think it was
first
Rek'Sai
looks like
losing
maybe
out
they
the
invest in
most.
the club, but no, Delight hits true, finds the W on the right.
Because
back.
everyone is, if
As Albus was
everyone
saying,
is just
Talia
farming
having a
and
combo
staying in their
that we
lane,
saw as a
nothing is
bot
gonna happen,
lane
and then
for
I think
that
Genji is
exact
winning. So
reason.
someone needs to push and move, you know,
And
or
as a
not farm
mid-jungle
somewhere
duo,
and do
and
something.
now
For
as
the
a-
longest time, yep.
And it was Chovy's team that did it, and it was when he was with
No objectives
Viper,
yet,
and
though.
now Viper's
In
doing
the
it
end, the
against
kills
him. It's
don't
like his
mean
own
much unless you translate to
tactics are being
objectives. So,
used
for
on the
example,
other
here
side
getting
of the
grab
grid
would be
feels
huge,
probably
or
a little
securing
bit
first
unfair.
Drake at some point.
He doesn't really
I think the
care about
later it goes,
so
the less
long
value
ago.
for Drake, for sure.
And
Grabs are
as
pretty
we
high
saw
value here
in
if they can
the
get,
opening
but looks like
video,
it's going to be
Chovy
contested.
just cares about winning.
Maybe he
So
takes
let's see
one
whether
and
they
queues
can
out.
actually start doing that, because so far they're down
probably
about
gonna smite
1,000
this.
gold. HLE trying to get some grubs
Smite
here, as it
this.
is going to be first one taken away by Peanut. Standing
Probably
back
didn't
of the
have
pit,
to, but
wondering whether they want to fight for this or not. As you've got
Wukong will
Zeka
smite the
rotating
second
over
one.
the
They're
flash
flashing
forward
in.
from Delight.
That's
He gets the stun, the seismic shove on her too.
the one shot,
As
actually.
Zekra's put in the prison, but he does not
He
care
lives.
about it. Canyon
No.
trying to get himself out
He
of there as Viper's
lives.
still at full health.
NT.
And Ruler finally will show up as we're going to fight towards the bottom side at the same
2
time.
for 1
This
grub.
last crab
Wukong survived
should
with 1
fall
HP flashed out.
HLE. As you can see, Ruler getting
Was
himself
close.
out of there, and in the meantime, his battle
Nice
still
attempt, honestly.
happening here on the bottom
Flash
side.
W by
Keen
Pantheon right into
and
Sejuani ult
Zeus
before he
just
could
utilizing all
before he
of
could
that
use
regen
clone.
in their kit to be okay.
No flash Nico.
That's a-
No flash
what
Rise.
the
That's a
arcade
kill.
ship for? That was insanity
I guess he got
from
rooted
Duro.
even if
As
he
his
flashed,
clone
right? That's what
goes down,
happened.
but he survives.
Chovy flash root Zeka, but he flashed
Pantheon.
and
This
still
is
got
actually
rooted,
a
no?
pretty tricky
And then Nico
composition
could
for
flash E
Sejuani to find
after
out,
that.
because there's double clones, both of which can block our
Maybe
ults.
we get to see it
Thanks
again, but I
target
think what happened
selection,
was
they're almost
Rise flash
able to
root
take
and he
down
flashed, but
Canyon.
still
They
get
do
rooted.
use a lot of resources.
So then it's
which
easy for
opens
Nico
up
to
the
just
play
rush as
for
well.
Gen.G afterwards.
And I mean, what a play it was. The fact that Canyon was able to get away to safety, then Gen.G converted
was a nice attempt, nice
into a
attempt, I
kill
think,
on
on
the
the
top side of
grubs
the
on the
map.
Wukong.
That gold advantage that HLE had started to build is quickly disappearing.
Might as well
That's
have
how
worked,
quickly
honestly.
players like Chovy can take control of the game.
And it's important to note, Viper flashed for the kill.
I think their
as well.
idea was
Once
to
again, didn't actually
one-shot
find
him before
so
they clone,
he's
right?
down flash. As far as AD carries
Just
go,
CC
Corp
lock,
is obviously
Pantheon
one of
W
the
into
safe
Sejuani
ones thanks
ult,
to his
then
Valkyrie,
Sejuani E, I
but
guess.
that could still be an opportunity window for someone
Actually,
like
you
Canyon
can't do that,
if
no?
he can find a
If
flank.
you ult, your E doesn't
Let's see
work,
what
right?
happens because it looks like HLE are angling for a
So
bit of
just
a
Pantheon
drag, and
W into
should be
Sejuani ult,
taken
you don't
here
have more
as no
CC after
one
that.
on
Talia
Gen
combo,
G is
maybe?
anywhere really near this area. That one likely to go their way.
2 grub for
Should
1
also
and Drake to
be
HLE.
some feats, well and truly
But
on
the
way.
pace is not fast
HLE,
enough,
one
I
more
think.
kill, one more objective,
The
and they will be able to
pace
upgrade
needed to
their
be higher
shoes.
than this
And that is going to be coming in right now. So we'll be looking at
for
that
the
one
game
see
to
whether
feel
HLE
comfortable
can get
for
those
them.
upgrades. Gen G, of
Gen G
course,
are farming
feeling pretty good
everything.
as far as the scaling is concerned,
No real
but
like
I
dive
feel
pressure or
like the
anything
HLE composition
happening.
has worked thus
No one
far.
hitting
We'll see
tower.
whether they can get it together as we move further on and close this one out.
Yeah, I mean, all eyes are on Chovy right now. He's where a lot of the gold lead is for Gen G, and now he's moving off to a side lane. You guys mentioned earlier, Gen G is a team that loves to play through their sides, and now that the Pantheon has that level 6, we'll
Wait, you
see
can use
how well
Tiamat
HLE
while
can
you are
punish
burrowed
the side
as
lanes.
Rek'Sai.
Chovy should be an easy target for them to collapse on.
What?
Peanut is hovering around the top side of the map though, but Canyon is here to cover as well. Looks like he's
I mean,
feeling
I
pretty
guess it
safe
makes
about his
sense,
top
but it
lane
just looks
position, given
weird.
that he's going to go back to base.
Ooh, and there is Delight making his way over, but with all that vision, I think Keen should be fine. Delight's range not quite that big, and Gen G seemingly thinking that, okay, we're waiting for particularly the one-item spikes, right? Triforce, double Triforce is such an insane power spike, so I think contesting that Dragon, or not contesting the Dragon rather, does make a ton of sense. When it comes to the actual scaling in the game, I think it's actually interesting in that it is so hard to play side lanes late
Nice
on.
ult
Oh, the Realm
by
Bot not
Zeka
gonna find the
to
mark.
get out of
Will
that.
be answered by another R button, so we go R for R towards the bottom side. As here in the top lane, the Infernal Chains connect, and Zeus going to have to
Yeah,
just
it's
tunnel his
Rek'Sai.
way up.
It's
Yeah.
fine.
You're seeing that the Aatrox can win out on these skirmishes though, and it's much harder for the Rek'Sai to really trade back, especially given that Rek'Sai very short
I guess
range.
Aatrox makes sense
Being
into
the base
Rek'Sai,
of the
right?
Aatrox,
Because
that makes sense
Rek'Sai
to utilize
get
the
most of
three
his
procs your
power
Q.
from
Meanwhile,
sustain,
Delight
if I understand
making
correctly.
sure that Zeka has
He
the
trade, he go
bodyguards.
burrow, and
We
then he
talked so much
heals
about
all
those
of the
side
HP
lanes,
back,
look at the
and then he
positioning of
wins
Peanut
from
in the
this.
river as well.
So it's not
The
not
bot
necessarily
side,
one-shotting
bringing out
you,
that vision,
but he
providing
just
Zeka
wins the
with
sustain
safety
game.
that he very much
But
needs.
Aatrox
Problem
does
is,
the
he
sustain
is
game
down a
better than
level,
anyone.
and that Rod of Ages isn't
So if
even
you think
fully
about it,
mature
Aatrox into
yet.
Rek'Sai makes sense
Man is already
because
getting quite the lead
Rek'Sai
here
power
in
is
game one.
sustained, but Aatrox power is
Yeah,
also
ahead by a
sustained. So it's
couple
just
of,
even then, or
players
even
as
winning
well.
for Aatrox.
But you can see that they were
So what
listening.
Rek'Sai does
They
well,
knew they were
Aatrox just
saying,
does better.
Yes, I think Chovy is going to be a problem, so they try and overload.
The other
inside
matchups
the
we've
map,
seen have
playing
been like
a bit
Rek'Sai just
too
out-sustaining when it's
carefully,
Rek'Sai
as we can see.
into
But
a
man, this is
tank
exactly
or
what we
whatever
wanted
else.
Out of this game number 1, things extremely close here at 12
But into
and a half
Aatrox, that's
minutes.
not possible.
What's interesting to me is throughout the LCK, I know you guys talked a lot domestically about how Zeka wasn't quite the player that you expected him to be, and part of the reason why they struggled in the latter half of the year. But coming into this tournament, I felt like Zeka really has stepped up in terms of what you very much expected from him, and we've already seen that in his most recent series where it felt like he already popped off against CFO.
And even though he's behind in gold, I do think the play towards topside was very nicely done. Good punish of a window of opportunity. And yeah, Zeka really has kind of had the full arc where at first it was just melees, then he was just good for a large amount of time. And then this year, since Road to MSI specifically, we seem to struggle a little bit. But I agree with you, Vadi. It does feel like he's bouncing back. But you do need a pretty substantial bounce back to keep up in gold when it comes to Chovy, who does now finish his Rod of Ages. Triforce isn't quite done for Canyon yet, though. And I do think they're going to be looking towards that. We have 2 timers basically on the same time for both
Wukong is
Herald
farming
and
really
the
well.
second Dragon. So we'll see what the teams are going to prioritize there. Because
I think if this was
thus
third
far,
Drake instead of
it's
second
been a
Drake, it
pretty
would
even
feel
early
better
game
for
for the
HLE.
kills
But
initially fared.
Gen G can
Alma
just give this one.
currently
They don't
sitting
even
at
have to fight.
basically
They can just wait.
Yep. And I feel like the trophy factor is coming into play there. As you
If
see
they want.
about 700 in the lead. Zeus trying to tunnel his way out of this one as Keen. Even though they did try and keep him down,
Movement.
he's kind of said no. And will still just be winning in this 1v1 at this point in time. Sundered Sky, a heck of an item, but does... You know, there are completed items on both sides of the matchup. Now with some steel caps also completed for Zeus, maybe he'll be feeling a little bit better.
There's also, if there's a guy on Gen G one to be behind, it's Keen. Because he is the one that is always able to have an impact, no matter the game state. We've seen this man bounce back.
You're remembering that Gwen game, aren't
Oh, yeah. Oh, there's the Gwen game. There is the amount of lane swaps this man has played. And
I mean, Keen, I really think has had a phenomenal year. He feels like such
yeah.
a complete
Oh, yeah.
player as a
He
top
really
laner.
is.
And, you know, often people categorize top laners into certain roles, whether they be bruisers, tanks, or, you know, carries. And it feels like the Keen just has the plethora of options available to him, even if he's very well known for things like his Keen Sante, for example. And I think this is a great demonstration that Sundered Sky is such a powerful item on the Aatrox, and we've already been seeing him win out on these skirmishes, but it's these fights that we are getting very close to. Whenever you get these LCK matchups, watching the setups around these neutral objectives is probably the most important part, because the fight itself, it's usually the setup to the fight where we see a lot of the action kick off.
Yeah, the most important thing is the dragon timer. That's when you know when things are going to happen.
Oh,
No, they're gonna give this Drake, I think.
Well, I mean, that's what I'm
we're kinda
looking out for.
They're just gonna trade.
And I want to highlight what you said, Vedi.
The Drake stacking was too late this game from HLE. I think with this composition, you needed to Drake stack early. Like the second Drake now is too late, you know?
I don't think they're going to get that, though.
It needed to be third Drake
Making
now
his way right into the back of the pit here
to
as
put some
Shelly
pressure
now
on the
down
game.
2/3 health. Genji, don't find too much joy with the
I don't know
Barrage.
exactly
It's
when
a
it
lot
would have
of
been
jockeying
possible to
from
do the
position
first Drake
like
earlier,
good
but
one
I
of
think they
those
had
we
to
can
play
see.
this game,
But
you
he
know,
flashes for
better.
it. He knew that they were coming. And
Now Flash Wukong. Force Sejuani ult and Pantheon Flash. I think that's worth it. HLE need those tools to play. Now it's just a give angle, I guess.
And there you see the trigger
They try
doesn't
anyway.
work, and Hanwha Life need to either
I don't know
let
if it's
this go
possible.
or look for a re-engage.
Well, let's see what they can
I don't know if this is possible. They don't have anything.
Zeka goes in, puts the wall
Is this
down,
possible?
gets out of there pretty quickly. As we do have the Rift Herald going over to Genji, and now they're looking for Zeka in the back of the pit. He did
Right,
want to use the
Canyon is
flashes there.
really deep.
Canyon
Nick ult.
could be in a bit of trouble.
Not the
Viper
best.
flashes away, but it's
But
Zeka.
Aatrox killed
It's in
Zeka.
trouble.
The Light's dead
Gets his
too.
revenge as he takes
Yeah.
down
This fight was not
two.
possible. The second they used Sejuani ult,
Just
this is
burst
just not
to
possible, you
life
know?
At 16 minutes into the game, and Genji.
They use Pantheon Flash and Sejuani ult to try to one-shot, and they fail. At that point, it's already over. The fight, I mean. Like, they're never gonna win the second fight without Sejuani ult or Pantheon Flash. So they either one-shot that guy or call off the fight. Like, at this point there is no fight anymore.
HLE seem uncoordinated in how they want to approach as Zeka is locked in the pit. Canyon flashes over to follow him, knowing that Keen is right by his side. The Aatrox takes out Zeka, and with the front line of Keen, it becomes an easy cleanup for Genji.
And Zeus basically isn't in the fight because it's such a scattered approach. And I think you could see at the start of the fight the hesitation for Hanwha Life, because again, I think their comp stands or falls by the first second of the fight. They use their tools onto Canyon.
I think
He
they're
did not go
outscaled, by the
down,
way.
But they still try to contest the
They're already
objective,
outscaled,
and they
I
have to pay
think.
for it with a 2k gold deficit.
And now it's a Hextech Dragon as well, and they were unable to keep stacking the Drakes. It could have been such a big deal for HLE to have that.
I really needed to
position.
stack Drake
It's
earlier
all
this game.
evened out here by
Sorry.
Genji, who utilized that
I think
extra
with this kind of composition, when you're clearly getting outscaled, you need to do first Drake between 5 and 6 minutes, and then second Drake between 10 and 11 minutes, so that third and fourth, potentially your soul is around 20. For example, now your soul is, what, 4 plus 10, so in 14 minutes it's way too late, you know. I think you need soul pressure to win this kind of game.
Is pretty good.
It's
As
5-man
we
play
do
for
see
Aatrox. He's gonna clear the wave or even
everyone
outplay this,
making
maybe.
their way down.
Clear the wave.
Diving Aatrox
Clear the
has
wave.
been hard,
I think he
but
should have
with
cleared the wave
all
if he
your
could.
friends, you can take him down.
Then they would just get the kill and nothing more.
You got Aatrox. Look at top lane though.
But still
don't look
not
at top
great
lane.
play
Look at
because
top
it's
lane.
no top tier 2 now, no mid tier 2
you're
now.
right. The play was, you know, they did
I
manage
don't
to
think
do
it's
what
worth
they
it.
wanted to do. Unfortunately, the fallout is kind of insane. As this is an inner
The angle this game was Drake
down,
stacking for sure.
and the outer
Like,
in
just
the
play
mid lane
super
as well,
aggro,
which some would
take
argue
every
is
Drake
more
on spawn.
important. Now Canyon
If enemy
is
fight you, you fight them. If
lots
they don't
of
fight you, you
damage
just
as
take the
double
Drake.
cyclone
Something like
does
this.
come on in, and Ruler is there to back up the monkey. Canyon being
I guess
really
killing the
active
Wukong on the grubs
here in
would have
this
been a big
mid-game.
deal, and getting all the grubs.
They will get
for
the
example.
Hanwha Life with that play being extended.
That play was
towards
a
top,
pretty big
get
deal, I think, when he
a
survived with
inner
1
turret
HP, the
themselves,
Wukong.
which means that
Because they used everything for that and they
still
didn't even
ends
kill
up
him.
basically the same place where it began
Or
at
get
the
all the
whole start of
grubs,
play, but the
so.
mid lane turret is such a crucial objective as
Might be dead here, by
Ruler.
the way.
In the Ruler spot here,
He's
in
dead
the
now, he
mid
can't
lane,
flash
will
out,
get
so he's
knocked off.
dead.
There's the permafrost, and that is the
Nice play.
chain CC that we were talking about. They pick up their prize, and HLE, I think as long as they have a target in mind, they will kill it.
When it comes to single targets, Hanwha Life's comp does its job, as I have not seen Ruler die in the Ruler spot for a very long time. They misread the response from Hanwha, thinking that they would, I think, all base after getting that inner, but instead they rotate and get a really nice
I guess
kill
that wasn't
and try and
too
work
bad, all things
slowly chip
considered.
away
They got bot
at
tier
the
1,
gold
bot tier 2,
deficit.
and a kill on Aatrox, then a kill on Ezreal.
More now.
maybe no choice, you know. But to make plays like this with game states, you just have to find something somehow. So putting everyone on one lane or everyone on 2 lanes makes sense, just to get stuff going. But there's no soul stacking. They can scale forever. It will be a hard game to win this one for HLE.
Is dark and scary, and HLE have to respect it.
Yeah, and there's a lot more of it now with all of these structures hitting the ground. As
Is this something?
With
Nope.
Machovi here, but he just walks his way
Right.
out. There's the ulti to start this one up, but the ult from
Still
Peanut
something?
is not
Still
going
something?
to put
Still
Chovy
something?
in
No
prison.
flash,
He
no?
will get pushed out of the way.
Yeah, he's
There's
dead.
the Black 4, they get the knockup. There's the permafrost, and I guess
And
you need
Viper got it.
to hit your R button if
Nice
you've
play.
got a whole bunch of others.
Not sure if that should have worked
Chovy
though.
was confident in the 1v2, but there was 4 people there. So that might
Think
just
he could have
be
run out.
Icon.
Quite frankly, Chovy was just flat out disrespectful. He was staring down the face of 2. He tried to go back for a trade, and he didn't respect Peanut's initiation range. It opens up the Artican, and this gold lead that Gen G had built is slowly whittling away.
All right.
Not to mention the fact that HLE can now catch up in pedals
That's
because
an
they're
Atakan.
getting destroyed on that front as well. So that number will be able to even out as this game goes on. And that advantage that Gen G had will be taken away. The Atakan is a big deal.
And I was expecting it to be like a Zeka ult or Delight. No, they just walked into his lane and killed him. That wasn't him overextending into the globals where sometimes you can miss. He just walked up, got taken down, and a nice kill.
I think after he
Leaving
flashed
them
out, he
now
should have just backed,
alive
right?
with
He
those
shouldn't have
medals,
played it.
Feeling a lot better in the game. Back to basically being dead even.
Now, gentlemen, having had the pleasure of listening to you both throughout the year, I have heard once or twice
Yeah,
you
Atakan is a really good objective, I think.
misbrand this organization as Viper Life Esports.
Yes.
And
Yes.
As I look at the scoreboard at the bottom of my screen,
If
I
you
do
can get
see
it.
said Viper with a 1.3k gold lead.
And here it's
Yes,
free, right? You just
Viper
get it
has
for
been
nothing.
by far the most consistent
But
player
sometimes you see like everyone in
Sometimes
the game
it's
for
not him that's
Atakan. I don't
carrying,
think that's
but
worth
most
it.
of
Like
the
I'd rather
time,
play against
Viper is
Atakan than
doing
lose the game over
well.
Atakan, if you understand what I mean.
And towards the end of the season, he was doing
But
very
if we can
well.
get a play like
All
this,
levels,
1 kill into Atakan, no contest,
otherwise
no
negative,
cross map. That's
connotations
for
around the
sure
rest
nice,
of
yeah.
the team.
Subpar gaming.
Yeah.
Every now and then.
I was trying to tiptoe around it, but I don't think I did a very good job. This guy's just been fantastic, but this year, I feel like Ruler has something to say about it.
I mean, he absolutely does. Both AD carries, I think, have been performing extremely well. They've also been performing extremely well at this Worlds. And as we get closer to the Dragon in 10 seconds' time, our eyes will be on these AD carries, their positioning, and their ability to dish out the damage. Looking at Delight, he is spotted out on that ward. Good ward there by Gen G. Right now, Zeus is pushing through the top side of the map as Gen G have position on the
TPing.
Dragon. It's quite dark.
Rice
for
no
the
flash,
side
by the
of
way.
HLE as they look
Is
for
Rice dead
Rosen.
here?
There's the TP.
Yeah.
If he doesn't ult out, he's dead, no?
You can see Zeus looking to get on
Rice?
top of Chovy
Go
one
Rice, go
more
Rice, go
time.
Rice.
This
Rice,
dragging
Rice,
down to
Rice.
about 4.5k.
Rice is dead here, by the way.
Finds the Glacial
What?
Prison. This time, but the Buff Blossom is too good.
Wait, he
As
lives?
Duro will be able to even
Through
get
everything?
the kill on his opposite number.
Wow.
HLE
Really?
falling down left and right, and
Viper?
it's Keen once again on an onslaught, and Viper Life Esports.
I'm surprised they don't
he will be
hard
the
commit,
last
you know?
one to go down, and it's a triple for Ruler.
I'm normally not one for premonitions, but that felt very, very apt as it's Viper standing alone. The Dragon goes to Hanwha, but the 5v5 teamfight win goes again. And look this, Canyon blocks the ultimate.
I guess Talia ulted into Nico. Like the Nico ult was insane. I guess that saved it completely. Because normally there the Rice is one shot, but the Nico ult hit 4 and peeled perfectly at the same time as they went in.
Such a heavy commitment onto Chovy.
Because normally that Rice is one shot and then you play the 5v4, but the Nico ult really made it nice for Gen G. 4-man Nico ult when they went in, exactly the same time. Talia ulted into it, Pantheon ulted into it. I think it was not a bad idea, but the Nico ult was just too good.
Yeah, and I absolutely love that we get the coach cam afterwards as well, and Helper being so expressive, and we're lucky we have that because Coach Kim isn't.
Oh my goodness.
So we get a lot of that information as, yeah, Viper being able to pick up a couple of kills in that last fight ultimately wasn't enough. And yeah, the numbers are just a little bit higher across the board on Gen G's side, as Keen is starting to get more and more ridiculous in this game. He's found
Also
Peanut
feels like this Rice is so tanky, you know? Seraphs, Road of Ages fully stacked, Merc Treads upgraded, high level as well.
That is not end of the world, but it might be the end of Zeus here towards his top side.
Feels like you should one-shot him, but I guess you just don't. He's too tanky. Unless everyone's hitting
use that tunnel.
Or more
network to make
specifically,
this
maybe
even-
Corki is hitting? Like Corki is the only one that necessarily deals damage, right? To him. It's not like Pantheon will, or Sejuani. Rexy will deal a bit, Talia will deal a bit, but it's mainly Corki, I guess. And he wasn't hitting that
We don't
fight,
really
I think.
expect Genji to immediately
Until
start
the very
this
end.
objective, but it is putting pressure on HLE. The threat, the risk of this Baron being started is going to force them into these uncomfortable positions where Genji could maybe look for picks or opportunities to punish HLE.
I want to also highlight some of the itemization. We actually have Viper going for an early Serpent's Fang, which I do think is an item that can get a crazy amount of value. In this case, I think the Starek shield and the shield from the Seraphs are the ones that my eyes go towards. There's also the
Yeah, why
Oblivion Orb
does he
for
have a
Zaka,
Serpent's Fang this
which, come on, now, he's
game?
playing into double Sundered Sky, and there's an Aatrox on the enemy team.
Why does Corki
that
have
was a
Serpent Fang this
no-brainer.
game?
Prison goes down, but the Cyclone hits 3! The wall comes in from Zeka, but is he too late? It's Peanut. He's
Doesn't
just
look good for
getting
HLE. Run,
himself the
run.
heck out of there. You can see Zeus, he's getting very low, and now Keen is looming on HLE, but they hold them at bay.
They all live.
HLE, they have to
Crazy.
get out, but at least all of them managed to.
I mean, good retreat from HLE.
But why does the
Genji should
Corki
be able
actually
to
have
convert this into
Serpents
much
this
outside of a
game?
little bit more
Nico has
vision.
no shield.
They have control over the entire
Ezreal has no shield. Wukong has no shield. Aatrox's shield is Sterak's. And Rice's shield is Seraph's, right?
And when you're playing
That's
a
it.
composition that plays off of picks,
Wait,
of
wait,
getting...
wait.
Yeah, you have to set
Hang
up
on.
traps.
The
I think you
value
just
is not
send
actually
it
that
and
high, is
force
it?
them to respond, force them to walk in. With the Hex Gates, the rotation can be quick. Chovy!
Oh, Peanut reacted instantly, but it wasn't quite enough. Chovy makes it home. But now they know where he is, as they do manage to clear out some vision around this Baron area, but it looks like HLE not going to be pulling the trigger just yet. I thought that they were going to go for a sneaky one, as they are indeed.
I don't like this.
Moving in, pretending to be
I don't like
rulers, we can
this.
see as they get full vision of this Baron. It's going down pretty
This is
quickly
just a
as
flip
Zeka will
war.
make his way over, teleport in.
They're flipping the game.
Keen as well. Let's see whether they can take this
Maybe they have
Baron,
no
because this
choice.
could be a difficult team
I
fight.
don't
Trisha
know.
Barrage
Sejuani got it.
Peanut locks down the Baron. Delight is
Do they lose the
so
fight?
incredibly low, but he had the
Run, I
shield
think.
for
Everybody
so
run.
long. They get rid of
Try
him,
to
but
survive with the
can
Baron.
HLE keep themselves alive?
2 for 0, but they got the Baron at
And
least.
Genji will get the punish, but they
I think they're
keep
feeling
the
really stressed. I mean, it's
Barons on the map.
understandable, right? You're getting outscaled,
HLE
they're feeling
at
really
the very
stressed to get
least
things
get
going.
away with 3 Barons. It
So you're
does
probably
cost
happy
them
with that,
Viper's life
but it
and allows
is
Genji
not
to get
a great
little bit
situation
more
to be in
gold,
when you have to
but
force Nash to
HLE
play the
have
game.
denied a very important win condition away from Genji.
Might also allow them to set up for a Hextech Soul Point as we take another... It's just a straight up flip. I thought that they were going to play for vision.
Yeah, it's a flip.
Maybe back off once Keen.
Might as well go to Canyon there.
Goes down to, I think, 668 there.
And the fight is never
Peanut
winning.
finds the smite, but if Genji again actually gets their 5v5 where Duro and Canyon can layer their ults and CC, you're just not going to have a great time, and I think Humble Life also knew that trying to just disengage. Can they play as Zeus is here? I think they wanted to play for the waves. He is Rek'Sai, so should be fine.
Yeah, not going to be able to get the crab though, which is exactly what he wanted to do. Peanut looking for this blue buff, but Canyon looming with Duro alongside.
Also, we know the history when it comes to smite fights between Peanut and Canyon, and it feels like that Peanut is once again getting the better of his jungle counterpart, as the blue buff will be secured. That's going to be shared across the entire team. Dragon now alive. HLE can use this Baron to help them get Prio over mid lane. The TP is going to come through from Zeus as well. Genji, though, in position on the river, as Canyon hyper-aggressively tries to push Peanut out.
No W, no?
Going
Go.
to quite work out here, as he's not
Portling
doing
out.
all that much damage, but Hex Gates going to be able to get the monkey behind this
Actually,
dragon.
really need this.
Position is
It's
so
so
awkward.
late.
What way was
27
being
minutes
pushed in
third
favor of
Drake.
Genji? All of the vision
They
is being
really
denied.
need this.
HLE are trying to find any purchase or any avenue into this river right now.
Utilizing the Tremor Sense quite effectively here as Zeus
How do you even do this?
goes
Talia
underground,
ult?
senses what's going on. They clear out the way,
There's
but it
the
looks like the
wall.
Could be
dragon
good.
is going to be started.
Aatrox is
Zeka
stuck.
gets himself
Rice
over.
got
Let's see
knocked up
whether
as
Peanut
well.
can do it again. The
Nick
bomb
ult is
monster comes
decent.
through, lands onto Four, and Delight once
Corki is
again
free firing.
goes down
It's possible.
instantly. It's a trade of supports as now ruler.
Maybe.
It's free
Maybe.
hitting. The realm of just a zone. Zeka away. They do
Rice
not
flashed
get
in.
it too, though, and there is the root. They get the knock up. Chovy goes down. Ruler is still standing, though. And
Who
it's
got the
a
Drake?
triple for
Genji got the
Viper.
Drake.
He wants to pick up that quadra kill, but mainly they're just happy they
Anti,
won the
anti.
fight. Zeka gets back in, and with a
Honestly,
full
nice
round
attempt
fire,
by
I think
HLE
they
here.
should be able to get rid of Ruler here, or at least push
The
him
Talia wall
away.
was really
And the
good.
last time, Humble Life
Corki
get the
was free
objective
firing.
paid
Sadly,
here,
they didn't get the
this time
Drake.
Genji get the objective.
At least they got the
But
fight.
they paid
And now they get
dearly,
mid tier 1
and
as well.
still 30 seconds.
Could be
This
worse.
mid lane turret about to fall.
This time round,
Viper might carry
HLE
this game,
didn't
no?
commit
He's so fed, I feel like.
everything
He's gonna have
into
full
trying
item on
to
his next
force
base as well.
the
He's
fight.
low-key 6
Their
items, by the way.
positioning, playing the front to back
He has probably full
worked
item and like a
much more
BF sword next
favourably for
base,
them,
if
but
he
they're
wants.
spending a lot of time on the map. The respawns
Oh,
are
we're
coming
staying here,
through.
but they have
need
Baron
to get
recall, they're
back to
fine.
base.
When is Ruler going to feel fear?
This man fears very little, hence the ruler spot for existing.
Look at Corki item when he bases.
He's going to push out this mid wave. And here we go, the replay. So again, look at the positioning this time.
Talia wall was really good.
Now, with the rest of his team,
Double knockup from the Rek'Sai. Nico is not the best. Corki is free firing. Wukong tries to flash in eventually on the Corki, I think, but it doesn't really work. He flashes as well.
He's forced back, he uses the run wall, realizes that his front line just disappears, and once he flashes in, it sets up for Zeus to land a beautiful two-man knocker.
And Zeus, for me, so many highlight moments in that fight. The start, him getting a double knockup meant that
Look at Corki item.
can be such a nuisance in the fight if you have to use your cooldowns on other members.
Corki might carry this game, honestly. Look at his item. He's so fed. Where it is going. Nico's dead here. 4-man though before he dies. Could be good now for Genji. Valkyrie out from Viper. Probably means the fight is over. Unless Zeus just does it alone. Nice shove! Oh, that's not possible. Have to turn, have to turn, have to turn, have to turn. Wait, it's a cinema game. The fights are really crazy. Everyone's 1 HP perma. Now flash Ezreal. I think if Nico doesn't get the ult off before she dies, that's just free win for HLE. But she got 4-man ult right before she died. And Corki had Valkyrie out from the Wukong, so he couldn't really play it. Like, imagine they just one-shot this Nico before the ult, you know? So close they got it, but he gets the 4-man before he dies, and E on Talia. Then he has a Valkyrie out from the Wukong on Corki. So at this point he can't really fight that well, you know? If he has Valkyrie up at this time, he can fight much better. Rek'Sai looks pretty strong, but so does the Ryze and Ezreal. Because both of the fights that we just watched, Chovy and Ruler are alive at the end. And if you don't kill them, it doesn't feel like you win, right? You kind of need to like one-shot them somehow. Killing the Aatrox, Wukong and Nico gets you like halfway there, but you need to finish, you know, finish your job by killing the carries, and it's not easy. I think maybe with these items, Corki can actually carry. Look at the items. He's so strong.
When he got caught in the mid lane, his positioning in these fights has been so important to the
Oh, it's a
success
cinema
of
game
Genji's
actually.
teamfighting.
It's a really
But
good
it
game.
feels like it's hard to say who has a clear advantage in this game. The Dragons are even. Baron spawning in 30 seconds. You have to imagine the ones that next objective falls, that will be the thing that gives a team a clear advantage.
And it was, I think, the only thing that we didn't get from HLE so far here at Worlds.
No soul this game. He's gonna play the Baron, I think. Baron and fight.
And
What even build last item on Corki here? It's Infinity Edge, right? No matter what.
Yeah,
should be. Shove in time? No. And they TP'd with Rek'Sai as well. Do they force again? They might just force again, by the way. Yep, they do it again. No Talia wall this time.
Yeah, vision absolutely everywhere here for Genji as Duro makes his presence known. Keen spotted.
Where's Nico?
With the tremor senses. Canyon tries to get in there, but he just
Zeus in bad positioning now. And the tunnel got cleared. He has to do something. He ulted the clone. He's dead. They have to give this now. Can they? They have to, but I don't know if they can. What do you do here?
HLE, they do not want to let this go, but I think they might even have to.
Then I get wiped here. Nico is really good. They get wiped.
Finds another pop blossom onto everyone that was left, and then it's mopped up by the Aatrox.
The wombo combo is beautiful from Genji as they hunt down the retreating HLE members. Canyon, the smite of the
Maybe they can end
doesn't
actually.
even care about being in the Baron pit.
It's only
That
Pantheon in
was their
25 and
objective. They wanted
Rek'Sai.
to win the fight, and they
Talia
want to win
38.
game one.
Corki 32. And they have a mid wave. Cannon mid wave. This might be end angle, by the way. It's only Pantheon Rek'Sai coming up. And Sejuani cannot really make it back. It's probably game here.
Yeah, Peanuts back was stopped this entire time.
Yeah, they got kind of outscaled, but put up a decent fight, I would say. Like, all things considered, they put up a decent fight. They had a lot of confidence in their place. And some of them were really close, like the Wukong on the Grubs, for example.
An absolute brawl.
But I feel like in a game like this, as I said a bit earlier, you really need Drake stacking to put pressure on enemy team, because you do get outscaled. So you need that angle of win condition. Fighting your way out is not always gonna work, and if you don't have the Drake stacking, enemy can choose their fights with
actually had some
like
doubts
delicacy,
when
you
this
know?
Pantheon was
Gen G
locked
doesn't
down.
have
Like,
to fight
you
everything that
can't
moves if they
throw cheese at
don't
Gen
have
G.
soul
They
stacking
eat that
threat
up.
on HLE.
But
So I think that was what was missing in my mind from HLE this game. They played pretty well, like all things considered.
Thank you so much.
Quite
We'll
aggressive,
give you
went for a lot
little
of things
break,
with
of
confidence.
course. Hello?
But
Can
they needed
anybody hear
Drake
me?
stacking for sure. Yes, we can hear you.
What an
I'm not
incredible...
sure we could not hear
Here
each
at the
other
end,
for
I
anything.
wonder if they
As we
should
see-
play the Baron on the
Again,
left
I take
side.
issue with Atlas calling it cheese just because.
I will show you. Like here, look how they're posturing when they're doing the Nash, right? Actually, they don't show the entire thing, maybe.
I knew this was going to be...
Like, what if you're here, you know? I feel like it's better if you're here on this area, and then you play the fight upwards than over the wall or on the right or on the left. Like, upwards, maybe best. Got a bit awkward, this positioning, I feel like. Maybe better here. They banned Galio again, so it looks like they're just gonna ban Galio the entire series. And Gen G ban Yunara again, so they might keep Yunara banned the entire series. Sion ban, Ambessa is open, Azir Orianna is open. Do you trade? What do you do?
In the first game, but is now put to pretty high attention. And with 10 champions already removed, a lot of them being very high.
I feel like if you're Gen G, you trade, no? Azir Orianna.
To reach higher heights there.
What about
So
Kiana,
is
actually?
Gen.G going to ban Azir
And Poppy.
here?
Poppy was banned
Is
last
my main
game.
question. I think either you ban both Azir or Orianna, you could look for the trade,
Poppy
which
ban,
many teams
maybe?
have done.
No.
But knowing my LCK teams,
Aurora ban.
I wouldn't be surprised.
What
if
about the
either
Azir and
we're gonna
Orianna?
see Chovy's Yone again,
And
or just gonna
Kiana
ban it
and
out. Or the
Ambessa.
Aurora being taken off the board.
I feel like
It
if you're
does
blue
feel
team, you
like
might ban
that
Ambessa here.
trade might very well be imminent here.
But then there's
Yeah,
still
you
Poppy.
could,
Yes.
on the other hand, just not risk it
Hmm.
and ban it away here on blue side for HLE. But I do kind of doubt that that is where they're going to be going. As far as other champions whose stocks have risen, things like the Jarvan and the Xin Zhao for the jungle going to
Vi,
be big
man.
deals, and the Vi is another big one. That one's going to be taken away here. Both Peanut and Canyon love that champion, and
Ambessa.
so we'll be taking that one away.
Also open.
That's
was
a
banned
big
in game one, and we all know that
I think
TS is
Ambessa
a
being
big
open is not
advocate
good for
the
blue
Ambessa
team,
on the
because
top
blue
side
team
map.
cannot really pick
If Vi
Ambessa
take it
without
away,
getting
perhaps
Renektoned.
lowers the
But if you don't
priority.
pick it
We'll
as a
see
blue
where that
team,
one falls. There's the
then they're gonna
rumble.
pick Ambessa
So,
on
the
3
mid
and
lane
ban Renekton
trade
as a
shown
red
to
team.
us HLE and Gen
So
G.
Ambessa being
Will be
open is
getting
bad
it.
for HLE, I think.
Perhaps do you have
Now the
something
question is, you want
prepared?
Azir or
Or
Orianna?
is
I think
it
that's where you start.
Leave up the Azir and then pick Zek as Yone. He's pretty good at that one.
This will
Looks
be
like
matched
that's
by
not gonna be the
Orianna,
case at all.
and
Player's gonna
then
take away the pigeon
does Gen G
and
take
he's going to
Kiana
be
with
there.
Poppy
So
open? Most likely not,
Ambessa,
right? So you might
Orianna?
go Sin here or even Trundle
Orianna
blind.
Jarvan
It could be like
is a
Orianna
possibility.
Jarvan,
Obviously,
Orianna
download
Trundle,
Jarvan
Orianna
into
Sin, I
Azir
think,
just
here.
because of his ability
Or
to dash
Cassante,
away
actually.
potentially, or even ulti,
But then you get
just as a
Ambessa. No, you don't
combo,
want to do that. You don't want to do
Jarvan
that.
plus
You want to have
Orianna.
Ambessa on
Jarvan has
3
not
with
the most
Renekton ban
successful
or
time here
Renekton
this
into
year's World
Ambessa if
Championship.
HLE pick
However,
it. So I think you pick
in conjunction
jungler
with
here.
the Orianna is
Jarvan,
a real threat,
Sin,
not to- is
Trundle.
one to always be very mindful of.
Jarvan.
Well, it is just going to be that J4
This
that you were
could be
talking about,
Poppy
Canyon not wasting
here
any time
by
at all.
Peanut.
We'll throw the picks over here to HLE as Peanut. This would be
And I feel like you have to
one
take
of
an
his
Ambessa into
all-time
Renekton here.
best
Because if they get
champions
Ambessa on
here.
3 with Renekton ban, you're really sad,
Him
no?
on a whole lot, but
Sin,
instead,
Poppy, all okay. Even
Yeah, I was about
Kiana is
to ask
okay,
you
I
how
think.
likely do
But
you
maybe
think
not a Peanut
Skarner
champion,
slash
Kiana.
Poppy is? Because I remember throughout this
What do
year,
you do with the
Skarner
Ambessa
felt like the
situation? You
go-to
don't want
combo
enemy to get
in
it,
the
but if you pick it,
LCK.
you end up in
Right now,
trouble.
he
So you
is
just take
flirting
Cassante here.
with the Azir option, and it
But
looks
then
like
you
that
give them
is
an Ambessa. I don't.
secure.
I think you have to take the Ambessa into Renekton here. I think you don't have a
Very
choice, actually.
reliable, well-rounded jungler right
My
now that
feeling.
has found a ton of
Just fucking
success
send
in
it.
Zero Worlds.
Works in a
Ambessa
ton of
into Renekton.
compositions. Also has been one of the picks
It's
that
not
made
impossible
this
to play.
Worlds as
That
been
would be
ton of
my
success
my
on.
feeling.
So the Azir Orianna trade is something I want to go back to for a little bit,
Fuck
because it
it.
does really feel like you can
Just
argue
go now.
that post 6, the Azir has a lot of playmaking potential. Orianna without flash is a sitting duck. The matchups were
Sorry.
traded. I also feel really good about the laning phase
Sorry.
prospect for the Azir, but Chovy in
Poppy
lane
flex.
on Orianna has been a menace.
All right.
This time Delight does get
Then I would have
access
liked
to his
Poppy instead of
Poppy,
Sin
and just into
and
Jarvan
save the
alone, that
jungler.
is a
Because now the
nightmare.
flex is
But if you
very
look at the
narrow,
Jarvan
you
being
know?
blocked,
Now it's
a
like
lot of
basically
good
support
things
no
into
matter
when it
what.
comes to AD carries. Both Ezreal and Corki are
Could do
already
Bard
gone.
here.
Outside of Lucian,
If you
a lot
think
of
it's
the other
Poppy,
AD carries do
actually you should do
struggle
Ambessa.
playing
Ambessa,
together.
Ambessa.
Yep.
Or
and the Poppy
Ambessa
as
with the
well
Renekton ban, no?
is theoretically able to deal with the Ambessa if she's in the same
Cassante.
area. Or Cassante,
But then the
certainly a lot
Poppy
of
could go
dashy
top.
champs to
Actually,
use
this Poppy
towards
flex
that
could be
top
good,
side.
you
So
know?
now Gen G, difficult choices to make.
Nautilus.
They will just be taking away their support as well as the
Surprised.
Nautilus is locked
Like,
in
if you
here
pick Ambessa
for
there
Duro,
and
man
Poppy goes
who
top, it's kind of
played
annoying, right?
so well
So the Poppy flex
in
makes a
game
little bit
number
sense.
one.
More sense, I think, if you
Get
don't pick
done
jungler,
here
because then
on
it's
the Big Daddy.
And one of the
three
main
roll
reasons
flex.
we've seen the Nautilus
Now
mix
it's
a lot
only
to
2
Poppy
roll
is 'cause
flex.
you time the hook right,
Mostly
you do
support,
get
I would
knocked
say.
away,
Like now you
can
definitely
be
put it support, I
ultimate,
think.
Find the hook, and remain in the fight. And it's been
Was it
something.
Duro that was
Ambessa
doing
is
it,
high
like,
prio.
consistently?
Yeah, it was.
For AD carries
It's
Kaisa,
a little silly, and then
Saya,
obviously having the ability to set up for a guaranteed shockwave
Kaisa,
is
Saya,
nice as well with the
Caitlyn.
node resort.
Maybe not so much Caitlyn this game with Nautilus locked in.
Towards
Jackspin.
bottom top lane.
Yeah, I think it's just Poppy support now.
Gen G says, hang on.
Do you ban
Zeus,
Ambessa here
you
if you're
know, you play
HLE?
carry champs. Hey, that
Maybe you
Rek'Sai
ban.
won't be fooling us.
Oh, they're eyeing that. If I see Jax bans, they're eyeing that Cassante on 4.
Ah.
That's what I'm looking towards.
I mean, also Ambessa is also another
Yeah.
champ that I'm thinking about.
Kai'Sa's another.
And they
Yeah,
banned
we did
Cassante
talk
last
about it a
game,
bit
so you
on,
could ban that
Kai'Sa
again.
Flawless,
Just
yes,
Keen
a
Cassante,
very-
go out.
a very
Ruler
consistent
Kaisa,
combo
go
that
out.
we've
Something
seen,
like this. Sivir ban.
At all levels of play. Sivir, though, going to be the option from the side of HLE. We know that Sivir, very well-rounded and great scaling AD carry, provides a ton of damage as well.
There's Ruler
I don't
Kaisa
really like the
open
Sivir ban
and
here
Keen
because it's only
Cassante.
pickable by Gen G. Because they have the Jarvan, and Sivir doesn't like being put in a cage.
Oh no,
So
all the time.
a pretty good idea to make sure that no one has access to that champion. Let's see, is it just going to be the Ambessa ban here? They don't necessarily have to if they want to pick it, but
Shin ban.
instead it's going to be the Jhin taken away from Viper. Already a lot of consistent damage represented by the Azir, so I wouldn't have minded it as much as I normally would.
Jhin is also one of the champions that can play out of Jarvan's effective range, so you're not really at as much risk of getting taken down by him. Also might be a showcase of Gen G wanting to go for something with a little bit more of a weaker laning phase, and Jhin obviously can be a big lane bully. As we will see what the final ban will be here, as Renekton gonna get taken away here for Keen.
So they're saying, if you don't pick Ambessa, we will. But you take Ambessa now, right? For
I feel as
sure,
though this
or?
should be an easy lock-in now for Gen G, unless they really want that Cassante. Do they want that fairly
They
stable
banned Renekton for it
top
as
side
well.
of the
This is
map?
just an
Of
Ambessa,
course,
right? No
with
matter what.
Poppy, Azir, I really don't love a blind Cassante here.
But they're talking to
especially
Ruler,
with
so I think they're
Zeus'
picking
route
AD
to
carry
counter
here,
pick,
actually.
even if his
He's talking to
counter pick
Ruler,
options are a little
yeah.
bit more limited.
And I was
You can see
wondering
Helper
about
talking to
the,
Ruler,
fact
so
that
then you
just
know they're
Ruler
picking
did
AD
play
carry.
Kaisa into Poppy, as we'll remember in the game against AL. And Kyle
Varus is usually
boom
countered
in
by
the team
Jhin,
fight,
but that's
landed on every
banned.
game.
Six I like, yeah.
Oh!
6 Ambessa, no?
Ziggs
Yeah.
just going to be locked in. There
And this is gonna be what?
the Ambessa alongside it, and with the Renekton ban
Normally,
away,
like, he just
there's
plays
not a
Cassante no
lot
matter
of
what,
fantastic
but
picks into
Ornn...
it.
I don't like the Ornn so much, because that's normally what you use against Rumble later. I'd prefer the Cassante over Ornn if you want to go for a tank anyway.
Later into the game.
The thing is, you need more engaged than you have, because Azir, Ziggs, like you think
Yorick I
Azir
like-
is
I
long
like
range,
this
and
one.
then putting a Ziggs
Maybe
on
best out
top
of all,
it.
no?
Yes, it's a lot
Gwen...
of magic damage. Oh, he's
less,
gonna lock
but
in. He locks in Gwen,
it's a bit
okay.
special to the player,
He
right?
says, no, I want kill threat on the back line. I'm looking
Akeen
for
is really
flanks.
good Gwen.
I'm looking to make their poke redundant.
Because normally
as I
I'd favor
run
Ambessa in this
straight
matchup, but I'm not
towards
sure
them and
because
look
of
to snip, snip, snip.
Keen being the one actually
Oh no.
playing the Gwen.
No, there were,
But normally
there were a lot
I'd-
of different
I'd
angles.
like
Ornn's team
Ambessa
makes
here
sense
more than
position,
Gwen,
highlight value.
much
There is
more.
so much disengage available. Literally
But I think the fact that it's Keen playing Gwen, it evens it out a little bit.
Space, one way or another, and then Zeus will just be
So
up on
Cassante is
some
going to be
diving
open for
in,
later, Ornn
then
is going to be
backed
open
up by
for
the bomb.
later.
This is a lot of faith being put in Keen. He was one of our Gwens that was highlighted earlier, no matter what the game state was.
I think pretty competitive
Like,
drafts, these
I'm
ones.
mostly worried about
Maybe
Ruler
more than
because
last
I
game.
think
Because
they're
last game they
playing
didn't really have
Varus
scaling,
under
you know,
Varus,
so they had to get the game going. But here they have scaling.
Ambessa and Ziggs is gonna be a
And their
really
lanes look
unfair
fine, I
challenge.
think.
Get
Top
clipped
should
by
be fine,
anything,
jungle should be
and
fine,
the
mid should be
bomb
fine,
comes
bot should be
on top of your
fine.
head.
I think
You
this
just don't
game
get to
looks
play the
much
game.
more
That's why they
competitive.
wanted to
From
go
my
for Gwen to add
POV,
an initial damage source if Ruler
this
doesn't get
game
to play
looks
the
much
game.
more
Bit
competitive from
disrespectful
draft.
to Zeker as well, because we all know exactly what
Or
happened
more
when
well-rounded,
the
perhaps, from both
versus
sides.
Azir
Like,
matchup,
I wouldn't...
not too long
I wouldn't
ago.
favor either comp here,
There's a little bit of lore there.
as much as
but
I did
we'll
last
see
game with
whether
Gen
Zeker is going to
Gs.
be able to replicate what Faker did, or whether it is going to be more on the other side.
Let's see. I think this game will be very telling for the series. Because if HLE can contest them in this game, that means we have a series on our hand. Because then they can just play like normal drafts, you know, and win the game. Because this is very much a normal draft, like tier list draft
Very long range. It is a lot of magic damage.
on this patch. So if they can win this game, we have a series, I think. This game will be very telling.
The dive threats are there. We're jumping into game 2 of this best of 5 between HLE and Gen G. A rematch of
Poke
the
Varus
LCK
to no one's
finals as
surprise.
well. These fight
6
for
will
a
be
semi-final spot.
similar. Spellbook and buff supports. Nothing looks out of order.
You need
And
to
no funny business other than not just being top putting a ward, I think.
Just have them side by side.
Yeah, you
That
could
won't
have
be
them
No,
good.
he was
side by
just
side.
checking, not even warding,
there is
just
a
checking.
little bit of downtime, but honestly, not as much as we were expecting, to be honest.
I mean, we had a very slow early game, and then we got many kills.
We did.
Yeah, we did
No
really
funny
ramp
business.
up
Everyone
as
is laning
we,
where they should
do
be
take a
laning.
Look at the head-to-head here between Genji and Hanwha, and it all kind of went all right for Hanwha when they were up 2-0 in road to MSI.
Oh, God.
That's when the good times ended. Up until that point, this team had been really at the forefront for the LCK.
Peanut is
Genji
late to
really
his
struggling with
clear, a little bit
implementing
late.
early. If you hadn't watched
I think he
the
tried to
video,
dodge the
what are
Raptor
you
ward,
talking
right?
about? We're having
Similar to
crossed
last
last
game,
game.
both Raptors are warded. You see the blue ward
I mean,
up
the
here
most interesting thing to
and
me
the
was
red ward
it
here.
felt
Very simple
like
to put
that
this one and get this info.
coming into MSI, these were the two best teams.
They were.
And so then to not have HLE represent at MSI was a surprise. And then coming into Summer, or the Split 3, I heard the conversation about, oh, well, you know, HLE have fallen off in the
Nice
regular
dodge by
season.
Ruler.
And T1 is clearly now
W
our
start on not this,
second-best
right?
team.
Normally in this kind of
And
lane.
then Katie ruined everything. And then HLE found themselves in the finals once more.
Hey, you can't be mad at the agent of chaos for creating chaos. That's just what they do.
That's true.
You know, they're
Fighting top.
that's why they're there.
Fighting
It
top,
feels like
fighting
a
top,
beautiful
fighting top, fighting
culmination
top.
of what has been
Dean?
Fighting
He's
a lot.
running with scissors, and Zeus needs to get the heck out of the way.
Wow.
One more would have done it.
You see what I mean? Normally Ambessa is so favored in this, but Keen is just goated. So it swings it.
He's not going to be able to get back to this wave like ever.
Like for any other team at Worlds, I don't know if I'd like... Ooh, this is Ambessa winning or? Nope. Wow. That was close. That was close though. That was close. That could have gone either way. But for any other team at Worlds, I'd be like, yeah, I want the Ambessa side, of course. But now I'm not sure, you know. I don't know. Keane just swings it. He's just goated.
The initial retreat, but Keane had another one.
He has so many of these champs, I feel like. You get him on Kazante, it feels the same. Gwen, Kazante, Sion was really good. This was really close, no? Could Ambessa have won this? Was this winnable?
But Keen is conqueror stack.
If you... I don't think you win, even if you get that auto, no?
Well, I think allowed the time for the auto cooldown to come off, so that when he then flashed to follow up,
Even if you get that auto on Ambessa, you don't win, do you? That wouldn't be kill, right? The last auto there. He needed two more.
Game 2.
And with so many of us talking about Keane as the best to do it, it's looking like we're feeling pretty good about that distinction. But we'll just have to see how this series goes on.
Maybe enough?
Man,
Okay.
it was
So it was
close.
very close then. Very,
Zeus,
very
of course,
close.
Going for the three-peat. Keane looking for his first Summoners Cup after being able to qualify in the LCK with every single standing position.
We are boxing now. We are Baus now.
Recently picking up his first trophy.
Baus!
Augment
Baus
that with
mentioned.
another,
Hey, yo, Baus
not
mentioned.
reached the highest of heights. Zeus spending some time away from the Gwen, as we can see here.
Yeah, is unrelenting, despite the fact that he, I want to say he got solo kill, put himself in a position trying to look for the all-in, obviously didn't work out. I think they do know what Canyon's pathing has been, so he felt safe knowing that Canyon most likely would be on the bottom side of the map, clearing his camps there.
Both AD carries already TP'd back, so no funny swaps gonna be happening anytime soon.
As the first Drake about to spawn in 30 seconds, as
Actually, they're swapping right now.
keeping the pressure on Zeka here.
And this is a matchup that we've seen sort of traded throughout this
4:30 into the game, they're swapping. I'm
Jovi
surprised.
has always just
Oh, he's TPing
walked
top.
as is
That's why I
in this
TP
lane.
advantage
As we
on
can
6
see
actually.
here,
I thought
Still doing
both of
it.
them TP'd already.
Zeka down to 100. I think it was Chovy versus Showmaker. He just walked into lane and
Because
just
it didn't make sense
killed
for me that no one was doing that top wave, but I guess 6 was
there
TPing to
nothing
it.
that Showmaker could do about it. It's not how I expected the matchup to go.
So far,
It's
it was
just
the only
kinda
one
how
that TP'd back
ruthless
so
he
far.
is on this champion. And that seems to be happening once again. Only a slight
2v2
lead as far
bots,
as CS
only
is
one top.
concerned. We'll be teleporting back as we got a bit of a
Who wins
scuffle
this,
here towards
actually?
this bottom side.
He
Heroic
misclicked D,
charge.
I guess.
Not quite doing too
On
much
top
as
here.
Keen trying to get the damage down onto Delight.
I think he wanted to eat
There's
the
hook,
Gwen,
but
no?
it doesn't quite hit the mark that they were looking for. Zeus still dashing around, trying to find the angle.
Gwen no
Peanut
flash,
making
by the
his
way.
way in. He'll get the audacious
There's a
charge,
double
but
kill.
becomes lightning,
They got
and
one
he
back.
takes down Duro. Keen gets one
Shouldn't
back,
die
but
here
it's
on
a
Ambessa, I
double
think.
for the man on his last dance as they equalize the
Should
kill.
never die here on
I love that the
Ambessa.
bloodshed has not slowed down from game 1.
He just needs to play that
Both teams
safer.
looking
That
to
should
get
be a
violent
2
on
for
the
0
Rifters.
always.
Zeka goes for a bit of a trade, but that bot lane skirmish, the swap had come through.
We're probably gonna get a
Both AD
replay,
carry
but
players.
in
The
situations
top
like that,
laners
it's really important
didn't
you
wanna
don't
slow
die.
down. If anything, they
Don't
just
die,
got
because they're
awesome
dead
shots.
anyway,
The
you know?
shockwave connects in mid.
Yeah,
Like, Sin will
still
kill
trying
both
to
of
throw this
them, so
ball
he should
around,
never
but
walk up and die there.
Zeka standing here does have the minion advantage at this point in time.
We need help mid
Do
ASAP.
have some backup incoming.
We have no TP on both of these guys, so whoever clicks mid first kind of wins, I think. They're clicking Drake. Okay, what about mid? We don't care.
A big miss there for Duro. He had hit that hook. Maybe they trade 2 for 2.
He has to go mid, yeah.
Being quite close. So now Duro covering to make sure that Chovy gets to catch this wave. Obviously, otherwise Zeka, the combo of the Azir wall with the Poppy stun is something we've seen
Drake for
many
Gen G
times.
here.
Canyon, thanks to the timing here, will be able
But Azir gets his base, and Ambessa had a frozen lane bot after the previous play, so she's really ahead as well. Looks alright for HLE so far, I think. T-Tors. T-Tors. Who do you favor in Azir versus Orianna? I like Azir more, but I think Azir is harder to play.
The gold is, well, now dead even. Of course, he will have this
like, depending on the team, I guess Orianna is the better option. But if you're really fucking good, like the best players in the world, I like Azir more. Like Faker Azir, you know? I like Faker Orianna, it's not that, it's just... I think if you're really fucking good, Azir is better, I think. But Orianna should be easier to play, much easier to play. So if you don't have that confidence or like that experience on the champion, maybe just go Orianna side, yeah, better.
Good TP though, because Zinzao in particular, it's so easy to just stack up your passive from Q on the turret as Chovy.
Flash.
Zeka holds onto his, so next time that ulti comes back
Yep.
again.
Next ult is kill.
Azir might be able to find his target. Of course, Chovy going to throw some damage back, but this is going to give Zeka a whole lot of space.
Chovy also holding his flash, not using it too early in the event that Zeka was trying to bait him out. He wanted to wait for the summoner spell before going, but Delight now.
He's dead, no?
Positioning.
No, he has ult and face rush. He's fine. He has ult and face rush. He's fine. He's fine. Actually, they're kind of trolling here. They shouldn't do this. They should just base. I guess they get the base anyway.
Not scared of too much here in this mid lane.
That kind of felt like a waste of time. They don't have a Azir ult. They're never killing there. He has face rush and ult himself.
Stave that one off as he finds himself with about a 10 CS.
I think the first gank was good. The second one, I don't know why they did.
More wave as the resets come through. Zeka doesn't have the TP available.
Viper's gonna take over, so Zeka is going side then.
Azir, a champion that's happy to sit in a side
And this is
lane.
just grubbies
Orianna,
for Gen G, or? Or is Sin
of the
even?
lack
He's there,
of
okay.
mobility.
Maybe they can
Once
contest a
that
little
flash
bit.
is unavailable,
But they're gonna have to catch
Canyon
top with
gonna secure
someone.
the first grub of
He
the
just
game.
takes one and leaves since
then
Orianna has the
EQ
base.
overwall
Nice
to
cancel, by the way.
Chovy's back
Kill?
actually interrupted.
Yeah, Mega in front
Next
of
Q
him
is kill,
comes
no?
down as Viper wants to finish him off.
Oh!
Down to 150, but it's not quite
Close.
enough. As the B-Ziggs can make his way back.
Even if he doesn't kill, this is
towards
huge,
the
by the
lane.
way.
That is a
Varus has to go
decent
mid now when
amount of
Orianna base into top.
Now eaten up here.
This is something I feel like the best teams are really good at. Like moving the pieces around to make sure they farm as much as possible. If mid laner for whatever reason cannot be mid in time, someone else will go, and that's someone else's lane. The mid laner will go too, and then they're gonna swap back later or move it around later to just keep it up, you know, keep up the farm. I think the best teams are really good at this. Never really dropping CS anywhere. Always making sure someone is farming somewhere.
Quite come through. Duro's here.
Yeah, a little bit of a face check here.
Has flash and
from
ult.
Zayas as he
Flashed it.
throws out the public
Does he want me to do
execution.
this? No,
He's going to turn
not
up
even
though, and
close.
down goes the Ambassador. That is feats of warfare.
Zeus is having a
over
rough
Gen
one.
G, and a bit of a mistake once again here for the
Solo
HLE
Bolo
top laner.
died unnecessarily on the 3v2 bot lane before, and here just getting caught kinda. Having a rough one. This Jarvan play could be good eventually.
And Keen is terrifying when he's died 4 times.
This could be good eventually
Now
if he has the
3,
patience.
1, and 0 on this Gwen. And I know the matchup has evolved over time.
He
Gwen
doesn't have the
isn't quite the
patience.
menace that she was before. With this much
Also his
extra
camps are
money,
spawning, I
she
guess.
is.
But you see, it could have been good. He face checked. It could have been good if he stayed. He just face checked
Yeah,
it.
I mean, the thing that I'm most interested in is how well Gen G can close the gap. Because right now, HLE's composition would love to draw a line in the sand.
You see it again. Now Varus is bot, making sure they get all this farm. And because of that, Gwen goes mid. They're really good at this. Always making sure moving to move the pieces around to farm everything. Always making sure to farm everything. With like moving the characters around, champions around, sorry. There's no such thing as mid laner goes mid no matter what, top laner goes top no matter what. At this level of play, the very, very best teams, it's about getting the farm, you know, and getting the max out of everything all the time.
I actually really like this lane assignment from Gen G. I don't know if they were the one that started it, but having Chovy in top instead of mid means that it's a much heavier investment to punish the lack of flash, right? Because the jungle or anyone who roams...
Ghosting with Nautilus here could be something.
Which opens up a lot more cross-map compared to being in mid, as we do see Ruler getting sufficiently bullet, as you would expect in this matchup, as Ludens is done for Viper as well. and that is a lot of damage onto anyone that is squishy.
And now Gwen is basing, so I wouldn't be surprised if someone else goes mid. Now Varus is basing.
They just have this beautiful array of wards.
Okay, she cancelled. Bessa as well.
Neatly lined up all around behind the dragon.
But I wouldn't be
Ready for
surprised
some
if, for example,
potential
Varus
to
TP's
find
mid
some
here.
of that vision
Or
is
just
now
walks
gonna
mid
be
and Gwen
played
TP's bot
out from the
later.
side of Gen G, but sorry, from HLE.
To maximize, you know.
But this vision control is just a great demonstration.
Because Varus wants to be mid, but then someone has to TP bot and catch that wave. So I think Gwen will TP now and TP bot. Something like that. To maximize.
And Gen G pretty excited about collecting themselves 2 in a row, setting up for that soul point that has been so important this Worlds.
Even Orianna bot TP could be possible. And Gwen just walks top. So Orianna is the one getting this. Yep, it's Orianna bot TP, Gwen walking top. You see, they swap the lane again to get all the farm, and get people on the right side of the map. And maybe after the Drake play is over, they're gonna swap again. Orianna's gonna base around top, Gwen is gonna base around bot. It's constantly like this to maximize everything.
Away from his lane opponent, was up to 650, I think, at some point. But more importantly, Zeus is, I think, in this composition, merely a tool. He does need to do late AD, or a lot of AD moves when we get to late. But right now, if he ults either Chovy or Ruler, and Viper can ult, he's already done his job, right? There is a lot of power in the ability for him to lock down a target in the backline.
Full item on basically everyone on HLE, minus support, right? But that doesn't really matter. But no item yet on Orianna and Varus, so this should be HLE favored, this fight here.
Hitting ultimates, the Poppy as well is going to be instrumental. Delight needs to get rid of
I'm
some
surprised
of the
they're not
key
forcing
pieces
more.
here on
Base
Gen G,
TP for
because
the
that way
Varus
they
with
can set
Yomu's.
themselves up to just take things. And Gen G
Orianna
will
has
have
no
the
TP, so she
opportunity
cannot
to get
make
in
this
there and
play,
do
even though she has
anything
the
about
item
it.
probably in
Of course,
base.
Keen gonna be a difficult target, right? He's got
Canyon is just gonna start it. I think they should contest this as HLE, no? Have to. Have to contest this.
Chovy and Ruler don't have a lot of
Have to
mobility
contest
on
this.
these champs. Susceptible here to the Keeper's verdict, but not susceptible to
It's just
having
gone.
this Drake taken away, as it is just going to be
We're not
removed.
contesting this?
Popping Cops are not going to do too much as Duro finds the angle. Chains of Corruption are going to come down, but Gen G not interested in a fight. They got what they wanted, and it is a Cloud Soul here, set up here for Soul Point for Gen G in 5 minutes' time.
I really thought HLE would try to contest that more, but it seems that they're not confident enough, given the spikes that they have, to actually try and contest this right now. Because you look at Chovy's itemization, he prioritized upgrading his boots before completing his first item, which made me think that, oh, HLE would say, well, we've got first item on our mid laner, first item on the Ziggs, so let's try and contest this objective. But instead, they're playing the safe approach. We know that they have good scaling on their side, and there's no
One more flower.
obligation to force
Cancel and
anything
take the
too
flower,
early,
no?
But if they concede too much, then Gen G could potentially run away with things. For now, though, the gold very even.
And in my mind, I have things that Orc says, because there's a
They're
Ziggs
swapping
in
the
this
lanes.
game.
Ambessa base
So
TP,
far, not
sorry.
too many plays
Ambessa base run
have
bot.
been taken.
Asir
We've got
base
10
run top.
seconds until they fall off.
I think the reason they're doing this right now is for the Herald, and they're gonna do the same on Gen G. You will see Gwen base run bot now, Orianna base run top. Constantly like this.
It's only 1 or 2 that have been taken.
Now Nautilus needs to base and run top side or cross to top side as soon as possible, play with Orianna. Unless he wants to try a bot play again. It's possible, you can do this. But most likely you should just put your ward base and run top or even cross run top.
Like Fire Torch, and I do think for Gen G it's a big deal.
He's crossing right now. Actually could have a mid play. Mid. Camera, mid.
Because while there are parts of that comp that skill really well, right? I think that Lethality Varus actually
W'd
skills
out.
better than he used to. Orianna is kind of a
Actually hard to
no-brainer,
catch the
safe for
Ziggs, I guess.
Gwen.
He will always use W.
As you have highlighted
If you run at him,
repeatedly,
so you have to
once
flash
that
Q
Viper
to get
gets
anything.
a point, if your engage isn't immediate and crisp, you're just going to get
Nautilus
knocked
needs to
down.
run
I think
top
Half-Alive,
ASAP.
with the level of
He also
play
has
they've
no
shown
wards. He
today,
can't use the
are
base.
gonna need to be
Yes,
going
basing.
into fights they don't really want to
Oh!
take, and Dragon
Nautilus
is
misclicked his item!
for that.
Yeah,
Look at
I mean,
Nautilus'
I think
item. He
Gen G's
misclicked
gotta
it.
be fast.
He has to sell
They're
it.
a team that can definitely
You can
do
fix
that.
this by selling it.
You just
Use.
gotta find the right window to
Wait.
do it. And straight comes
He
through
misclicked his
from
item.
onto Keen as we're getting ready for the Herald. 5
He has to
seconds
sell
left.
it at
Gen
some
G's in
point.
position once
Look
again.
at Nautilus'
Sets
item.
have come through from HLE. No TP available on Zek.
Shit, I haven't seen that at this level. I do this sometimes myself. I don't know if I've seen this in a pro game for a while. Or ever, actually. He has to sell it. The way you fix this is you sell this, and then you rebuy the support item, and it's fully stacked instantly, and you can make the choice again. So you lose gold by doing that. He probably wanted redemption over doing that, but this Nautilus has the wrong support item. He's completely squishy. Oh! This Nautilus is Dreammaker! Wait, Zeus TP'd so deep. Okay, it's fine. Redemption and fights? Is it possible? Duro is dead. He needs to sell his item.
exactly just that.
1 for 1
as
is
he
okay, I
takes
guess.
down
Support for
Peanut
jungle, good for
first,
Genji.
and then just dashes
Who got
out
the
back of
Herald?
And it is a 1-for-1 trade.
Sin
But
got the
Humble gonna
Herald.
be happy with that one because
Yeah.
they got the Herald.
You see he sold?
Denying an
Did
opportunity
you see? He
for
sold.
Genji to really be
Look,
happy with
he
that
will
one
sell his
'cause
support
they-
item. You see it here?
And it
Right
is
after the fight,
a
he sells his support
1-for-1
item.
trade.
He
But Humble
rebuys
gonna be
the
happy with
World
that
of
one
Atlas
'cause
or
they
whatever it's
got
called,
the
the first
Herald.
paper thing.
Denying
It
an
instantly
opportunity for
upgrades
Genji
and
to
he
really
can
keep
choose the yellow
accelerating the
one.
game. Taking
I don't know if
the
I've
Genji
ever
side,
seen this, by the way.
TP here from Zeus. It looks like he wanted to ulti.
I don't know if I've seen this in pro play. I do this sometimes. And luckily there's a way to fix, but I don't know if I've seen this in a pro game. Definitely haven't seen this in a World's quarterfinals before. Didn't really matter in the end though, I guess 1 for 1 is still alright for Genji, even though they lost the Herald. All things considered, it's alright, you know. Now he has the right item.
So Kenya wasn't even there. They didn't get value
Not
from
that
the
big of a
job
deal.
whatsoever.
Wait, he's dead again, by the way, he has no
Aurora
flash.
in trouble yet again here as Delight
Heal.
looking for a bit of an angle, doesn't quite get there, but
Is
when
he
the
out?
wind becomes
W
lightning,
Poppy?
does get the
On you?
slow.
Don't have?
Peanut, another audacious charge as Canyon comes on through Mega and
Sin had the
Photobomb.
flash, no,
And
don't
that
get
is
it.
so much damage
Actually,
that
didn't I
Nautilus
have
could
the
not
flash?
take.
I'm trolling.
Peanut says top of the morning to you, and it's
I guess
another
Poppy
kill
used
here, evening
W
things
to
out
get
for
in
HLE.
range, right?
4 members committed from HLE on the top side of the
Probably
map,
shouldn't have,
allowed
but-
for Ruler to push in that mid wave, but he doesn't have the threat onto the tower to really convert it
He
into
died.
anything. So
It's
just
okay.
an easy pick secured for HLE. And similar to game 1, we find ourselves in a very even mid game.
And the thing that was happening in game 1 was HLE were
Yeah, 6
overloading
already,
the
2
side
item.
lane, but then Genji on the cross map were doing so much. What's the best thing about Ziggs?
I think this game is
Well,
gonna be
he
a really
doesn't need to
competitive
walk
one, because their
very
comp is
far
good, you know, they
to
can
help
scale
overload
HLE
the
this
side
game, no
lane,
stress
so
really.
back into
The
the
Drake
lane
is the biggest
goes.
issue, if anything.
This turret remains quite healthy. And so I think the adaptation here for
Like
HLE,
if Genji
based on
get this
run and
Drake,
how they're
they have a
playing it
problem
out,
for sure.
seems to be working quite well as we check out
3 Drakes at
Coinbase
17,
Gold
18 minutes, that's
and Keen
early soul points.
getting a lot of money, has been a little bit behind
This
as
Drake
far
is really
as
important.
CS is concerned the entire game. But this guy's a problem. I mean, it's 900 gold. He's 4-1 and 0. We're used to the 4 being in the other column.
It's only going to get worse from here. That is, to me, the strongest part of the Genji composition. As Herald's dropped mid, Humble Life really want to deny the possibility for a
tower
slow
goes.
point here for Genji.
Can always W this later if it doesn't die.
As
die
mid lane
anyway.
turret will fall. That's the first turret of the game as well, and I think Genji have had better setups thus far in this series for objectives. But Humble Life want to try and poke as
You
much as
really
possible.
need this fight if you're
Zero again,
HLE.
taken low.
Can't
You
give
can
this.
see in the setup, the poke comes through from Viper. And again,
It's interesting how last game when they have a full early game comp, they struggle to get the Drakes, and in this game when Genji has a full scaling comp, they actually get the Drakes.
And this is now feats of strength.
They're just doing it
As
way
you can
better, I
see,
guess.
we're all
Because
tied
last
up.
game it should have
Whoever
been
gets this objective
really
will get
hard
locked
for
up
Genji
and
to
down.
contest the Drakes, and this game for whatever reason is really hard for HLE. But it's not that they have an early game comp anyway. Genji, they're just doing it better. Like the setup is always better. They're there always earlier. Like they need this HLE. They have to fight here. Poppy ult, miss. Not as alive as well. Poppy into this. And Keen is just making space and he's gonna flash out worst case or E out. They got soul points. Poppy into that fight. It's possible still. Nice shuffle. Okay, they got 4 kills for it at the very least. 4 for 1 is alright. But the Drake going to Genji is the big one, you know. Have to play the rest of the game versus Cloud Soul Point. Oh my god, the best soul in the game as well. Oof, that is rough. Like, you feel good momentarily for winning the fight, but all things considered, it's not good. Like, Poppy just needs to hit ult here, or E better, or W better. Poppy into this. Like, go for the Jarvan then or something, I don't know. Keen buys so much time here.
I think this fight is won. Instead, he goes
And here
down,
Genji
Viper
can just
gets
click out,
shot,
you know. They
stays
should click out
alive,
here.
and now
Just click
him and
out.
Zeus
They go to Drake already, it's 1 for 1 or 1 for 2. They need to click out. I don't know why they turn actually.
Knocked into the knockup from Zeka. Oh, Delight though.
Yeah, we're straight back into the fight as of course
He
this is
just
a
bases
Poppy.
again.
And so does get shockwaved, but isn't too worried about it. We'll be now going back to base. Atakan on the menu. That's why we have.
Now
our
Atakan is angry and it's just gonna hit.
Really value
Fucking Atakan.
Cloud Soul, but falling behind against the Hanwha comp when you are Genji, you're going to get to a point where even if you find an engage, if they're not caught off guard, you will just get shredded. Like, just the minefield alone is going to completely blow you up.
But again, like when it's a fight that's
I haven't played that much Poppy, but from my experience, you should try to ult either with using flash or from Fold. Because here it was just running at them in a straight line and ulting. without flashing. I don't think he had flash, but
Usually
the best players dodge, you know, the Poppy ult.
An uncontested
So you have to use it
objective,
from
and as I
fog
say,
or
that Geng is
by
making his
combining
way
it with
down.
flash. It's
Yep,
more
looking
easy.
for the Otacon. They're not gonna be able
Like
to
here he
stop
has
this
flash,
tower
so
from
he could
falling
ult and then
down.
flash
Yep, 2 teleports bring Duro
to
and
surprise.
Keen into
Probably
the
what he
fight.
should do.
The Otacon down to 50%.
If they want to force
HLE
this,
do
but
need
he's
to
just
be
gonna
careful.
die here,
Sigma's
but
presence is decent, but
the
it's
Poppy is
only
just
onto
inting.
Duro, and Delight is already taken down. Viper.
What are we
and it goes
doing
in onto
on
Chovy.
Poppy?
Zeus looking for
Now they're
Keen
just
in
gonna
that
lose
back line,
Otacon.
but I don't know whether he wants that fight. It's Peanut.
Peanut
So
is dead as
close
well.
to dead. The Crescent Guard doesn't work, and he's thrown into the
Watashi wa
sky
Poppy.
by the Demacian Prince. Now the Otacon should go over to
Can he steal?
Genji.
6-6?
Unless Zeus can do anything
Jarvan got
about
it.
It is going to be
This is
there,
just
and
a
Zeus also
wipe. No, they
going
can't
to
fight
get
here.
picked
It's
up, although
3v5.
he's looking for Chovy before
Almost
he
got one.
Chovy
Gabi,
barely
Gabi.
survived, and it's Rule of the
Would've been
picks
nice
up
to
the
get that,
kill.
for sure.
Empress Divide used defensively here as HLE
Poppy.
went away.
This fight was just so one-sided from Genji. They converted pick after pick after pick.
Poppy, you gotta
And it felt like
hide or
HLE,
ult flash, something. You
uncoordination
can't just
that we
stand
saw
there.
From game one sprouts up once more.
And it's the mark from Keen onto Zeus. Last time he was trying to 1v2, that doesn't work out. But Keen keeps Zeus out of the fight, and even though this Mbessa isn't necessarily in the best of spots, if he finds...
I don't know why they forced though to begin with. But if they force, they gotta do it better with the Poppy, for sure. He needs to hide and ult or just ult earlier. He can't just get hooked and die.
That comes down onto Delight as well. The front line is eliminated.
His positioning was
Zenith's
really
rooted on the
incorrect here.
left-hand side, so Peanut and Viper on the bottom.
And Sin has no
Chovy
flash,
gets a
so
good
he
ulti
just
onto
dies as
Peanut
well.
saying,
Yeah, not
you know what,
possible.
I can't get in range of Viper and Zeka anyway, so why bother, just kill the front line. Zeus, as you
And here they're
highlighted,
just
completely
desperately
removed from the
fighting
fight.
3v5. I mean, it was really close. Zeus actually killed Chovy, which is just Mbessa things, I guess. But this was still a 3v5 with Otacon going over to Genji. This is so Genji favored now. They have soul point as well.
I want a supercut of just Helper's expressions.
Yeah, I know, it's the roller coaster of emotions. This guy, you can really tell what's happening there in that room.
It's so
As
Genji
you can
favored
see,
now.
it is 32
Soul
to
point,
4
1 minute.
on the
Oh
penalty
my
round.
god.
So
Cloud
that
Soul.
goal that you're seeing being very even is
Unless
actually
HLE
down
smurf
to
every
50%
fight from this fight until game end,
I thought that
I don't know
last
how
fight
to
would
do
be
this.
so much
They
harder for
need
Genji
this
to
fight,
play.
and then they
We
need the
talked
next
so
one,
much
and the next one,
about
and the next
the
one.
disengage that comes through from
This
HLE,
will
the
not be
amount of
easy.
range that they have to play with. And I thought that as Genji approached that objective, they'd be taking way
I can
more
just remove
poke
the
than they
pin.
actually ended up taking.
So it's not
And
confusing.
it felt largely because of HLE's positioning, and it was something we talked about in the first series. Genji's positioning around these neutral objectives is extremely good, and HLE can't quite find the poke that they need.
We need a
to go
huge
in
Poppy
and
play
out
this
of
fight.
fight.
Come on, the light. Hide and ult or ult flash. Those are your options. Hide and ult or ult flash. Come on, the light. Jebal, Jebal. Jebal the light.
Zeka has hit his third item, because if you don't take this fight, you're in deep trouble. If you do and lose, you're in deep trouble. And Humble Life wanna stay away from that 0-2 deficit.
We need a huge Poppy play here.
Against them way back in the road to MSI, and Genji was able to fight back.
This is it.
I think you're going to be feeling a lot more confident if you're not there as Humble Life. They know they have to take this fight.
Hide and ult or ult flash. Those are your options. They're spotted by flashing by Sin, but has flash on Arena. Actually, he got knocked by the wall on Poppy. Yeah. Nice play. Could be winning. Watch out. Nice play by Peanut. Nice play by Peanut. Poppy followed up well with the E for sure. But that's Peanut. That's all Peanut. Nice Peanut.
And that is Soul Point denying Humble Life, showing that Genji had to work for it in game one. They're going to have to work for it in this one.
The beauty of these teams is nothing slows
stacks on the
their
ward, I guess.
momentum
Yeah,
down.
stacks on the
He
ward.
stacks up the Q on the control ward. Flash knock-up.
Then Poppy gets the
follow-up.
E.
Even though he flashes
Perfect.
away to safety, it's that engage from Delight to connect him to the wall to allow for HLE
And
to
Keen
find
can't do this
themselves
yet.
another
Maybe
kill.
later Keen
Once
could actually win
is in,
this,
the rest
but
of his team
it's
just
a bit too
cannot
early in the game
follow.
still
He's forced
do
to
this.
retreat. He flashes away. And HLE deny the soul from Genji.
How many items does he have on Gwen? Yeah, 2. I think if he had one more, he could probably actually do that. Like, that was winnable if he had one more item, maybe. That's a really nice play by Peanuts. We just need like 4 more of those, if possible.
It is true. As
Hey, she's been around, you know, she's not
We need that on every Drake
Barons.
from here until game finish,
What's a baby Baron look like?
and probably on Barons as well.
I can't answer these questions for you, Atlas.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. We didn't prepare.
So if you can do that, that's nice.
I'm afraid I don't. My only estimation is that it goes Scuttle Crab, Rift Herald.
Yeah, I need some magic here constantly from HLE to keep themselves in the game. If they fuck up one Drake, it's so hard game, I think.
That might be more of a, you know,
And if they give Baron, that leads to Drake as well, so can't fuck up the Baron either.
You know, we could be wrong.
Basically need perfect game from here,
the
low-key,
Void might just do
to win.
things differently. You never know, you might go from a plushie to a Baron. That might just be the way that it works.
But you know
Not
what will be
impossible though, they scale well.
Both of these
For sure
teams
they have
will
chance.
attempt to murder Baron.
They
Yeah.
will.
Further
I don't
their
think you should force the
confidence
Baron though.
succeeding
I think you
in
should just
game
play the
two.
space,
And right
look
now,
for pick.
both teams are fighting over
Because the
vision.
Alta can felt
You
a
can
bit
see
too
the
forced, you know. I don't think they should
control.
make the same
They might
mistake
seem
on the Baron
odd, but
here.
it's basically to cover as much of the
Don't have to
Baron
start the
as
objective,
possible.
can just play the
Zeka
space, put the
will
ward,
secure
look for
that
pick.
top tower.
No
That is
stress
now
really.
all Ada towers finally going down.
Yeah, if you
26
think about it,
minutes into
Atakan
the
was
game.
really stressed.
Just goes to show how much slower this one has been. Not in the kills.
I don't think they will make this mistake again. I don't think they're gonna randomly start Baron here.
Reclaim that vision
Neither
control,
will
clear out
Genji,
what
I
vision
think. It's just
HLE
gonna
have
be about
set
playing
up.
the space
And now the dance
and waiting
begins
for Drake.
once
Like
again.
Genji just wants a Drake fight right
Back
into
here,
Soul,
as
and
you
that's
can
it.
see, Zayas
That's a game.
Moving up to this mid lane, still has teleport. Keen is going to shove that wave in. It looks like Genji now with a little bit of an
And
advantage.
actually cannot risk
Invest it
forcing
forced to
Baron,
move down
because then
towards
the
that bottom
Atakan thing
side
happens
once
again.
more as the pendulum swings back once again. Level 15.
It's just a Drake game
So,
at this point.
So close to that shockwave level 3. Viper with the most gold in the game is great news. If you're an HLE fan, you love looking at that because this guy is going to be a huge part of the win condition. Him and Zeka needing to get things done later on.
We're also already in this game seeing the value of the Ziggs, because I guarantee you that mid lane turret would have fallen otherwise. But Ziggs' wave clear is just so insane, as the light
Okay, we're
has
fine at
been
least.
the #1 engaged target for Genji.
I feel like the Varus could have ulted there. The Poppy. Has cleanse
Ruler
actually, never mind.
Has flipped the game on blue buff.
Yeah, let's do that. I think that sounds like a fun idea. We've got
Poppy's got.
teleports committed. As now the light going down incredibly low. Keen is just going to chop him to pieces. The Poppy's not
Wait.
there, but the Emperor's Divide
This
is
is
going
kill,
to
no?
try to punish. He wants to take
Nice.
Viper with him. It doesn't quite
But
work.
Zeus dies
And
for
now
it.
They look to go in.
Nice
It's a
EQ by
beautiful
Canyon.
cataclysm to break up the Fighters Canyon.
Peanut
Also
might
able to
die
walk
here.
his way out.
He has no
Peanut,
flash.
He couldn't do so as now Ruler is trying to do it again.
Ooh,
And
the flag.
flag takes down the Zinzao.
That's Baron.
Genji
The light got
with
caught.
4 left standing, managed to win the fight.
Keen takes things into his own hands as he
Baron
runs
is so
down
strong.
the HLE support, turning this into a chaotic skirmish, which Genji walk away the
They can still
victors.
fight the Drake though.
Now
Like
there's
this
no
Baron is
jungler
not
on the
the
side
end of the world
HLE.
if they
This
smurf the
Baron
Drake
will be
fight.
uncontested, and Genji
They just need to smurf the Drake fight now.
firm
But that's
control
not gonna
of
be
the
easy.
game too.
And
But it's not
sets
over,
up
it's not over.
into that soul
This Drake fight is
in
more
a
important than what
minute
just
and
happened.
15. Dragon is gonna spawn. And Genji this time
But
around,
Genji
has a
will
much
have
better
space,
setup than they did
most
last
likely.
time.
And Poppy ult
Peanut
will be
then
down for a while.
found a beautiful engage. But here,
The light
that
just
was
gets caught
hidden, but
here.
It's again the light that I think baits the rest of the team in. They go so aggressive in this
I'm
defense.
surprised like
Even
Ambessa
though
gets caught I guess here. Yeah, Varus
He
ulted, Varus
does his
ulted. He
job.
couldn't play.
He absolutely does, taking Viper out of the
Because
fight
I think
as well.
everyone should
Zayas
kick
goes a
Gwen and
little
peel
too
for
deep as he
Viper,
tries to work
which
with
was
Peanut
kind of
to
what they
threaten
were
the
doing, I
back
guess.
line.
Just the pathing
But
wasn't
now
the
it's
safest.
Genji that's in the position of
Then he gets Varus
authority.
ulted,
They poke
and he
down the
dies. And
opposition.
Peanut
A
clicks
nice
as well,
side
and he
comes through
dies.
from Canyon connecting the E. And the
Gabi.
frustration on the face of Peanut.
We need to go to live. This Drake fight is so important. We need to go to live.
As far as frustration is
30
concerned,
seconds.
now Genji with
This Drake
his
fight is
team
everything.
set up, Zayas able to dash
Can still
his
win
way
this game
out of
from
dodge
HLE
as Peanut
POV,
just
but if
looking
you
for
lose this
the
Drake,
chance
maybe
he
not.
can find. This inner turret is still gonna be
So you need
difficult to
this.
take. We talk about,
You just
know,
need to
Baron
enter
being
together
a
from one
really
side.
good
It looks like they're playing it
thing.
from mid.
It's still Ziggs.
But this section is hard to play from, I think, when you don't have control and you're behind. I would have liked to see them from bot more. This will be hard. This angle very hard. Maybe Poppy can find the magic play.
I don't think Keen has the Baron at this point either. So
Flashy the Varus, flashy the Orianna. Here. Now.
He knows.
Have to, no?
He's aware of
This is it.
particular position on the map.
Right now. He's gonna be spotted by the minion wave. It's not possible anymore.
Genji set
Too late,
up
too
now
late.
for this
Yeah, this angle is so hard.
Dragon
Poppy ult needs to be
right
huge
onto the
here.
side, wanting to try
I
and
think you
make
just
this
fucking throw it. No, with flash.
teleport
Ult
forward.
and
If
flash.
this
Ult and
keeps
flash.
moving
Now.
it could be such a big deal.
You have to. Poppy.
He's gonna start this
Now.
fight as Peanut, pressing guard
Ult
there
flash, no?
to keep
Something.
himself safe. And now the
He got the
fortune.
Nautilus.
He got
What? He buffered the Q!
Excellent.
What?
Execution.
Duro
He's
buffered the
gonna
Q to stay.
away into the back line, but the Cataclysm is
They got the
there.
Drake though.
Canyon to buy the
Wait,
space,
someone got...
and Zeka
How did he
goes
get the Drake?
down.
Who got the
Zayas
Drake?
is gonna follow suit,
How did they actually get the
and he
Drake?
tried as he might, but Genji
Wait, they're alive, by the way. The game is
win
fine.
out. And even though
I mean, they lose the
Drake
fight
might be
and they could try to end, but...
Peanut steals away
It was
the
Peanut
dragon,
that got
but
the Drake?
cost
How the fuck did he
was
get that
so
Drake? That's
much.
crazy.
Genji
And also
now
that buffer
hunting, they're
from the
fighting,
Nautilus
they're
was
trying to
really
deny
crazy.
HLE
Like
from getting back
Duro
to base.
staying
Because they
there
stop
after getting
Viper,
Poppy
then the
ulted was
wave
really
there
crazy.
disappears with the Baron Baron. They're setting their
Did he even
sights
know
on
the
their
Poppy?
first
How did he
inhibitor of the
manage to
game.
queue in time? Was it
47
random or did he
position
plan
on the
that?
map. If any other member was alive,
How did he
I think
manage to
they're
do
just
that?
cooked, but it's Viper that's still there.
Oh,
Did he
Peanut
see the
gets a whole
Poppy?
lot of
Did he
his health
plan
back.
that or did he just
Unfortunately,
queue randomly?
Toby's
I need to see
wall
this
is
again.
now doing a
How
fair
did the
bit of
Nautilus
work.
buffer
He's able
that?
to put him down.
That was crazy.
But the Nexus stands, at least for now. They
Does he
weren't
know
able
the
to kill it
Poppy?
with the
No,
Baron
he doesn't
pushes
know the
and take
Poppy.
another look at the fight.
Duro connects a beautiful hook.
So it's random. He's just gonna
After
queue.
Peanut
Like
gets
it's just
counter,
random,
you're
no?
gonna see it here.
Yeah,
The
it was
disengage,
random.
the
It was
hook onto
random.
Zeka as the
It was random.
shockwave connects as well.
He didn't do that from
Just
Poppy ult. He just queued
beautiful
and
layering
it was
of
perfect
CC.
timing.
The fact
It
that
was
Peanut
random.
gets a smite in the midst
But it's
of all of
crazy
that
that
is
Poppy,
absolute
sorry,
chaos.
And then
Sin gets
Geng
that, Peanut
finds
gets
the
that.
ultimate
That saves the
jumping
game, you
over the
know?
wall as Zeka
Without that
tries
Drake
to
steal, the game is
disengage.
over.
And you
Now the
can't
game is
fight
actually
back.
playable.
Canyon's
He's
going to be
stuck.
able to always find it and just puts him in a cage. And you're just not going
Yeah,
to
it was
be able to do
random.
anything
He was
about it.
already hooking.
4,500 gold is going to be the lead here for Gen G.
Can't put the pigeon in a cage.
No, you're not allowed to. Oh, I mean, they did do that
I
quite a
know,
lot.
I mean, metaphorically, in this game, they
yeah,
need
you should have.
Zeka.
Not this pigeon. This pigeon's an emperor.
All right now.
Sorry,
he's being,
Yep, it's gonna go to next Baron, next Drake. We have a
they're
game.
threatening to bury him right now.
We have a
Yeah,
game,
certainly are.
everybody.
And Zeka, he's definitely not had a
It will
bad
be
game
Gen
by
G
any
favored, of
means.
course, they're really
Gen G
ahead,
just- their
but
team fighting is
the game is not over.
unbelievable. It feels like that every single player is a threat. We're using a different name every single team fight. But now, the one shining light for HLE.
Yeah, I don't think taking
It's
Inhib
Vital
makes
Life Esports. Death
any
cap
difference,
completed
really.
for the Ziggs. The wave
Much of a
split is
difference, like-
monstrous.
Mid tower is
As
nice to
long
get,
as
but
some
Inhib doesn't
hope
really matter.
connects, there's always a chance for HLE to find a fight. Gen G
If you can get two Inhibs here, though, it would matter, but I don't think you can. You can never break this. You don't have Baron or Soul. So this is just going to be wave clear duty for HLE. 2 minutes, then Baron spawn, then you have a fight for Baron. Then Drake spawn, you have a fight for Drake, and that's probably where the game is decided. Unless HLE get this Baron and this Drake, then we're really in for a long one. Like, again, this Drake is going to be everything. They smurfed the last two. Somehow they got the past two. I guess the first one was Peanut Flash Engage, and the second one was Peanut Steal as well. If you think about it, it's just all Peanut, isn't it? Zeus is caught here, he's gonna get Vars ulted, full Vars Q, E, one more Vars Q. He's alive. Gabi.
So close. And it is going to be Zeus making his way out. Gen G
So tanky.
further away from their fountain.
They want
so
to
I'm
TP
just
or
gonna
what?
back away.
You
I
want
think
to TP?
Viper actually used his satchel to prop.
I think you just
the
save
spell
everything
shield,
for the
which is
Baron.
why
1 minute.
Ruler took about 60% of
Looks
so
like they wanted
far.
to TP on this ward.
Just from the ultimate is Peanut.
Eight goes in.
3-level
Gets
difference on
another
jungle
on the
here.
Canyon. He's relatively tanky though.
I guess there's a level
Sending
difference on
message
everyone.
at
2
this
levels
point
down
in
mid,
time, Gia intact here for the
1 level
Geng.
down top
You can
as
see how
well.
difficult it is for Gen
really
G
behind.
to close out this game, even with a 4.5k gold lead. They've got level advantages across the board. They have item advantages across the board. But
This
it's not
Baron is
enough
really important.
when
I
you
would
have
say the Drake more
champions that
important.
can clear a lot of waves very quickly, which means that Gen G's priority will be the Baron. That siege, the power that it provides with your minions, is going to be more than enough to help break apart the base defense that HLE will have. And so now they will begin.
I think
their
Drake is
setup.
more
They've
important
already
for
got
both
preliminary
teams,
vision
for sure.
around the river. The push in mid
Unless
is
you're doing
the
Baron on
most
spawn, I think
important
you're just clicking
part.
Drake at this
Someone will
point.
likely be
Like,
sent
you're
up
just not
top
caring
to
about
put
the Baron
pressure
then.
there as well.
The timing
And
is
the
too
moment it
short.
spawns, I think Gen G should start it immediately. With
So
Gwen,
either you do
they
it
have a
right on
very
spawn,
fast
and then you have time
Baron
for both,
take,
or you
and
just
HLE
leave this
still have
area
to
soon
move
and
through
cross
this
to
fog of
Drake.
war. They
Those
have
are your
one
options,
deep
I
or
think.
two deep wards, I
Like
should
this
say,
mid wave into
to
Drake
highlight for
side
us.
is not
So
bad,
there
you
are
know.
ways for them to get into the pit thanks to their triple TP.
Oh, they know it's not being taken in the
perfect
controller doesn't
position.
spot it.
For example, I think if you do Baron right now as Gen G, you might be late.
By those two wards that were already put in
So I don't know if you actually do
place.
it.
Off to
I
the
feel like
side
you
here,
might
so
not
dealing
do
with
this, by the
wall
way.
camp for the moment.
You might just
HLE
come back mid and
spread
then
out quite
contest the
wide.
Drake.
As
I don't
we
think you
can
do this
see,
Baron.
yeah, the Baron
They do the
is
Baron.
going to get started.
I think HLE should give this and do
Over
Drake,
to
my
HLE
feeling.
here.
I don't think you should go here as
Let's see.
HLE.
That keeps
You should just
Vertigo
give this
once
and
again
do
be so
Drake.
important. Keen on that flank angle, as we can see.
I think HLE should go Drake right now.
Taking a bit of poke damage.
They should give this area.
Gen G
I don't know
need
why
to
they're
be
contesting
decisive,
so much.
otherwise these
They just
bombs
click Drake
will
now and
start
everything's
to
fine.
hurt.
Drake, 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 Drake,
Like
Drake.
a canyon.
Yeah,
It's
looking
more
to get that
important.
flank happening,
Someone needs to
but
click Drake
just move
fast.
Straight back to the Baron could be the opportunity here as HLE get that Sun Disc set up. Peanut on that angle.
They're gonna
Full
contest
vision
this
still.
while the Drake is alive.
Look at Viper's mana. He's getting a
They're
little bit
sending the
far
game here.
around, dropping.
Bigger Inferno Bomb to try and soften
They have
them
a
up.
flank on the
Doesn't really
Gwen,
land.
right side.
Ruler
Poppy
already down
finds
50%
it.
though.
And
As
Zeus
is,
is having a
and
flank
you
on the
can
left
see he
side.
really wants to kill
Chovy
that
spots
Varus.
that as well.
If he can find an angle, he will certainly go in, but
Baron is almost
defense
dead.
here from
Poppy ult
Gen G
miss.
is fantastic.
Canyon.
And W
Get
used
out
as
of the
well.
way.
Yeah, not going to happen. So the Poppycopter going to find too much of anything, but the poke
Oh my
is.
goodness. It's so tense right now.
Teleport back available here for Viper if they do want to continue this, but now it's the soul that's in the minds of
Now Genji gets
G.
space, I guess,
What
for
they
Drake.
want to do is make decisive calls. Well, a whole bunch of extra movement speed certainly going to be helping out with
Everyone's
that one
gonna
as they
TP
turn
back.
their eyes on the other pit on the map towards the bottom side.
The Light needs to replenish his wards, but Dura's already done
Peanut
that.
got the
he's
crab,
making
that's
his way
nice.
back out
That
onto
clears
the
all the
base.
wards
TP
and give
from
them
Delight
this
comes through
constant
from the
vision on
spell
Drake.
book. He's going to make his way into mid lane as well.
Actually,
It's
actually have a bit of
position on the
space
river.
here.
Yeah. Peanut.
But Poppy
What's
ult,
going on as Canyon
that's huge. Poppy ult this
way
fight.
in. Minefield comes down, Mega Inferno Bomb, a lot of damage onto Ruler once again as Canyon continuing on that flank.
Zeus
Spots
is on
out
a
exactly
ward.
where they are, and
Zeus on a
Zeus,
ward.
like you say, is on the ward.
Oh, Canyon, they spotted that
Keen-
ward.
Yeah, King goes over to the side and now is going to show himself. Peanut is alongside him, but that means he's
long
going in the mid.
Ooh, they don't know
This
this
is the
now.
long
They don't know the
Canyon.
Jarvan.
Can he find the angle? Duro goes in, but
He got
his
Poppy
defense
Ws.
step-up presence stops it.
Ambessa versus Gwen is really important. Who is winning Ambessa Gwen?
Absolutely nothing. Ruler this time gets the last laugh.
Gwen
As
died.
they dive on forward. It's the
playable, no?
resurrection here for Canyon
For
and
HLE?
Now trying to do what they can. Viper is still alive. With
Ruler is
so
one, by the
much
way. He
damage.
dies to one.
Ruler's there as
Oh
well.
my god, that was close.
Artillery not quite
Oh,
landing.
I see what he went for. If he hits that, I don't know what it is, Q, I guess, on Ambessa, Varus would have died.
Okay, it's a
Oh, that
step.
was so important.
Zeka looks to have his faker moment, but Ruler's been here before.
They don't have smite, no?
He does not allow Zeka to find the angle.
Sin doesn't have
The
smite.
Azir drops so
Are you sure about
quickly,
this?
but HLE still
Have
find
to,
a
I guess,
good
before
fight.
Varus
It's
comes
a
back.
3 versus 3.
But you have to go on them then.
Peanut
Have to
both
zone.
alive.
Someone has to go.
He's running as fast as he can.
Someone needs to go on them. It's smite fight. Don't take the smite fight, actually. You have to go on them. What are we doing? Whoa. No mana on 6. 6 no mana. They can't play it. Run, 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 run. 6 no mana. He's out, by the way. What? He lives! But Baron is alive. And Sin died for Nautilus. So they can force 4v4 without jungler on HLE. Wait, they must have combined the smite with Sig's spell, no? They call that for sure because that's a smite fight and so much risk. But Sig's was actually the one that got it. So they must say like, hey, 2k, I will use WQ on 6, use smite, something like that, you know? Because normally that's too risky, but 6 was actually the one that got it. So I think they had a plan of some kind of like combination of smite plus damage.
Yeah, they absolutely have to fight for this one. This second Baron is going to be
Poppy
so
ult
big
could be...
for them to deal with. The Poppy
Oh,
comes
no,
down.
no smite now.
There's no smites in here now.
Varus, look at Varus, Varus, Varus!
So much damage from Zeus.
And Orianna died to 6 ult as well.
Down, it's Viper.
Wait, they have Baron now.
Mark and HLE.
What is going
It should be
on?
their turn to take the Baron this time.
They have Baron now. They can do Baron. When Sin comes, just base and go Baron. They have time. This is 5v3 Baron if they want. If they just reset fast and go again. Wait, they're clutching this, no? It's 3 magic drakes in a row. And this as well. Here on the Baron. Now they get Baron. It's 5v3, it's free.
And we were talking about 1 and 4 Gwens being terrifying. I present to you
Nice shuffle by
number 1
Zeka here.
and 6
I mean, Viper is smurfing this
from
game, you know?
Zeus,
6-0 and
who was
5.
such a
Hasn't died yet.
monster finding the angle onto the back
Sniped,
line and
sniped
will
Chovy here as well. I would love to see the Drake fight again, because I don't know how the Orianna died. I don't know how Chovy died on the Drake fight. I was watching Gwen versus Ambessa, because that for me felt like the biggest part of the fight. If the Gwen wins the Ambessa side, you know? Okay, we're watching the Baron again. We don't get the Drake replay. We can watch that after the game. I'll give you the replay after the game on the Drake fight. Shuffle was huge here. And Ambessa ult as well on Orianna was huge. Gets sniped at the end by 6 ult.
Beautifully executed as Viper finishes off the kill.
I guess Chovy had to flash Ambessa ult, right? That would have been better than flashing afterwards and getting sniped anyway at the end. Yeah, we don't get Drake replay. I will do that after the game. I was only watching Gwen versus Ambessa, and Ambessa won that. But Chovy died during this time, and I would love to see how he died. Now it's literally even, no? 3 Drakes for each. Gold is exactly even. Baron is gonna run out in 2 minutes. They're never ending on this Baron. This game is exactly even now. Same. 3 Drake for each. Same gold. Baron will run out eventually. It's all Drake, by the way. It's all Drake. 2 minutes until the game is decided. 2 minutes and 10. Holy. This comes down to 40 plus minutes soul fight. Holy shit. They're never ending, I think, on this. Like at most they give an inhib and that's it. They're never losing the game here. They're just gonna play it slow. They can't break this like entire base. They can best case get in Niv, most likely not even that. It's going to Drake. 145 soul for both teams. Game will be decided. 140. Oi, oi, oi. This is a game. Oi, 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 oi.
Still a minute left, and Zeus is going to help by shoving out this mid wave as well.
Banger game, by the way. Last game was kind of banger as well. Please actually win this. Please. Imagine we get 4 or 5 games of this. Come on.
It's a full build Ziggs.
Please, please,
And you
please,
can feel
please.
as well, I think some hesitation from Hanwha here, even with the Baron buff. They know if we lose control of this game, we go down 0-2, fighting back. It's possible, but it's a monumental task. And these two teams, last time they went to 5 was all the way back at road to MSI. That was a crazy series, but the intensity
55.
of the first 2 games.
Looks like HLE will have position, so Genji have to enter. I think Genji should enter from bot instead of mid, because it's easier to go from this angle. It's less warded, less guarded. From mid, it will always be warded and guarded. So I think from bot, best situation for Genji here. But it looks HLE favored so far, because Poppy can hide and ult now. She can hide an ult or ult flash when they try to enter, and they just rush the Drake. They're entering from mid. They're not going from bot. They're going from mid. This is going to be warded and guarded. It will be hard for Genji here, by the way. This is not easy for Genji. It's full warded and full guarded. Keen is kind of making it better by entering from bot. He's also going from mid. This is not going to be easy for Genji. If Poppy gets an ult here and they rush it, it's free, by the way. They should rush it and ult with Poppy right now. Rush, rush, rush. Poppy ult. No, right now. Poppy ult and rush. It's up. Rush, 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 Poppy ult. He's not ulting. Why not? Ult, ult, ult. Delight. Delight, you have to ult. No, no, no. He did it, he did it. Rush, rush, rush. Actually won this. It's GG. Bars no flash. It's 4v5, by the way. 3v5. Oriana's even basing. It's game, by the way. It's game. They're gonna end. We have a series. They're gonna end. They don't have Baron, but I think they end anyway. Ruler no flash. It's fine. Jarvan is fine as well, by the way, and they don't really have waves to play this. Can they? They only have 2 minions and next wave coming, and Oriana Varus have some wave clear with Varus ult coming up and Oriana ult coming up as well. Can they actually do this, by the way? I don't know if they can do this. If they focus on the wave, I don't think they can do this. They use ult for non-wave though. Yeah, they can't do it. Oh, fuck, they got too excited. They got too excited. Wait, they're gonna try to end as well now. Oh no. Oh no. We have to get home. They're gonna try to end as well. Please go home. Please go home. Please go home. They're gonna end. Oh no. Oh no. You have to get home. Get home. Get home. Get home. Get home. I think they can clear the wave. If they get home, they can clear the wave. Holy fuck. Game goes on. Says no, you shall not pass. The ulti connects, stops. It goes to Baron, but they have Cloud Soul. It's so HLE favored now, I think. Yeah, they couldn't end here. They couldn't end. If they kill the Varus, maybe. But with both Oriana and Varus alive, they can always use ult for either fight or wave, right? I don't think they can actually end here. Two-man shockwave into Varus ult. But if they don't do this, like let's say HLE plays it a little bit more back, they're just gonna ult for the wave anyway. So they can't end no matter what. No matter what, not possible. Baron is spawning any second, 20 seconds. But it's very HLE favored with Cloud Soul for sure.
We are at 37 kills, 45 minutes.
For sure HLE favored. Poppy ult will be important next fight. I think Delight did it really well last fight. Probably his first like really good Poppy ult last fight on the Jarvan. Poppy ult here is important. Poppy ult, Poppy ult, Poppy ult. Or E? E or Poppy ult? No? E. Poppy ult. Shuffle, shuffle! Varus has got... Wait, the Sin knocked him back! The Sin knocked him back! No way. Peanut into the play. No way, Peanut into the play! He shuffled him this way and the Sin ult that way and he just stayed over the wall! No, he into the play! No.
Weird.
Both junglers fall.
No.
It ends up being favorable
It was
for
such a good
Geng.
shuffle, and he fucking ulted him back over. Look at Varus in this fight. He gets shuffled, and then Sin ulted back over.
He goes in from Viper into the pit.
It's a free win if he doesn't do that. Look at Peanut and the shuffle. Look, he gets shuffled, and then Sin ulted back over.
Oh, but the ulti from Peanut knocks it back.
No.
He actually saves Ruler. They
Ooh.
weren't coordinated, allowing for Ruler to get the second. He continued to dish out the damage, and then Keen on the front line just melts through HLE.
Oh my god, they're just going to the Baron now.
Okay, he's Onya's it, but still has to walk through the minefield. Now he's at 50%. It's
Viper's 1v9 this game, by the way.
And we've got the Hex Flash
He can't. He has smite. 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 Smite.
Also now having to deal with the Baron.
Nine.
Get rid of the Poppy.
Oh no.
Down goes the Baron. Absolutely required.
Is that it?
Gen G want to win this
Oh
game.
no.
Gentlemen, we have on our hands.
I don't think they can end, by the way. It's gonna go to Baron. It's gonna go to Elder.
The third Baron goes.
It's gonna go to Elder.
The Elder is 2 minutes away. My goodness.
Poppy ult also missed. Yeah, he hasn't had very good Poppy ults this game. He had the one on the Drake earlier, that's it. Because here I think, for example, on the Baron play, right, he should ult much earlier. Like, the first thing he does should just be charging ult. Because imagine they make that play on the Varus while he ulted some people out, you know, then it's completely free. I think he should do it much earlier. Anywho's. This game, most likely going to Elder. I don't think they can end on this Baron either. Similar to how HLE couldn't really push, I think it will be same for Gen G now. Like, they're gonna try to push, but at worst, it's just give Nib and play for HLE. I think it goes to Elder, by the way, this game. So I wonder how long they stay here. Like, you probably stay here for a little bit as Gen G, but at some point you press B with Baron recall and you run to Drake, I think. Is that timing already? 1 minute. Do you push a little bit more, or do you base and run already? Like, one more wave or base already? Maybe one more wave and base, I think. You don't push more. I would say maybe base already. Yeah, look, they're not even pushing more. It's just Drake. There's no play, no? There's no play. Would that be a play anyway? There's no play, no?
To have the confidence to do that, I mean, someone's got to make a play. But if that went wrong, that could have been the game right then and there.
35 Elder.
Wow. Some scary stuff.
Gen G looks to be first, I think. Pop is basing very late if he bases now. I don't think you have time to base, by the way. You can base now? There's no way you can base now. Why is the Poppy basing? You cannot base this late, not 20 seconds? Shouldn't he be here putting a ward? He's so late. He's the last person to arrive. 10 seconds. We don't have a single ward. We see nothing. And we're entering from mid. This will be impossible for HLE, I think. Need to enter from bot. Ooh, Varus ult almost hit Viper. He had to flash. Nice flash by Viper. No ult Varus for like 40 seconds. It's very low cooldown at this point. 30 seconds cooldown, something like that. Yeah, they're entering from bot. This is much better. They should go from bot for sure. Much better.
And Ruler trying to demonstrate that his
Need to sweep this ward. And go from bot again, I think. Don't go from mid. Go from bot, go from bot, go from bot. Seka is doing mid wave. I think they should go from bot.
Mid is going to be quickly pushed in. Peanut going to regain some life off of the camp. Oh, they cancel the light. Genji's going to use this opportunity.
Is he trying to base TP or what, the Poppy?
And try and push them back.
So.
The Fog of War observer showing for us now how little
Cancel
HLE
again.
actually see. Remember that the Gwen can basically solo this, but she's spotted in the middle lane.
If Gwen isn't there, the objective take from Genji isn't
this
actually
doesn't
that
look
fast,
easy.
right? It's Lafella,
Need to go from bot.
Oriana, so
The Poppy needs to base, no?
Gwen is on vision. Hanwha know that it
Hanwha?
can't go down that fast.
It's a battle of attrition when it comes to vision. Right now, both sides are just clearing.
Did he already
what they
base?
can.
Am I trolling?
I'm not entirely sure how many wards both supports have left.
How many wards does the Poppy have? 0, no? Yeah, he hasn't based. Wait, what happened to his TP? Didn't he have spellbook TP? What happened to spellbook TP on the Poppy? Oh my god, we're caught now. Oh no. Okay, we're fine. Wait, what happened to the TP on Poppy? Didn't she have spellbook TP? I don't understand what happened to the Poppy. She has no ward. She had TP as a spellbook summoner. Where's the TP? And the wards. We have no wards, no TP. What happened? No, she had smite and TP, and now she has smite and flash. But she didn't TP, so how does she have flash? Oh, it's so unplayable. They have no vision and they're trying to enter from mid. 6 ults is decent. They got 2 shields only. What, Banshee and Edge of Night, something like this? The light is just in there now. Is this possible, really? Seka's already dead. 9, they lose this game.
Connects from Duro. Stun comes down, but Zeus, I mean, he's Ambessa, so
That's just Elder, right? They can't fight 4v5. They lose this game? Really?
What are they going to do? Genji can either
Really?
or they can play for. It looks like they're playing for Dragon, making sure they get this Elder.
I mean,
which
it's free
should lead
Drake,
into
yeah.
Baron, which that's going to be it, right? The 4th Baron, the 5th Baron does the trick.
Elder Dragon is designed to end games, and Genji is looking to do just that. Zeka dying in the
I don't really use Spellbook myself, but how does the Poppy remove TP from her Spellbook? You have to use it to remove it, no? So how does he remove TP and get flash again?
They couldn't threaten the backline like they could earlier. The ulti from Viper just knocking off
Oh
those
my
spell
God.
shields.
Oh, down to 4.
He's waiting for as long as possible to.
Why didn't he
ensure
just
that
base
there's
TP with
enough
wards?
uptime.
I don't get it. Like, it's impossible to enter here.
But the
They have
TP
no
coming in
wards
from
and they're
Zeka,
entering
he's
from
not
mid.
at the start of the
This
fight,
fight is
forcing the ulti
impossible.
early.
I guess
That
Zeka got
ulti
caught as well.
from
But
Viper doing
what
very
actually happened to
little. Now
Zeka?
just watch
He gets
the
hooked.
ball. Watch Chovy
Yeah,
as
he
he
gets
sets
hooked.
his sights. The hook
Hooked and
connects.
ulted, ulted, into Orianna ulted,
Combo
Draven
comes
ulted,
through.
insta dead.
The one shot onto Zeki. He doesn't even get a chance
Yeah, I couldn't play
to
again.
throw out the Zhonya's. Zeus now very
But
deep
this
in the
angle is so
very
impossible.
little
No
as
wards
he's
and
forced to
entering from
disengage.
this.
And I won't
Yeah, not
translate
easy,
that for you,
this
ladies
one.
and gentlemen, although if you know, you definitely know. And it's understandable as we do finally see that back come through from Delight. Canyon and Duro.
Exodia about to be
back.
exampled.
Yeah, exactly. This is looking pretty good as we've got just over a minute and a half of Elder still.
So the TP ran out, right? That's the only explanation.
What are you doing down there?
The good old split push and zigs.
He has the
Do they
TP,
survive
he
this
can always
Elder?
join
It's
at a moment's
130 for
notice.
Elder,
The
and they're gonna have
Genji
Baron
control
on
is
top.
just so much
I don't know if they can
superior to
survive
Genji
this,
on
by
the
the
top of
way.
jungle,
This is
though.
not possible,
HLE
or?
can't
They have
afford
Elder,
to fight, they have
Baron.
to stall, and they have the
They're just
chance
gonna
to
have
do it.
one lane it, no? They go top all together or mid all together. How do you do this? They're just gonna dive you. Keep in mind this timer, okay? Up here, top left. When Elder says 3:30, it is out. So in 1 minute and 8 seconds. 1 minute and 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
Could be in a little bit of trouble here as
This
they
play will be
look to
huge
take
for the
it
game
down.
if they can kill
He's
Keen here. They can, no? He's
flashed
dead.
the ulti out of Zeus.
He's dead.
Looking to use
But look at the
cover.
base. They have no fast recalls.
Keen buys a bit of time.
It's game, or?
He is now dead, and they've got a minion wave coming on.
They have only one minion.
Genji might be able to get
Hey,
the
hey,
fight.
stay! One guy stay, no? Stay, Asir! Stay!
He's looking to stop these backs. He's got it.
Stay, I think. Stay! No, stay and push, or? Stay and push! Why is he not pushing with Asir? Why did he base? Why did he base?
Phenomenal! Absolutely phenomenal! How both teams continue to find ways
Someone
to
should have
outplay
stayed.
the other.
They could have pushed here and chased the recalls.
HLE
I guess it's fine, it's fine. Like, the Elder is out. They survived. It's fine.
And then they nailed it. Beautifully done. Don't expect that.
Elder's
to
out in
happen
10
again.
seconds. The game is fine.
And the legacy of Teddy's not
We're,
enough.
we are,
Elder
as
is
crazy
about
as
to
it sounds,
time out.
probably going to the
And
next
still
Elder.
20 seconds on the clock.
It's not an
We
Elder was
need
not
a bigger
enough.
Elder.
They still have Baron. I don't think they can push. Elder is out, but they still have Baron. I don't think they can push.
As Mega Inferno Bomb comes down, but it's eaten by a whole bunch
Like,
of
at best they get
shields.
what in it, but it doesn't really matter. They can't push this.
Oh my god!
Okay,
It's going to
Viper,
next
calm
Drake.
down a little bit.
This game.
Some wards behind them, but how am I alive?
Yeah, there's one more. I can
Yeah,
highlight
Viper is
it really
completely
well.
1v9 in this game. He hasn't even died yet.
As
All right. Well,
oh my god!
Please, HLE, win this. Like, I want this 4 or 5 games. I feel like if HLE lose this game, it's just a 3-0. They need to win this game to have a chance this series. I think without this game, they just get 3-0. They need this so fucking badly. It's going to Elder.
This is a rounding error.
He swapped it back. The only way it swaps back is if it runs out. You can't actually swap it back. So the TP ran out then. That's the only explanation. You can't actually like click and swap it back. It just runs out then.
Genji, the Baron buff, still 30 seconds left, but it feels
So he
like
had
they were
TP
just
for too
waiting
long
for
then,
an
I guess.
Elder. The wave clear of Ziggs Azia. I mean, it gives me like season 1, season 2.
But why he doesn't
vibes.
TP back earlier, like base and TP back earlier, I don't understand. He should have done that way earlier.
HLE looking to try
20
and defend
seconds.
this inner turret.
Could flashy the Orianna in this situation, no? With Poppy.
No.
She has no Sonya and she's next to the wall. No shield from 6 ult. Oh, sorry.
Oh, we did almost.
I need to reset it like
Zodiac point
this way.
5 minutes ago.
Otherwise it's
Remember
bugged.
that, guys? That did happen,
Sorry about
I
that.
was a much younger man then.
right?
Yeah.
That did happen.
So young and naive, full of
You know,
promise.
this may actually be the longest game I've ever cast in my,
Well, I
in my
wasn't
10-year
actually
career.
there for the 92 minute. That was Papa and Achilles. So this might be my
We can check
longest
after the
as
game how
well.
I don't think I broke the
Spellbook
hour.
works, but I think it actually runs out, by the
I
way.
don't think I've ever broken an hour before. I don't know, but hey, I'm all here for it.
We can check
An
after.
LCK matchup
I also
was
need to give you the
very
replay on that
excited for, but
Drake
for it to
fight,
deliver in such an
whichever one it
LCK
was,
way
when
as
Gwen was
well.
fighting
Hey,
Ambessa.
it might be over an
We
hour,
need that
but it could
replay,
also
and we
be
can check
over
the spellbook
3
how it
hours
works
in
exactly.
theory, because it has
Because
not
I think
ended
it does
yet.
run out.
But let's just see.
If you have it too long, it runs out, I think. There's no other way to remove, I'm pretty sure.
Actually,
It's
who
use
else?
or
Was it
run
only-
out.
I
You
didn't
cannot
check.
actually
Is it
swap
only
it like to
Ruler that has
the
Gathering
original
Storm?
summoner. You can swap it to another one, you know? He could swap his TP to another one he doesn't actually have. But he can't swap it to Flash, because Flash is his normal summoner. So it's only possible then by running out or using it.
So,
Anyway, we check
obviously,
after,
we're
not
just
important.
talking right
Let's
now
focus on the
for
Drake, 1
Heroes at
minute.
home, but that's because we're just waiting a minute until the Elder Dragon. When you're this late into the game,
If
that's
Hex
really
Flash
all the
goes
game is
back to
about.
Flash
The
teleport,
gold
will
is
we get
pretty
removed
much
and go to
irrelevant.
cooldown? Oh yeah, it's that bug, I remember, I
They're all
checked this, it's a
buying
bug, yeah.
pots, they're all just spending
It's because of
gold
Hex
wherever they
Flash.
can. Canyons-
Hex Flash bugs it.
Wards, he's bought a Knight's Vow. It's just
Actually, you cannot swap it back other than using it unless you have Hex Flash and then it's bugged. That is correct, yes.
All that matters is
I remember I
securing
checked this
Elder
at some point,
Dragon.
you're right.
It will
It's a
all come
bug.
down to execution. And to be honest, even if Genji win a fight, if they don't kill
I can show you after the bug. We focus on the game now. 25 seconds, Drake. Genji looks to have positioning here. I would love if HLE enter from bot side instead of mid. I think this is way easier. This section is so hard to enter from, the ramp and mid section. I would love them to go from bot. Love to see them to go from bot.
4 Cloud Drakes. All right,
Here it is.
the Elder has spawned. One last reset.
Like
but
this
no,
mid wave
they're
into
gonna
run into
get
jungle and then
that
enter from
one
bot, I think
Genji
is
will
correct.
converge onto this dragon. They have the
That or
vision
you send a
advantage.
Hail Mary mid
As
push,
Phenom
I don't
shows
know.
himself, he
I
does
don't
have
really
the
see
control
it.
down.
I would
They
rather go
see
from
that
bot.
none of Genji are at this area.
This
They're
angle
setting
is
up
really
our
hard for
way.
HLE. I don't like
Ball
this.
goes
I don't
forward.
like this. Oh
Canyon
no,
looks to
oh
get the
no,
knockup.
oh
He
no,
does
oh
find it.
no, oh
There's
no,
the
oh no. We need to help. We need to help. We need to help. We need to help. We need to get in there. We need to help him. We need to help him. Get in there.
He tries to get himself out of there and he survives. He's dodging the needlework. He
Help him. Help him.
be traded for this one. July
This
goes
game.
in, looks for the angle that they've managed to take.
Why don't they go in and help him?
They move themselves forward.
It's too late.
Viper's still alive. The Emperor survives.
They have to go, you know. They have to go.
But it's 1 Ziggs and an Ambessa against
The second he gets
all
GA'd, you just gotta go.
on top of Zeus. Genji, I mean, they haven't
GG's.
managed to do that thing we were saying, but they may just
NT,
take the
NT.
Nexus down instead.
HLE should have won
All
this.
it
It's
took
crazy to
was a
lose this.
single pick onto Peanut.
So
This
many
late into the
mistakes
game, the
in-
death time is so long.
in crucial
Viper
moments.
Alone, I don't think he has enough to hold the line.
Gabi.
Let's see what he can do. He's got that health bar back
I don't know how you
up yet
recover
again.
from this.
I mean,
This
there
game
are no
destroys you, I
minions.
think.
As Mega Inferno Bomb deals with that wave, but he needs another one for the next. Zeus
this
doing
game. He can't.
such a good
No matter
job
what.
as they look to take down the Nexus Stars.
This
The
game,
Nexus
this game.
is now exposed. Zeus, he finds one, and there it is.
Absolute
GG
cinema
will
game.
reach match point.
They made so many mistakes in the end. They actually should win this. After they get sold, literally every fight had some problem, you know. Everything had a problem they did from this point. Someone getting caught, misplaying team fight, small thing going wrong, something just fucked, you know. I'm gonna check the Drake fight because that's the one I'm most curious about. It was which fight? Soul fight? It's this one, no? Yeah, because this fight, I was watching Ambessa versus Gwen, because in my mind, that decides everything. If Gwen wins up here, she takes over the fight. If Ambessa wins up here, she takes over the fight, right? So this fight for me was all I was looking at. Gwen versus Ambessa right now. But what happened to Chovy? So I'm going to look down here this time. What happens to Chovy? He gets tagged by Sig Spell, then Azir fails to play. He just doesn't flash, I guess. Yeah, he just doesn't flash. His Sonias is late. And dies. Orianna needed to flash earlier, no? Like right now. This Poppy E, he needs to flash. Not easy to react to. Wait, who did the Poppy E? Airborne. Stunned. I don't understand what happened. The Poppy E the Nautilus? No? Or it got cancelled? No, wait, I'm trolling. It was Poppy E, yeah. Yeah, he needs to flash earlier. Chovy needs to flash like right now. Flash. By the time he gets Poppy E, he dies. I wonder if he flashes that if they actually win. Because he still has ult, no? Did he use ult or did he just die with it? He got ult off right before he died, I guess. Which actually killed Delight and put Peanut in GA. But I feel like if he flashed, maybe it was playable, yeah. Gabi game. Gabi. This was banger game.
For Genji.
Ran out of words to describe how good
Mid lane champion pool is kinda out. I would say Aurora is the biggest one to be thought about. For jungle, Kiana still open, that's banned. For top lane, Cassante is still open, and Sion as well. Cassante Sion.
Oh my god, I haven't even finished my sent. There it is, the respect to Duro.
The Blitzcrank ban does come on through.
I guess
There
they're
is one
scared
thing
of like
I do
Maokai
need to
Blitzcrank
say,
or
a
something
little
like
bit
that.
of a PSA from the last game. I did say something wrong. I said it was a 92-minute game. It was a 94-minute game. So there, Achilleos, I corrected myself. I hope you're happy. One last ban to come on through here for Genji. We'll see what they do take away. It would be very funny if it was a Silas ban.
Sion?
Because
It's
Silas.
Sion?
But
No.
I guess it's not going to be either
Well,
of the
Trundle is
side
still
champions.
up.
Yeah, is Sion just... Well, these two teams just said, yeah,
Aurora is
Sion
banned.
stay.
Mid champion pool very small now. Kinda playing random champ mid like Ori or Silas mid. Ori Silas matchup mid maybe. That would be banger actually. Akali. Not really. Syndra? Chovy doesn't play Syndra.
Like game 1 and game 2, HLE had a very clear game plan of how they wanted
It's
to
like
approach
Ori
the
versus
series.
Silas or something. Rumble first
Game
pick.
3, though, they're
But
gonna
Sion
rely
is
on
open.
comfort, and why wouldn't you?
Don't you just
I
go
mean,
Sion or
it's against
Cassante into this?
the
Or
wall.
Ornn? No, he goes
Favorite
Ornn, of course.
Genji.
Wait, they might do the Yone, Ornn. What else did they play with this? Yone, Ornn, Kaisa, Jarvan, Rakan, right? They literally just played this draft not too long ago. Wasn't it? Exactly this situation? Skarner.
The Skarner, this is something that Canyon was.
I mean, it's Canyon special, right? They really like this Skarner, especially with Asir, but there's no Asir. So what do you play it with?
This is something that Genji could do. Everyone else tried to replicate it, and it looked a little silly.
There's a
Where is
Sion
the Sion
over the
instead?
Ornn.
That is going to be the answer into the Rumble.
So Ornn was at the forefront of my mind. Another one was actually the Cassante, which
Getting Sion game 3 feels crazy, you know? Best top laner on the patch, you get that. 1-2 game 3.
And I think the Skarner
Crazy, no? To take Rumble over Sion?
Rumble is such an insane
Or not
combo.
Sion in game 1 if you're HLE. Like last game it was banned, but in game 1 you could have taken it. In this game you could have taken it and you just give it over. That's kind of crazy, I think.
It's the case in game 2 very, very clearly.
There's a Skarner.
This would
It's Canyon
track with
special, I
that.
think.
Would give you opportunity of a counter pick.
What is a good matchup into Skarner jungle? Hecarim? Amumu? What is good matchup into
She's
Skarner?
playing with her heart.
Yeah, not the Shyvana is not playing with her
Trundle?
hearts. That's,
I like Trundle,
that's
yeah.
making us feel a little bit upset.
Trundle into Sion is good as well.
Pretty good Trundle angle.
Yes.
I think
Do you pick mid laner here next to this Trundle, or do you take AD carry, or how do you do it? Because mid laners are kind of all out from either Fearless or Ban. So I'm not even sure if there's a prio mid anymore. Like maybe there's just a support you can pick here. Like could you just go Rakan here? Is that crazy? Just Rakan here? It's not that crazy, no? Or Alistar? Alistar or
Tanks, checkmate.
Alistar or Rakan here? Not bad, no?
He didn't even do so well in the awesome.
Yeah, there's the Rakan. I like it.
So not
Ooh,
necessarily something
Delight's
we'd
Rakan.
expect.
We were talking about this at breakfast.
This is gonna get matched by Alistar, I think, right away.
Chronicler, Delight's
Or
pretty good,
Bard.
right?
They could do Bard. They have Bard, Alistar. They could still play Leona. Maybe it's fine actually to go down. Like you could pick Kaisa here and ban for it. Like pick Kaisa, ban Saya. I think it's not bad.
I say the greatest team in the LCS.
Actually, that's a really good
We can have that discussion.
situation, no? Ban Saya, pick Kaisa. That's good, no?
That team relied on his sense of engages so heavily. I think that the Poppy unfortunately didn't quite have the mark, particularly that I've seen Delight have on that exact champion. But this is pure comfort
Victor
for
with
him, and
ban.
already you have so much setup here for the Rumble. As
I think Genji should ban Saya. HLE should ban
Don't
Kaisa.
like it?
No!
I've seen so many highlight reels of him
No, I
doing...
know!
I know, but like,
No.
it's not the fun way for Genji to win.
There's-
You know?
So, okay,
Okay, guys, I'm just going to say, like, I feel like there's very few champions that Chovy kind of isn't known for. And I feel like that there was a very famous clip of him versus Faker and some stuff happening in top lane. And
that was a great best of one. Or best of 3, but that specific game was
There's a
really
Saya
good.
ban. I think you just match
but I'm
this
looking
with
at this
Kaisa
top
ban.
side, And I know.
And then you have to think about like, do you want to play against Alistar with your Rakan? You want to play against Bard with your Rakan? Which one do you hate the most? Is Caitlyn annoying? Like Caitlyn Bard 4-5 is really good for Genji, you know? Caitlyn Bard 4-5 goes really hard, I think. So you don't want to give that no matter what, I would say. Ban Kaisa and Caitlyn or Bard.
The way that I think about
I would say.
Trundle, like the pillar, I don't like it.
I mean, HLE has set up beautifully in this game.
Braum
They
ban.
also-
They're scared about Lucian Braum.
Like, they could also pick Annie here.
But
if they
isn't
wanted to. They could
Kaisa
go
more
Rise
good
a
for
special,
ruler
just,
and
it would be just a Wukong
Caitlyn
away.
Bard
I have actually reconsidered.
than
I do
Braum?
it,
Like
'cause if
Braum
it
Lucian, would that
comes
really
out
be
alive,
that good?
bring
Because
it
it's
up
good
again
matchup for your
There he is.
Rakan.
Finally
Come
caught
around
on.
on it.
He's twigged. It's perfect.
Maybe
I love that.
it's
All
actually
right,
good.
so let's
Eastern
see what
team
the
Lucian
last
Braum
man is
looks
here on
pretty
Genji's
good.
side. Could be a Kaisa
normally.
or something like that. We wanted to
Lucian,
do
maybe?
the
On
Kaisa
Gen G
Rakan angle.
side, I'd be very surprised if Gen G went for Kaisa. I think they want to do the
As
opposite.
in
of
banning it, yeah.
Oh yeah. That makes a ton of sense.
Smolder.
Smolder.
The obvious
Smolder ban.
that is in this
That makes sense though, no?
I wrote
That
a
makes
list of
sense.
champions that I
Sion
expect
Skarner, you're
because
probably
I
playing
know
one more
it's not on
tank.
that
Makes
list.
sense, no? Smolder.
Oh, no, you go on. We're fine.
That's
Okay.
all good.
Also those flex for HLE. They can play it mid or AD this
That's what we're
game.
looking at.
Guys,
If
I
they're
think
banning
So it's a
last
double
game
ban for
went
mid
to
and
like
AD.
65 minutes, so...
Guys, I
Both
have
both
a
the
feeling Zeka
Viper
might be
and
thinking
Zeka play
about
it.
an Akali Silas angle.
I do like the Akali.
Lulu ban.
Yeah, but it depends on what this AD carry is. If they even
They
lock
give
it in.
Kaisa here? Kaisa's Giga here, no?
There aren't really
You
many.
You just
Zaya's
go
gone,
Kaisa Bard
obviously,
and
so with
play the
Zaya
game, or
gone,
Kaisa Alistar,
no
Kaisa Bard,
Braum,
play the game.
Specifically, no Lulu.
Go Leona? They go Leona Jin and really.
Kaisa
hone
Bard,
in on-
Kaisa Alistar, and you
Oh
play the
God,
game, I
not
think.
Jin. Don't say that.
Good.
If you manifested a Jin right here, I'm going to be quite bothered. A
If
Caitlyn
it's
could be an
There's the
Leona
Bard.
or Bard, it will be Jin.
Ooh.
Oh,
Okay.
no.
I think it's just Kaisa on 5 and you're chilling.
The reason why I
Completely
think
chilling.
Akali
If they
is
go
good
Kaisa,
is,
you go
like, I don't
Caitlyn, also
actually
chilling.
think there's enough to
And
stop
what does Viper
Akali
even
just
do
kind of
here?
doing
You do
what
Sivir,
it
no?
wants to do.
Must be Sivir
There's
here.
also a Silas
But Caitlyn on
angle,
5 is
just
so
'cause it's
annoying.
Zeka.
Oh my god. I think you have to do Sivir, but it's so annoying Caitlyn on 5. But you have to, I think. You just have to take it. You have no choice. Because if you do Kaisa, you get Caitlyn, can't play. You do Caitlyn, you get Kaisa, probably also can't play. Also not good with Rakan, right? Caitlyn, Rakan doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Best picks, right?
So you only have one option, I think. It's only Sivir.
It's really interesting though because
And this
Alistair is
should
very
be
good
like,
into
what,
Trundle
Ahri?
No, I know.
But,
But that's what I'm
Trundle
saying.
What else you can play?
maybe also
Ahri,
gonna
you can
get
play...
this.
I honestly don't even know what people play in mid
Right,
at this
what's
point.
the final locking going to be for Zeka? I
Should be Ahri, no?
feel like it could be an Akali.
Akali, I'm not sure.
Wouldn't mind it.
Yone.
The Yone angle,
Okay.
and he
Oh,
just locks it in. Zeka's
I like it.
Yone alongside
There's the Kaisa.
Zeus'
It's Caitlyn or
Rumble.
Kaisa,
If
I
this
think. But
doesn't
I feel
give
like once
us
you see
the
Yone,
game
you know
four,
enemy's full
just give
dive,
Genji
and
the
you go
trophy,
Kaisa, no? For
man.
escape. I feel like if, let's say, this
I
Yone
would be
was
surprised if we get a Kaisa here. I
a
feel like
control mage,
they want
then
a
you could
little bit
definitely go
more
Caitlyn here,
range,
because there's not
maybe
that much
not
dive
Shield.
on you.
Okay,
But
they're
now
gonna
when there's a Yone,
So
you
the
need an
only
escape on
reason
your
why
AD.
it
So I think
surprises
Kaisa
me
make
a
more
little bit
sense.
is because while Kaisa
Because all of a
definitely has
sudden,
both, especially
Rakan,
if you go
Rumble,
for hybrid
Yone
build,
is a
like
dive
W,
comp, you know? But
she
minus the
wants
Yone,
to
let's say,
fight
for whatever reason, that
backwards.
was...
And
Just
the
take a
rest of
mage,
the comp
any
doesn't
mage,
really.
Serat,
They wanna
Vel'Koz, then
play
you're not
front to
diving, you know?
back, and they
Playing
wanna
front to
play
back.
with range, and
But
they
now it's
wanna
full dive
play around
instead.
their tanks as much as possible.
Yeah, and you'd really like to have
I like the
someone that
Kaisa
can
here.
pump out a lot of damage
I'd
because
probably
you
do
only
same.
are a two-carry composition,
Caitlyn if they play
Well,
more
I do think
passive
Kaisa
comp,
can do a lot of
Kaisa if
damage.
they play
but you won't put
more
yourself in harm's way.
active
Rumble
comp,
and Yone-
something like this.
Well, I also
Sivir.
think that Kaisa Bard is... I think this is a very miserable...
Yeah.
What is it with Game 3s, Genji and Humble Life Esports, and this
I'll
being
move.
the outcome? This is what happened in the LCK final as well. The last time, HLE did
I
manage
think
to take
I
the game,
like
but
Genji comp
the
more.
series was nowhere near
They have
as
Bard into
tumultuous as
Rakan.
what we have seen so far today.
Ruler
And
Kaisa,
Rumble Life,
they
you
have
Team
Sion,
Rumble
which I think is
with
better than
Rumble
Rumble.
Life. You have Zeus on his Rumble.
Skarner's the only one I don't
Melee
really
champion,
understand, like
synergize
Victor,
with
Yone,
Rumble.
same,
And
same, I
Life,
think,
if
tier 2
this
champion,
doesn't
both of
do it,
them.
I don't know what will.
Yeah.
Skarner is the only one I don't really know how
This
strong it
sounds
is.
like
I think
Caitlyn,
for
Jin,
sure Trundle
Zeri.
should be stronger, but I don't know like how much stronger, how useful Skarner actually is. It's very Canyon specific, you know, no one else plays this.
But this is Ruler. This is a guy
But I think I
that's
prefer
very
Genji comp.
good
Does,
at
does,
Kaisa.
does Ruler play Zeri? I'm not...
Yeah, I've seen that.
Hey, gentlemen.
Feel like they got
he's
better
locked in
bot, better
Kaisa.
top.
And ultimately, we'll see how he pilots the champion, because we're getting
We will.
ready for
And mid
game
should outscale,
3,
right?
and we're
Victor
hoping for
outscaled
game
Yone, or
4.
similar
Genji
scaling?
with match point as
Victor a
we
little bit
load
more.
onto Summoner's Rift. You can see Peanut still in high spirits, having a little bit of a dance here. As here we are, this could be it for our first best
Top
of
lane
5.
with Rakan and
second
Sivir.
best of 5
What are they
of
looking
Worlds
for? Some kind of swap?
2025, if you include
Or they
IG
scared
versus
enemy will
T1
swap, maybe?
all those days ago. And remember, log into your Riot account on lolesports.com and watch Worlds live to earn exclusive Worlds emotes, icons, and capsules. And I needed to make sure.
I think this will be a
that,
3-0,
you know,
my
I let
feeling.
you guys know
I think
that
last
right
game
now,
just broke them
because
completely.
we may
I
spend a lot
I
of
don't know
time
what they're doing in
on
between
this
games,
game,
but
'cause it might be
needs some
over
fucking
quickly
therapy session
if
after last game, I
HLE
think.
manage to get their fangs in.
Which feels wrong. Or you mean,
Yeah.
oh, for Home Alive. But that's
Yeah.
good. I thought you meant the series as a whole.
Oh, no, no,
So
no,
many
no.
small things that
Yeah,
ended
I
up
am a little
making the
disappointed to see
difference.
double scorch. Did
I'd
we not learn the
imagine
lesson from
it
last
was
game?
hard to reset after last game.
Well, that's free stats.
No, they're like.
I'm
surely
feeling
just
Genji
gonna look
3-0
again. You know, you call the bluff of the last game.
after last game.
Yeah,
I think if
honestly,
HLE
like,
won last game, it would have been a
all
5-game
for
series, but now I'm
long,
just feeling
much
3-0 at this
way
point.
clearer is that last one.
Wait, Anivia got buffed. Kobe keeps telling me.
Oh, she did, yeah.
I mean, we saw her this tournament.
I know.
How long was the last game? Like
So, as you
55
can
minutes
see,
or something? No, yeah,
normally you'd
you
expect
literally need a
double red
therapy session after
champion,
this.
get
Just
that
talk
over
it
the
out,
bio,
30
don't make a
minutes.
ton of sense. But
However,
Viper
how is everyone
starting with
feeling?
W,
Let it all
already
out.
looking to get
But don't have
control
time for
of
this, you
that
know?
wave.
You just have to go
In the
next.
mid lane,
Reset
we very
fast and
much
go next.
expect
It's so
Chovy
hard, I
to
think.
have lane
After a game
prior.
like that.
Victor
Hey!
is a very oppressive lane bully.
I'm gonna
Zeka gonna
refresh.
be using the
Sorry, just so we don't get this more. Why is it not working now? Hello? I'm not dropping frames, am I?
is a very oppressive lane bully.
That's
Zeka
weird.
gonna be
Now
using
we're
the
a
fleet
bit...
With some shove towards his bottom side.
I don't know what's
necessarily
happening. I don't know what's happening. I'm just gonna leave
anywhere
it.
else. The early laning of the Scion being
Sorry about that.
Very, very good, as you can see, 3
I don't have
to
internet
12
issues, but
top
for
side
some
of
reason
that
it's not
first
working
couple waves
anyway.
being well and truly in Keen's favor.
I do also like to always think, particularly with how close
dropped
the
0
series has
frames,
been,
no?
even
Yeah,
though
0.
it's 2-0 for Genji right now, could have very well gone the other way. What you're also picking away from your opponent in Fearless, right? And when you look at that, I do actually think that both the Kai'Sa pickup as well as the Yone pickup, to me, carry crazy amounts of value. I think Viper has been the standout Kai'Sa in the LCK for a very long time, and then Chovy's Yone really doesn't need an explanation. Although we are seeing Zeka, as expected, as you highlighted, Vedi really struggling, which pre-6 is always going to be the case.
I mean, that's assuming we even get there. Chronicler, let's
I am
not jump
optimistic.
ahead. I
I'm
know
optimistic.
we are obviously very excited for the possibility of more games in this series.
Trundle
but
is invading.
Right now, Genji have just
Skip
been
the camp.
getting the better.
He's ganking or
HLE when it
invading
comes to
something.
the team fights. Those have been
What
the
is happening
deciding
here? He's
moments.
invading.
As Peanut looking to leverage the bot lane push.
Nice
as he
invade,
steals
actually.
away
How does he know he has
jungle
no
camp from
smite
Canyon,
on his
and he's gonna
corner?
secure the
Did you
bot
see him
grab as
smite
well.
somewhere?
I like the skin choice as well. When you
It's a really smart invade if you know enemy doesn't have smite and you have smite, but how does he know that?
And so does Keen. It's just kind of nice. Like
Oh, Peanut, I love this. Because he knows that, oh, Kane's going to try and double cross him, but there's a ward. Because Peanut
and
knows...
immediately turns around.
Yeah, Peanut knows he wants to play, and he doesn't have bot side prio. He does a mid lane prio, though, and Chovy is...
Delight is
I think
moving
Canyon
up.
thought
he has
that he
to
didn't
catch
see.
the wave.
Well, Delight is going to move in. Duro's on a
He has
ward.
to yell
as
here
Viper's
or
going to
get
move up as
portal,
well.
I
2
guess.
versus 3 as Peanut makes his way over. Canyon does manage to get the crab. And HLE not quite able to punish as, never mind, traffic cone goes up again. Canyon's like, I'll reverse out of here. It'll be fine.
Well, I will say this was an ambitious play from Peanut. The idea being to deny as much away from Canyon as possible, but a lot of time was spent, which not really,
That
which
supercharge is
didn't
beautiful.
really result in any benefit gained. He will now move towards his Krugs, but yeah, his jungle camp clear timing is now going to be a little bit awkward. He'll have to reset and then path back towards his top side, where he'll look to secure that top grab, I imagine.
Yeah, right now HLE building themselves a little bit of an advantage as far as how these lanes are doing. Zeus managing to pull himself back in the lead. No, this guy is pretty good at playing the Rumble. We'll see how it develops as this game goes on. And Zeka is a great Yone player, but you're always just
I
going
wonder
to
if
have
he freezes that mid.
tough
He doesn't know.
times. Stage.
Yeah, he
I gotta
doesn't.
say though, I think he actually already bounced back really well. I think Chovy was really trying heavily to push the wave to help his jungler, right? Because Canyon wanted to play for the crab.
And Zeka does have a lead, which is crazy.
yeah, I
Looking at
think-
those health bars, I was like, well, obviously, he's been having a tough
He's not
time.
TPing mid,
once the
actually.
wave is catch, I think
He's holding
he'll
his
basically
TP.
equalize.
It's a TP
But
advantage
what
on
happens is that
Zeka
Chovy
here.
used all his skills on the wave, trying to get push so that he could rotate to help Canyon. But then Zeka obviously won the trades because he wasn't getting poked out.
No swaps
Chovy
either
was
from
trying to just keep his control. And
from
that
bot
does
lane. It
mean,
looks
if
like
you
Silver is
go
just walking back
into
bot,
6
so
with no
unless
deficit,
Kai'Sa
that's
walks
just
top right now
straight up
and
winning, right? For
she is actually
Yone,
walking top right now.
just wants to get through lane.
Sion's gonna base TP
Doesn't
then.
have to teleport. He holds on
It's
to
a
it.
swap
He walks
here.
all the way back to lane.
Unmatched
Well, I think the other
swap,
big thing
swap
for
here.
Yone as
It's gonna be
well
Kai'Sa
is
versus Rumble and Sion versus
early
Sivir.
on, you often prioritize
Sivir's already bot.
Zerka's
I don't think she will ever
moves,
push and move bot.
just
Top, sorry.
because it-
She's most
I mean,
likely
it's
just
just such a
staying bot at
good
this
item.
point. So maybe Drake for
You'll
HLE here.
notice Zeka picking up Vampiric Scepter
I
because
like this
he
if they get the
knows
Drake. Keep
how
their bot
much
lane bot.
damage
Get the
Chovy's
Drake.
gonna be throwing out. So when you combine that with
Would be nice, no? If they can do Drake here.
along with the
Like
life
right now.
steal from,
It's free Drake,
both
I think.
the Vampiric Scepter and also the healing he's going to get from his fleet footwork. It's going to make this laning phase a lot easier for him.
Yeah, he's starting it
Chovy's
now.
back as a result is a little awkward though, because
So unless you get Dove top here as Rumble, is just winning for HLE. But Canyon is actually here, and Duro might cross. Okay, we have a fight. We have a fight.
Whoa, Peanut,
Bard is running all the way, and Sion is gonna fight this with level advantage. This is not free by any means for HLE. It's just Kai'Sa versus Rumble and 4v4 bot side.
The bottom side laning against Viper. Viper.
And Zeka's low, but he has TP.
Not going to connect onto Chovy there as Duro makes his way around. He's looking for a few
Maybe nothing happening now.
As Equalizer is making sure that tempo is controlled here by Zeus as he looks to push Ruler away. Really good side steps here as once again Peanut tries his luck at the Dragon.
I don't like this from HLE.
Double teleports coming on forward here at the same time as Delight and Zeka make
This is
their
not
way
free
back onto
at
the
all.
map. The benefit here of Zeka making sure that he held on to that
Oh,
summoner
no.
spell.
This
Peanut
looks
could be
bad
in
now.
trouble though, as you can see only level 5 for the Trundle. He'll have to flash if he wants to get out, and he does so. Canyon doesn't necessarily need to, and he decides to double back. Viper in a lot of trouble as the Arcane Storm
TP from
going
Rumble.
slow.
It's 5v4 eventually for HLE here, but it's a long TP. It's pre-10 minutes. It takes a while.
The Cosmic Binding, and in the meantime, HLE
1 for
also
0,
pushing
but
them
they had
out
to use
on
TP
the
for
other
this.
side, as Duro going for some funny business, and Delight throws up the
think that's it, yeah.
Genji
Not much more happening.
emote,
They got
as
Drake and 1
Genji
kill. Not
still
bad,
do
but
manage to back
Rumble had
away,
the
but
TP for it.
Bard is lying on the floor of the
I guess
jungle.
that's why they were
Very
forcing, right?
awkward interaction.
The only reason why you
Quite
can
frankly,
force, because
Peanut
4v4 is
didn't
not
have the
really
authority
winning.
to start that Dragon off.
The only reason why they
He was
start
forced to
that is
flash
because
out
Rumble
very
can
early
TP.
on. He was collapsed
That's the
on
whole
by
idea, I
Genji,
think. Because
but
4v4 it looks
Genji
sketchy,
had already carried
but they
top
know
lane.
when they start that Rumble can
Victor
TP, so it's just
doesn't do
5v4.
any damage
I
this
know,
early on
I
into the
know, I
game.
told you, this
And
is-
so in the extended fight, HLE is just going to win because they have more skirmishing power. So as we look at this, the collapse from Genji is good. You get the flash out from Peanut. But the moment that Zeka arrives, all of a sudden the landscape changes because the damage just kind of disappears. Zeka gets to force Dura out, Viper flashes away to safety. Meanwhile, on the other side of the fight, Genji's just forced to retreat.
And there's the teleport invested to really solidify that this was going to go fully the way. If they get another kill as well, could have been a big deal there if Zeus is able to pick it up. But as we highlighted, he did use his ultimate on the top wave.
Grubs are spawning in
That
now,
is
and
an
Trundle
early
is
objective
already
lead as
doing
well
them.
as a kill.
Camera on
Going
grubs,
over
camera on
the
grubs.
Viper. And
How
if
many
you're
grubs
just
have he already
tuning in,
done?
you're
He's
like,
done 1, no?
why?
At least.
Yeah,
Why are we only on
One,
game 2?
Is
one
this
is
game 4? This
one
doesn't make
is
sense.
already
It's not,
done.
and it's
There's
because
a
of
fight
that
here.
man
Skarner has
who's
ulti.
already
Trundle is
sitting
dead.
on
Trundle is
gold
dead.
lane.
Yeah, Canyon going for another drive though. Let's see, the suppression does come on through as Canyon holds Peanut in place, but subjugation is very
Wait, where did Zeka go?
powerful. Chovy in so much trouble, but he keeps himself alive. Delight tries to get out,
Wait.
and Ruler with the ulti is
Wait.
going to take him down. It's a double.
What just
for the
happened?
Kaiser as
What
Genji.
just happened?
I don't know how they're doing it, but they're winning the team fights.
A lot
What
of
just
ultis
happened?
unavailable for HLE, but they still try to contest the objective. Zeka looking for the extended trade. His ulti's coming up very soon, but it's not up just yet.
Yeah, Zeka is
Why
able
didn't they
to
peel
at
for the
least push
Trundle?
away, but the
They
grub's
went for the
being taken
Victor,
down.
and then he
I
just
love
walked
that all of
out.
this is
Or?
happening. Kane's like,
What
yeah, I can
happened?
take the grubs, it's fine.
Yeah.
I'm not bothered.
I need to see this
Some
again.
loading in his face.
Yeah.
And,
I need to
he
see
is
this again.
Skarner's obviously
Like, I
delighted
get
with
that
only a
Peanut
hammer,
gets
not gonna
caught, he has no
get the
flash, and
through
Skarner
him.
uses ult for him. But why are they not helping him?
This time
Or,
around,
if they're not
Johanna
helping him,
getting
why
a
are they not killing the
lot of
Victor?
cooldowns,
So
not
Rakan misses W.
immediate second
Then
wave
Yone
of Peanut, and Chovy
is here
somehow
and fails the
waiting it
E.
out because Zeka doesn't have his ultimate. That could have been the lockdown that would have allowed him
Oh,
to take down
fuck.
that Victor.
Miss Rakan
Yeah,
W,
HLE
Yone
should've just
failed
accepted, hey, we
E.
got that earlier dragon. We're
You know, if they
happy with
peel
that.
for the
They
Trundle,
wanted
I
more,
actually
they
think they
wanted to
win
deny
that.
Genji as
Because he
much
was
as
not actually
possible.
one-shot.
The
He had
key
ult,
difference,
and he
Ruler was there
survived
in the
for a
fight this
very
time
long
round.
time.
Viper,
If they just peel for the Trundle there, I think it was playable. But if they don't peel, they need to at least kill the other guy or get his flash or something. He just walked out. Oh, yeah, the Rakan W and Yone. Ah, it's fine, it's fine. Drop.
But as you point out, Chronicler,
Oh,
that's a very large ruler. And maybe this is what we forgot to
we drop
to
this
take
dot
into
and we move
account,
on.
is
Okay,
the
it's
fact
10
that
minutes into the game, 2 minutes
just
till
the
next
factor.
Drake.
And maybe his Kaiser is just
Small
gonna be
lead on
enough to
Rumble
push
and
them
Yone,
towards
and
Chovy
small
having 3
lead on
items.
Kaisa and
And he has
Skarner.
his
Doing way
license.
too much damage.
He's allowed to play Kaisa.
Yeah.
You know, he spent the appropriate amount
Yep.
of time in the LPL. That's what you need.
He
You
pa- he
just
paid his
LCK.
LPL dues.
No, can't do that. As Ruler currently sitting on 2-0, and him being in a good position is a very big deal because again, if either of your two carries fall behind in a composition like this, you are really going to struggle. The fact that Chovy was able to pick up 2 early assists is also a big deal, really accelerating this Victor.
So, the only concern I have for Genji, and I'll use some language that I learned from my friend and colleague Kadrol.
Uh-huh.
What will Chovy do when a Rumble ult and Zeka's ult is dropped on his head?
Flash or die?
Yeah, I mean,
Maybe just say, hey, Ruler, can you kill them all? Maybe that's what he's going to do.
it's because the problem with these compositions.
It's fine, I think.
Zeka,
Oh,
oh,
no.
Going to be slammed into the wall here
Taking his ult here.
momentarily. Does throw out the ulti and Canyon
Ooh,
doesn't
he
stay in
panic
front of it.
flashed. He
Just trying to
panic
catch that
flashed.
one out. But still, now it's on cooldown, and HLE lose a big tool for the next fight.
Zeka actually had to flash to make sure that he didn't.
I don't
get
think he
touched.
had
Yeah,
to flash, but he
so that was
panicked.
very close to hitting.
Chovy.
Oh, might be in trouble here. Does have his flash.
Zeka doesn't have all of his tools available, as we just saw, so not going to go for anything just yet.
But I do agree that for me, the Homo Life composition just has so much pick potential if anyone ever oversteps.
Well,
That's
here might be an
flash
example.
and basically killed the Yone.
Zeka just dies. He takes the
Wow.
gravity field, gets
That was
stunned
risky.
up, but then does just go back.
They used everything once again and it still doesn't flash, by the way.
Oh, the
2 fights in a row, they're using everything on Chovy and the guy's not
Chovy,
even
I really thought he
flashing.
was going to get his Siphon power up once again, but
He's not even flashing.
maxing out his E, doesn't have the cooldown just yet. Wow, very close one there. At the very least, they get the base off for Zeka.
yeah.
There's a small gold lead for now, but that minion wave is going to disappear
Drake in
as
5.
Chovy drops the E. Fortunately for HLE,
I think scaling is fine for both teams. Like the first game we watched this series, scaling was so much in the favor of Genji, like not even close. So then Drake was like a must for HLE. If they don't get the Drake, they lose the game. That's how it felt to me.
Yeah, it looks like
The past 2 games, this one and the last one, I think it's fine, you know. You can give the Drake. Scale pretty well.
more effectively.
Like if you don't feel comfortable in the fight or the setup or whatever, you can give the Drake. So I think, for example, here HLE can just not fight. If they don't want to. For example, they don't have Sivir ult now, and they don't have Yone ult from before. I don't know why we Sivir ulted though.
Now unavailable. Ward inside the pit. As Chovy picks up first item and is going to move over to help out with this one.
That's just gone.
It just doesn't look great for HLE this game.
That's going to even things out. Hex Tech Soul.
Like game 1 and game 2, it looked much better than it's looking this game. This game, I feel like they're just making some silly mistakes, you know? Like,
I mean, I think it was wise of HLE to avoid fighting without hitting those item spikes. No Trinity Force on
Not sure.
Peanut, no Blade of the Ruin King on Zeka, in contrast to the Heartsteel and the Blackfire Torch on the side of Chovy. So, wise choice, I think, from HLE. It's only the
I mean, it's fine to give the Drake, as I said, but then they should be somewhere else, no? Doing something else, not just looking at them doing it. If they can.
Herald. Can Zeka get the gold that he needs in order to finish his item? Quickly looking, he needs
Like then they should try to invade enemy topside or whatever if they can't kill Sion. Not just look at them.
He's going to be looking to get that as quickly as he can.
Next is the Herald 120.
Blade of the Ruin King is such
I'd imagine Chovy will either base and run top at some point or TP there for this. They were fighting.
He might be in trouble. He has no ult.
He has no ult actually. He's dead, no? If they played well. Is he not just dead? If he flashes, he gets pillared. If he doesn't flash, he's dead. Yeah, he's dead. Nice play. But he must be inting, not to get caught like this. He has no ult. He ulted back to lane and he just went up to hit the tower. He's inting, yeah. He ulted back to lane and he went up to hit the tower. For sure inting.
Oh, it absolutely should. I'm expecting a back to
My Inta.
There it is. And so he's going to go back to base.
My
Pick
Inta.
up that Blade of the Ruin King. So everything working out nicely there for Zeka.
I'm still surprised about how much control Genji have had in this early stage of the game, though. And they still have...
Yeah, true. He should have died for the wave. Next wave. Just walk forward instead of walk back.
Surprised, but are we really surprised?
No, well, I mean, sort of.
Then it would have
feel
been
like I
my
should be
Inta. Now it's
surprised,
not
is, I guess,
my
the
Inta.
better sentence.
I do think in Homewa's case, though, they should be feeling a lot more confident that he already
True,
highlighted the spikes that have just been hit. In Zeka's case, both helps him deal with the very beefy front line, but also just makes the entire kit of Yone just feel so much smoother. You get a lot more playmaking potential. Triforce done for Peanut. And we'll have to see as this Herald fight commences, I think Home Life, for the momentum in the series as well, getting an early team fight victory, I think would mean a lot. Because if Genji starts pulling ahead with this composition, life's not going to be good.
Certainly not. Well, let's see whether they're going to try and contest for this one as Peanut and Canyon both in the area.
They don't have Yone ult, Rumble ult, or Trundle ult. This is not fightable. They're missing 3 ults here, and they're still posturing to fight. But they can't, no? They don't have ults. How do you ever fight there? -3 ults. They're just fucking sending it. Are you sure? You don't have ults. Nice engage by Rakan, but there's no follow-up. Is there? Maybe! Maybe! It's close as fuck! Okay, they got it. 4 for 1. How did they win that? They don't have ults! They don't have Rumble ult, they don't have Trundle ult, they don't have Yone ult, and they're winning!
of Geng.
And they're winning!
They say,
I mean, the
"You're
Rakan
early,
play
Fate. You can
was
just take
really
it to
sick.
the 5v5."
Look at the
The
Rakan this
early
fight.
pressure towards
He
one of the
made
two
a sick
carries.
play this
Just
fight.
look what happens to Ruler. And again, if
I guess Rumble is just really OP anyway. No ult, still OP, no? Look at the Rakan play here. He's gonna EE, and then he's gonna ult, and gets the extra. Yeah, that was nice. That was really
The
nice.
biggest thing for me is they won this fight without Zeus using ult. I was waiting the whole time for that red carpet to drop, and it did not come through because he didn't have it available. But they played the front to back. Chovy was constantly being zoned off by Zeka, and the moment that they locked down Ruler and removed him from the fight, I mean, the damage just disappeared for Genji.
And that's the happiest I've seen Dandy so far today. So hopefully that is going to continue. Because I
Nice
think
Rakan play
most
by
of
the
us
light.
are in agreement that we would like to have a game number 4. Maybe Arnold isn't. I know he's certainly been struggling as far as the stress is concerned.
Yeah, what did the light
You
play this series? He played
understand why
Poppy
with how
last
these
game.
games have been going.
Not great. And then he played
As Ruler and Viper meet each other here in this mid lane. as they
Pantheon.
have
Oh
many
my god.
times in the past.
Yeah, this is much better.
Let's just see. 2,000 gold is the approaching lead here for HL.
They really had
The
something
largest
special
one we've
planned for
seen
the
so
first
far in
game, no?
this game.
Pantheon support.
As Vedi pointed out to me, the dragon
Crazy.
about to spawn in 30 seconds. So I want to highlight Chovy's build, looking like he's going to go for that.
This is much better for
that
sure, yeah.
the cosmic.
Isn't he like the GOAT on Rel, Alistar, Rakan, Nautilus, Leona? He's the GOAT, no? On these engaged supports. Why don't they just pick them every game? The meta is good for that as well.
Yeah,
Caught.
looking for Duro
Has
here
portal.
as he does go for a very
No
short
flash though. He's
magical
dead already.
journey,
No,
but
no
the
flash.
red carpet you were talking about, Vedi, is going to be laid
Nice
out
catch.
for him in the Bard. Not going to be picking up any chimes anytime soon.
And that's Drake for them as well.
Dragon secure as HLE finds another pick, brings the score.
They lost the Herald though earlier, so they're not going to be able to speed up the game very much.
It feels like
They're gonna get the
HLE
Drake
has
and
just
that's about
taken-
it.
But no, HLE have just taken full control over this game 3, and after winning that fight, they're just running away with it. There's a lot of
How do you
towers left for them to secure.
make the game
Stickle Tower hasn't actually dropped yet,
faster
18
than
minutes
this?
in.
Like, you want to get a tier 1, but it's hard to dive, because Victor's side will always be covered and Sion is hard to dive, so they don't really have much place other than objective. I think it's like Atakan probably what's next, 140. I think it's hard to break tier 1s in general, but especially when they have like a strong weak side, so in this case Sion can always hold 1v5 on his side, and the others can go other side no matter what. Like, it's just impossible to break. It's hard I think it's hard overall to break tier 1s, but when they have this kind of like tank top setup, it's extra hard.
Moves out of the way of Canyon at least.
We don't have ult for the wave either.
Nice
Nice play by Genji. That's tower as well, most likely. They can just drop Herald here.
Even there you saw it. Ruler was actually pathing over. He was like, oh, it's for me? Free kill? Can I get that one? But not actually working out.
Surprised he's not dropping the
know
Herald.
that he has to dodge the ultimate from Canyon, so he's just waiting and waiting. But then they just kind of slowly hit him to death.
I did love that Zeus was like, oh,
3 tower
down,
anyway.
up, down. He was trying desperately to
it's a bit
dodge
of a
away
race here
from
for
that
first
ult,
turret as well.
and it was kind of Canyon just
Echo will
watching
be able
him.
to get it. Upgrade some shoes.
That's feats
They were not
actually.
impressed. They're just like, we have Hollow Radiance and like, we're auto...
If Genji got first tower, would it be feats?
It's
It
like
would,
that
no?
scene from
So they should have
Indiana
Herald for it,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, yeah.
If they Herald for that, they get first tower and then they get feats, right?
That gave me
That was a
nightmares as
mistake,
kid.
for sure.
All right. It did.
Are we talking about the same scene?
Temple of Doom? No? It took a very long time to do it. Which one are you talking about? Are you talking about the gun out, sword out thing?
That one, yeah.
Ah, yeah, that's a different one.
Yeah, for sure, that was feats for them, because they had the objectives and actually had the kills. They should have heralded for this tower, for sure.
Truly does feel like
It's gonna be about Atakan now. Everyone click Atakan Bitteschön, and then we see what's up. Maybe one guy lane mid and 4 people top. Something like this.
Doesn't feel right.
Spell shield. Nice spell shield.
Viper going to be able to spell shield the Void Seeker, so not going to be too worried about that one. And so now we're waiting for an Atakan. And
One more mid wave into click top, I think, would be
Yeah.
best.
I'm not going to say what could. I'm not going to say what I was going to say. I'm just not going to. I'm
Excellent.
not manifesting things anymore.
That's
I'm
good,
not
that's
doing
good.
that. That's in my past. This is a new me.
I don't know what you're referring to,
You
but
also
Right
slide it
now,
down
click top, not
desperately,
bad, no?
though. You really just
Rumble
want
can
to
also
sit
take
there.
over mid after this.
I'm not even going to mention it. It's obvious, but I'm not.
Low-key start angle here, by the way. Like right now.
I'm completely missing it, but I
Yep,
think that's
I
good.
think so.
HLE are going to start off the Atakan,
There are 3
and
flags.
let's
I
see
agree,
how,
I agree.
how it goes.
They have Battle
I don't
Herald
know.
though. Be careful, this Herald can be used in battle.
There's the TP.
Yeah,
I like this. I think you just Q3 now with Yon and you look for a play, no? Or you drop. Yeah.
I'll take that one.
They got the
Wave is
TP.
quite awkward, though.
Has his teleport, so now he has the advantage.
Usually, right now, hiding in lane is powerful.
Doesn't look like it.
Rift Herald is going to be
This guy's
driven
inting, no?
into this outer turret. Still
Is he
gonna
not
be able to
inting
get
or
that
what? What is he
shot.
doing?
Let's see if Canyon can get himself out of here.
Oh,
Zeka finds
Oh,
the knockup
smart.
onto Canyon. That's the smite to be
Precious
taken down. The
in a-
quickness invested.
No, he's just inting,
And
yeah.
Canyon should be going
I
down,
thought-
although he does spend some
I
time
thought he
driving.
thought something
So
smart,
right
but
now,
actually he was just
50%
inting.
as the equalizer comes on in. Tempered Fate finds absolutely nothing as Chovy flashes to get himself out of the way, but Zeus
Where did the Rakan go? Where did the Rakan go?
It
doesn't matter.
It
doesn't matter.
Winning today, and Peanut with a full health bar comes on in. Viper finds the kill. This could
Nice,
be it.
nice. It's interesting, you know, you watch the best players in the world, your original instinct is they're inting, and then you think twice, okay, it's the best players in the world, are they actually inting? And then you try to come up with like a logical reason for why he would do that, and then you realize actually he was just inting. That's exactly what happened with me for the Skarner here with Canyon. I'm thinking he's inting, and then because it's Canyon, I'm like, what is he actually doing? And then I realize actually he's just inting.
It gets the extra charge.
Exactly.
But he's just
Instead,
inting.
going down,
He's just
they do a
inting.
Great extended engage. You can see here, whittle down Canyon. That's one.
Nice
The
Rakan
last
play to
follows
begin
up,
with, but then
forces
the
Chovy
look at the
back
Rakan
up,
W after
and
this.
then
Like the
even though
original play
Chovy
was really
only
good, but where is he
gets
going now?
damage, watch this
Look at the
flash from
Rakan!
Zeus. Zeka's ulting to make sure he gets on top.
Where did we
And
go?
Zeus says, with this rumble, I am dragging us
Nice fight,
to a
nice fight.
game
Yeah, that Skarner was
three
just
as
fucking
he's
inting.
toasting the Gen G backline, and then Ruler here knows he's dead. Probably could have just not gone for the whole
Like,
play
I know
at
what
all,
he's trying to
because
do.
this
He's
is
trying to
so
crush
many
it in the wall
summoners
so the pillar
invested
doesn't stop the
in a whole
charge.
life.
But he
What
ends
I
up being
feel
put
like
next to the
is
tower,
very
so he's gonna
cautious, like,
die.
with the biggest lead
He's just
we've seen
inting.
so far in the series, maybe?
Like, of course he's trying to like outsmart the Trundle with the, that's a really good engage, by the way. They're fucked. That's a really good engage. He has another W soon, by the way. He's not gonna take it. Yeah, the light is smurfing this game. Many good engage. That's like 3 already, no? 3 huge engages already. Like, I understand what the Skarner is going for. He wants to dodge the pillar so he gets the charge of the Herald anyway, but he gets put right next to the tower. So he just dies. He's just inting.
There's nothing that Ruler can do.
But it's Canyon, is he? No, he's just inting. Yep. It's interesting, when you watch the best players, you always try to like come up with a logical, like you try to think the next step, what are they actually doing? But sometimes they are just inting. Sometimes they are just inting.
That's the other one.
Zeus might be forced to do the same thing here as
Skarner ruled, Skarner ruled, Skarner ruled!
Just looking to run away,
Nice
almost
try to
tries
dodge, honestly.
but the arcane storm,
That was a pretty nice try to
it goes
dodge, I
down, and
think.
Chovy is able to collect the kill on
That's
to
Drake
the
and
Rumble.
Soul
So
Point. Looks
the
good for
end
HLE,
is
no?
going to
This
come on
game
through, but
looks
that is
really
Soul
good.
Point for a Rumble, and I think you probably take that if you're
Good
HLE.
deal.
Atakan, feats, 3 Drakes,
Found his way into a
more
5-4
gold.
scoreline once
Looks
more.
good, looks good.
He has a habit of doing this
That
series, does
he
he not?
does. He does in fact find a way. As you mentioned earlier, he just finds a way of being good. You know, he just
does do that.
That's like his base level. Just
Yeah.
good. Yeah, really good.
I want to highlight Peanut as well, right? There's been, particularly in the like 2023 Gen G years, Peanut really struggling to perform internationally the way he does domestically, where he was obviously
Absolutely.
doing an incredible job in the LCK.
It was
And
even when he went like
Viper is
as far
having a
as
really good
Busan,
series,
it
no?
was still too far.
still struggling.
What did he play? 6 Severe and
His powers
Corki,
were
right? He was
sold, and
1v9
that's
in the
we're
Corki
finding
game
out.
too.
Thus far on the
He was 1v9 Corki game, 1v9 6
Crazy
game.
impact. And again, what
Maybe
could
this
be
game
his
is getting
final
more help,
series
but he's
if
still
they
really
cannot
strong in this
complete
game. He's
the
having a really
reverse
good
sweep
series.
here.
Yeah, we have to say thanks to LGD for making him feel at home when he was here last time around. Maybe channeling that to get some comfort as HLE get the
He's dead, no?
knockup onto Duro.
Oh,
Still
that was a
able to
bit
go through the traffic
bugged,
cone.
wasn't it? Pillar into, like the Rakan W didn't work for whatever reason. Because normally if you hit that Rakan W, you can insta charm and run this way, and he's following you right from the charm, and that's a potential play. What is this? What are we watching?
Like, who would use them? Like, if Keen is TP flanking, then you're not really getting the front to back that you ideally want.
I could see all the pixels.
Tempered Fate did connect onto Zeka.
Oh yeah, so
Ult
he
for ult,
blocked
I
his
guess.
ult, so he was able to make it out as it hit him.
Aha, there we go. So gets over the wall, carries a Tempered Fate with him. But the Baron was started. Ulti for ulti is the trade, so you're not
I
gonna be
think
too
they
upset
shouldn't
about
force
that
Baron
as
too
Gen G
much.
is
Like, they should
takes away
definitely
some
control the
chances.
area, push all the lanes, but because they have Soul Point, I think just play for Soul, you know? Don't flip a Baron and get aced and lose Baron and throw the game.
Don't think
Just
they
push
need
the
to.
lanes, play the space. If enemy troll, you kill them. If they don't troll, you
But
play
I think
Drake.
that eventually you get to a point, particularly when Viper finishes his forward item. Zeka already does a great job.
This
as
game
we
looks
say, in burning
very,
the
very
front lines.
winnable for
They are
HLE.
playing for the timer on this Hextech Soul, because once that is taken, I think the game just becomes nigh unplayable for Gen G.
Well, I honestly think that the game plan for HLE is even simpler. So Zeka's about to hit level 16. Once he gets his Infinity Edge, which seems to be the direction that he's going in with his third item, you just put him in a lane. And then you just let him be.
Oh, and then he kills the Nexus,
and then the
they win.
moment 2 people show up, you go to Baron. And then if they don't go, Zeka ends the game. And I feel
Civil.
like,
Can work on that angle.
yeah,
There's low cooldown, to be fair. It's okay to use like this. It's the second time I use like this, just for the vibes, I guess. But it's very low cooldown spell, Silver Root, so it's okay.
3 items late game, like I don't think that damage is a problem by any means. And this front
It doesn't
line,
really
like,
matter that much.
yeah, I don't think the Sion, as scary as Sion has been at this tournament, is tanky enough to weather the storm of a Trundle and these 3, well, killers on the side of HLE.
And if he's not there, there's another tank for Peanut to siphon all of the stats out.
150
of as well.
soul.
So
Gen G have to fight. Hextech Soul is
few
second best
theoretical
soul, I think, in the
checkmate
game.
options
He's not
here on
one for
HLE's
choice.
side.
I
A little
also
bit worse
think
than Cloud, but
Ruler
not by much.
is obviously forced to go for the AD build, but to me the AD build of
Can't afford to
Kai'Sa
give
really
this,
feels
have
like
to
you need
fight.
get, which sounds obvious, but you need to get way more autos off. But into the composition of Humble Life, that's so much easier said than done, because there is so much AoE damage as well, right? There's the
They're just
ricochet,
clicking Nash again.
there's anything that Zeus does. There could be a stray couple of autos or a Q free
They're
from
starting.
Zeka, and I love
This might be
that
free, by the
Humble
way.
Life pulled the
They're
trigger
just-
here,
they're
trying
just
to
not
get
here.
themselves the Baron in this
This
game,
is free.
number 3.
And Ruler actually took
Wait, they're not here.
As well. They have no idea about
gone.
this. The Baron is just
They're
gone.
3-man bot.
And Canyon just going to be blocked here by
They
Goliath.
give this?
Ruler comes on over with a boomerang blade, and they say thank you very much.
What?
For this cute purple
Now they just
worm.
base and
There's
go
a
to Drake,
minute
no?
Until the Hextech Soul,
Where are
and
they?
they have Baron to get them the control.
HLE not wasting any time.
I'm so surprised with Gen G movement here, because you never give this. You always contest this Baron. At least try to steal something, you know?
Arguably, this is looking like the
They traded
most
for nothing, they just
convincing
gave
game
it.
of the series so
And
far.
went bot side.
HLE
And now they're
do
anyway gonna
still
lose bot
need
side
to
control,
close
so
things
their bot side
out.
control that they put
Obviously,
mean
we
nothing.
have commentated on how
Wait, I don't
not
understand their
confident
movements
in
at
Genji's
all. Look
composition
at
to
look at
be
the
able
bard
to
as well.
turn
Now
this
he's
game
basing
around,
and he's
but
late.
Genji have proven themselves
Like if you
before.
give the Baron, at least you should have control of this area, right? It's Baron trade for bot side control, but now it was just Baron trade for nothing. They just gave it. Wait, Peanut is hinting a bit, no? Is he not hinting? He's fine.
Look at the ricochets.
Oh, the Rumble ult is good. Victor on a flash, not bad. Redemption heals them though.
We have Redemption there as well. It's okay, HLE will be able to push out this wave, utilizing the Baron.
I wonder if you just do the Drake with like 2 mana and zone with the next, or if you just take the fight. Like Yon should probably hit Drake to stack his Q, and Trundle can hit it as well, and the rest just play, maybe? Something like this. Slowly kill the Drake. If they don't come, you finish it. If they come, you take the fight. No spell shield now, and Viper needs to be careful a bit. Like, what about just finish here, no? They're so low. Ruler's 1. Nice engage again by Delight. Really nice engage by Delight again. And they got the Hextech Soul. That's game, by the way. Chobi's dead too. They are gonna end. That's game. Zeus died. But that's 5 for 1. They got Hextech Soul. They have Baron. They're gonna push to end here. If they don't end here, they get double inhib at least. I think that might be game.
Zeus almost able to get out of the fight, which would have made it a perfect ace, but they'll be happy.
Really nice engage by Delight again. Ruler was 1 before anything started though, so they couldn't really lose this.
I was going to say, where is this HLE being
Zeus did a really good job
series?
on the
But
flank
they've
there.
been right here. These games have been so extraordinarily close.
I think if you're HLE for next game, you really just need to get the light on like Alistar or Rel, something like this. Because his Pantheon was not it, and his Poppy was definitely not it, but his Rakan was it, you know. So prioritize his pick, probably, correct? Get him what he wants, what he's best at.
2 inhibitors going down. We're singing the praises.
And hopefully Viper keeps it up, because Viper is smurfing 3 game out of 3 so far.
I was getting nervous, I was getting nervous.
And an 11k gold.
It's just Sivir W, I guess. They took so much damage from Sivir W. Most of this was Sivir W, and then 1 Rumble, that's it. And Sivir Q. That was mostly Sivir, actually. I thought it was Rumble doing all the job, but it was actually Sivir doing all the job. Her W and Q bounced. Yeah, that was mostly Sivir, actually. I don't know if they're gonna show damage numbers from this fight, but that was mostly Sivir, actually.
We could have seen this issue coming from Draft.
Yep. And you can see Dandy, not exactly a massive amount of celebration, right? I think knows that this one is pretty much done, but they have.
Yeah, they already got 2 inhibs. They have Soul. Baron is out, but they just sieged the last one. Yeah, look. You see? That was mostly Sivir. 11k. Mostly Sivir, that fight.
Okay. All remember some numbers
Is
being
that?
I thought it was Rumble, but it was Sivir.
big gap.
That's over 9,000.
I feel like they're gonna end here slowly, by the way.
That is
Genji
the
have to
lead.
fight at
You're
some point
exactly
here.
right, as we're now sieging on this last inhibitor turret on the top side of the map.
They should just hit the
Equalizer
tower
goes
and then
down.
fight.
Canyon trapped on the wrong
3
side of
inhibs
it,
this
but it
game,
is just
so
gonna mean
they have to
that
fight.
this
Yeah,
turret
look, they have Sivir,
falls.
Sivir,
The
Sivir, Sivir,
Impale
Sivir.
is gonna come through Tepid Fate to
No one
try and
followed, what?
hold Peanut in position, but he's not the priority target. The Arcane
That's such a
Storm
good
goes
play
in, but it hasn't
by
expanded
Canyon, no?
just
Why did
yet.
no one follow?
And HLE, we'll see whether they can clear this.
Doesn't
last
get better
one
than
out. They're
that.
not quite able to on this push.
Flash E into
Another
ult by
wave coming
Skarner
in.
and no one
Exhaust
followed.
comes down. There's a great pillar once more. As Zeka gets on over towards
Literally
Trophy,
doesn't get
finds
better
a
than that. That was it.
executes it.
Wow.
From Zeka, welcome to Zeka's Uranus. It's a
Damn.
double, a full house Zeka's.
GG.
Full Vipers, and they'll
We got a
bring
series,
us
maybe.
to
Maybe.
game 4 in this best of 5.
This is what we were hoping.
Here we go.
You two have been absolutely on point. And I'm
Caitlyn ban
hoping
early.
for our sake, we get a game 5, but I know that Genji wants to end things right here, right now. And it is
What did I say? Kiana, Galio, Yunara, and Aurora, no?
Yeah,
They
this
have
is
to give
kinda
one
crazy
if they
because we
ban
often do see
Kiana.
teams choose red side when we get this deep into Fearless because counterpicks become that little bit more valuable.
Maybe they dropped the Galio ban at this
Genji are
point.
electing to stay on
But then they could go something like Camille Galio, no?
the blue side this
Genji.
time. We'll see whether HLE can capitalize on it.
But maybe that's the correct ban to drop at this point. You ban Aurora, Yunara, and Kiana, I think, if you're HLE.
He has been putting a lot of time into the champ.
Maokai banned themselves. Wow. I thought they would be the ones playing Maokai
A
Blitzcrank.
big focus on taking it away from Chovy, and I feel like they have to keep doing that because the moment that it becomes open, I have this
Yunara and
instinct
Aurora, I think, are the
Genji
ones
will
you
want
need
to
to ban.
grab it, so
Must
I
bans,
imagine
I think.
Galio will join the ban table next.
I don't think they will ban Galio. They
ban
banned the Galio anyway. So they're giving Aurora or Yunara. Do you trade Aurora or Yunara? How do you do it? Or do you give
There's many
one? I think you
reasons
trade,
why
right?
we
Feels so bad to give one of them.
So much.
You don't want to give Aurora
Genji
over
Hollow,
to Genji because that's a
the
flex
two
for them.
teams,
You don't want to give Yunara over because that's by
members
far
on
the best
really
AD. So you
having,
have to trade, I think.
so many different crossovers.
Holy
Look
shit.
if you can go
You
back
have to, no?
Griffin,
You don't have a choice. You have to.
even the way
Because
I
if you
think
ban
it
one, they
draws
take the
line,
other,
Heroes
it's just
come to the
losing.
scene When they were brought into Genji,
Not to
Peanut
mention
with a
Peanut and Val-
I would have rather played against Galio than Aurora or Yunara
HLE
myself.
and sort of forming the other version
And
that
then
are
there's
with different colors.
the fact we have had Peanut and Canyon obviously in some
So what
of
you
my
ban here
favorite
then? If you ban
quarterfinals
neither,
of all
you
time.
ban something else, no? You ban
Right.
Braum or
Us
something.
versus
You're trading Yunara for
Genji
Aurora.
way back.
It's a
I mean,
trade.
this combo of junglers stole
I
my
think if I'm
game.
Genji, I
They did.
actually take Aurora, by the way,
happened.
over
Well, I wouldn't say
Yunara.
stole,
My
you
feeling.
volunteer it.
Actually, never mind. I would take Yunara. The reason is that Viper is the best player on HLE,
Ruler Yunara.
so you don't want to give him
Risk
Yunara.
that HLE are gonna take.
But you're fine giving them Aurora. Do you understand what I mean? It's more like you want to take the one that they're good on. And I think HLE will be happier with Yunara than Aurora, because Viper is their best player. So it makes sense for Genji to take that away. Now it's going to be Aurora,
Putting all stocks in the Viper basket is a good call.
Yeah,
based on
I
how
would
this
say
and then I'm
series
not sure.
played out.
Aurora and whatever.
I mean, they're gonna have to
I'm
lock
not
the
sure.
dragon here if they want it. Well, no, I mean, not necessarily, but theoretically, Chovy could pick it away.
I have no idea
also
actually what to pick now.
It's a big deal. Maybe the Aurora trade is going to be the option here as Zeus and Zeka both. play
Honestly,
this
do you
champion
just
very,
take
very
like
well.
Alistar here?
Peanut?
Is it crazy, Alistar here? Is it completely wild to do
The
this?
Aurora Nocturne. This
Nocturne
one's
early?
back a little
This early?
piece.
It's possible?
Not quite the same wombo combo, but it'll get the job done. Especially if that Yunara...
It's a little bit early, no?
Flash
Nocturne like
available.
this?
Of course, she will have the dash with her ultimate activator, but still
Oh, he
a
just
very
does it.
scary dive threat to come through from the side
I think they're
of
going to take
HLE.
Alistar here.
I'm wondering whether you would be
And
looking
maybe a mid
towards
laner?
some of
Or
the
actually, no,
best
jungler and
players
Alistar, no?
We're talking Kench,
Yeah,
just to keep the
jungle
Yunara
Alistar, I
safe
think.
when the combo comes in
What
on
even
this
play jungle
Aurora.
into this?
Lulu possibly
But
as
the
well.
Nocturne, yeah,
I wouldn't pick
Lulu's
Lulu
another
here. I
one.
would pick Alistar, I think.
Then you always look at like what is
Alistar and whatever jungle you want. I don't know what jungle you want at this point, but... Oh, Cassante is open, I forgot, yeah. So what about Cassante, Alistar, and wait with jungle mid? I like this, no?
From Keen, and I do think, as you highlighted, some
Yeah,
words
I think
to
it's
remind
correct.
everyone that this Aurora,
Because now,
Aurora is still
I think they should have taken Alistar actually. They made a mistake here. Because now, you want to pick engage support, right? But Alistar blocks everything. But if you took the Alistar away and then Nocturne on 3, it would be much easier. Smolder. That's bot Smolder, I think,
Well, the
for
Smolder,
Viper.
If they wanted it, they needed to lock it in here. And
It's probably the best you can do. Into Yunara at this point. I think the Nocturne was a mistake. They should have taken Alistar 1-2. Because now you really want to play engage support for the light, right? That's by far his best and what fits best with your composition. But Alistar is good against all of that.
They can play Smolder into the
But if they took the Alistar,
and then they can just have,
then
I mean, I'm assuming this Aurora
he
is
can kind of
everything
engage,
now,
but
they
also
can play
doesn't
whatever
get
Zeus wants to
fucked
bring
by
to the
anything.
side of the map. Ornn is a completely
What do
fine
you even do
pick.
at this
They
point
can
now?
have
You have to play Rel into this anyway, no? Or Leona, or Rel or Leona.
As we move into the second
Actually, they
phase
might
of
ban
bans,
Rel Leona here, and they have
naturally,
nothing,
Genji
no?
will target
Ori
that
ban.
support pool, as HLE want to mitigate mid
Like,
lane
what does the light even
options.
play if
Ori
Rel and
could
Leona
be
are
one of
banned
the
here?
champions taken
What does he
off.
actually play anymore?
Interesting one.
Yeah, Ari has not been super
Pike?
successful, but
The light
that
Pike?
is a sign that
I don't know.
Zeka's playing this Aurora. I do think.
I don't see
There's
it.
also the Renekton, which does still provide a ton of value at this point, and it's something that Humble Life could go towards.
Yeah, Rel and Leona would be best for him as a player and best for their composition, but I think they might ban them, you know? Look, they banned the Rel, and now they're gonna ban the Leona, and you have nothing. What do you actually play at this point? You play Pike, no? There's nothing. Blitzcrank. Blitzcrank. Blitzcrank or Pike? Maybe Blitzcrank better. But Alistar counter everything. Gabi. What you can do here for the light. This is so cooked.
Exactly. I think it almost needs to be banned. As
That's my
Genji,
read, yeah.
yeah, they're not going to take it away first up, but they do have another ban left. Let's see whether Chovy
Lee Sin ban.
again instead. It's the Canyon
Lee Sin Ori bans 4-5.
taken away. We were reminiscing.
This should be Leona ban, no?
Well, that was
Lee Sin
thinking.
only earlier on.
Well, Nidalee? Like, is
Yeah.
that something that Canyon thinks
Gabi
about right
meaning
now?
is like tough luck.
Play that one?
Tough
I
luck.
think so, maybe.
Or nice try, kind of same.
I mean, I don't think it's good.
Tough luck.
But you know what? When I
What
see
about-
Canyon lock
Nautilus
in a
is not
pick, I'm
open.
just
You
like,
can see
"Alright,
what is
Canyon,
not
I
open
trust
here.
you."
What about Renekton, Nidalee,
see it?
jungle?
Oh, yeah, okay.
For each role.
No.
Renekton. They give the Leona. Okay, he's gonna play
No
Leona.
Renekton's allowed, as they're gonna ban it away
Saved.
A
themselves.
Saved.
part of me would think Zeus would be considering
It's just
something like
Leona now.
Camille right now,
Saved.
if it weren't for the fact that I
That's
very
kind of
much
lucky, I
expect
think, because
HLE
if
to
it
swap.
wasn't Leona open
Very much
here, he
expect
has
this
no
one
play,
to
you
go
know?
top lane.
But now it's
It is
just
fixed
to
support, right?
find
You
Leona,
hit
you
it
know?
where everything is going.
I'm surprised they don't ban Leona Rel, because he has literally nothing to play.
Still a ton of flex potential available, but Leona synergizes well with really anything that you have so far. Just having the ability to set up for dives of the Aurora.
I think he would have gone like Pike or Blitzcrank, but that's so much worse than Leona. I think he's lucky to get Leona 4-5 here. They fucked up the draft for sure by not taking Alistar early. Now it will be interesting to see how they do jungle mid, because we are really far into Fearless, so we're playing random champs no matter what. Which random champs do you want to play? I'm kind of feeling Viego, by the way. Does Canyon play Viego? I'm feeling Viego. Nidalee! Whoa.
Doesn't often
Whoa,
offer
whoa.
this champion. This might be real. The time is
He does. I forgot.
Canyon Nidalee.
Canyon
Theoretically,
Nidalee.
The last game of the series, or he has to lose on
Oh
his Nidalee for us to
my
go to Silver
god.
Scrapes and have a potential
They got
reverse sweep.
Keen, Cassante, Canyon Nidalee, Alistar Yunara bot lane, and...
Not often.
Not often.
What's the mid laner? What is the mid laner?
What is Chovy gonna pick?
TF. Holy. Cinema draft, by the way, from Genji, you know?
Yeah, he was. And we need a hex.
Hui.
Italy.
Way into
The way
Nocturne?
comes out.
Really?
Chovy has loved
Aren't you a
his
target here?
and a
For
long range while
Nocturne?
holding them at bay.
I would have assumed they
Buttons.
pick more like a tanky
Different
champion.
names.
Their engage is a little awkward though. mean,
I don't
they
like the
have
way
a
here,
lot of
actually.
poke available, Hui and
When in
Nidalee.
doubt, throw a cow at them.
You
But
can-
everything else looks insane, no? Yunara Alistar, Cassante Nidalee.
This very
Genji
much
is your name.
suggests the
Wow.
potential- Oh, that's
my-
the other one I talked about!
Oh my
No
goodness,
way!
are they gonna do it?
Lock it in, lock it in, lock it in. Come on, Zeus.
Wow. Camille.
Let's go!
All
When
right.
I threw these big
Oi.
ideas out, I wasn't being serious.
They
I
hovered the on, and I bet Zeus was like,
I don't like the way,
coward.
but everything else looks insane for Genji, and I really like HLE's comp, actually. I think they were lucky to get Leon on 4. But it fits so well, no? Nocturne, Camilla, Aurora, Leona with a small ult on top. I really like it. And your scaling is good. I really like it. Hui is a free kill, no?
So we got
For
Zeka
them.
on his Aurora,
Isn't
which
it?
we're not allowed to have.
Yeah.
Viper and Ruler in a scaling matchup. Chovy on a mage. We have Canyon on a signature.
I think this Hui pick was a mistake. Is he not just a free kill all game? I think this might be HLE favored, no?
Nidalee Hui.
It's just, does Keen, Cassante, and Canyon Nidalee make the difference, I guess?
Ah.
Yeah.
It's not the
It's
craziest
the
mid-jungle.
ARAM version that we're getting here.
Like, how good are they on their champs to make the difference? Because I think comp versus comp, like,
Camille to me is such a nightmare to play into.
it's a full dive comp into Hui. Hui might die on repeat this game.
To keep that backline safe. If you can absorb the initial brunt, at least up until Smolder's online, I think Genji have angles in the fight.
Also,
But
mid
if
jungle
you
being Nidalee Hui looks
find
really
your
awkward,
backs
no?
against the wall, you've this many buttons to push. If you're Hanwha, it's
I
in
would have
your
liked
own
something
hands.
else mid. I think the TF was a good idea.
But I do think that there is an
You can also build
element
TF
of execution
tanky,
that
right? You
wasn't
could go
there
like
in the
full tank
last
TF,
game.
low-key,
Those
with
have
Rod
to
of
be on
Ages
the
or
same
whatever.
page. They have to get these.
Because now he has to go
working
squishy, you know?
together.
You cannot build full tank on Wei. He's gonna be squishy Wei, right?
We are staring down the barrel of silver scrapes and a potential reverse sweep for our first best of 5 of the knockout stage.
Is it weird that I really like HLE's calm?
No,
Like,
No,
I
it's
just-
not. It's
Yeah,
it's a
Cassante,
really
Yunara,
good
Alistar are
looking
tier 1
comp. It's not
champions,
weird at all.
but
It's
Aurora
also
is as well.
You do love Nocturne.
I think Leona is up there for sure.
That is true.
I think Smolder is up there for sure as well.
On top of everything
The
as
two,
well.
like,
I just feel like that
little
they've
bit
got so
less
much
usual
threat.
picks are Nocturne and
So much
Camille, right?
threat.
But they at
I
least
don't
click
feel
the same
like
way.
GG have enough
I think they can make
protection.
this work, honestly.
I
This
mean,
comp
I'm
doesn't look bad at
excited, if
all.
nothing else. As you guys mentioned,
I like
so
this
much
one more,
comfort on the
much more
liners
than
on
game
both
1.
sides.
Because it's similar vibe to game 1, but I think this one is way better. And scale is way better. I see it actually. But I feel like if you pretend this mid is something else than Hui, it looks good for Gen G. Now it just looks a bit awkward for some reason. I don't know why. It just doesn't look right.
And Canyon
Niddly
has
Hui.
taken over games to the point where the compositions don't actually matter, right?
Oh,
On a
absolutely.
champion like this. Like,
Yep.
Peanut could just find himself with no camps left on the map and unable to do anything.
As Canyon is playing his own skin, which is always
Yes.
a nice.
I mean,
No funny
this is,
business,
like,
I think.
by a
Everyone's laning
million
normally.
miles the best Nidalee skin, and she has great skin.
I really want to highlight as well, because we have cost our fair share of Nidalee Canyon games. In recent times, I swear there's been like 3 matches where he
Wait,
gets
he's
killed
hinting.
early and you're like,
He has
oh,
a flash,
oh,
or?
oh.
Speaking of
Chovy-
killed early, Chovy in a bit of trouble. Keen coming on over to
Maybe it's
try
fine.
and keep him safe.
Cassante started E for this.
Chovy
Start
walks
with
it
the
off.
Q.
Okay.
Bit awkward for
Little
Cassante to have E, I guess.
potentially for the top laner.
Well, both top
Chovy.
laners. Zeus has started with E.
Yeah, not ideal.
And we also have standard lanes as well. So it is going to be Cassante into Camille to start this one off as our scaling ADs just going to be doing battle.
And they're both scaling ADs as highlighted. I do think that the Yunara we have seen, Bruder in particular, look extremely impressive the moment level 6 gets available. Not unlike Zeri, where her all-in potential actually catches a lot of players off guard. Now, with Viper's performance thus far in the series, I don't think he's going to fall for that trap, but they will have to pay their due respect. And then we have, of course, both junglers looking to do very different things. Canyon just wants to get involved on the map. This is his trademark pick, won a world championship, he has his skin, and even if you go back as recently as last year at MSI, this was one of the standout picks that Gen G heavily relied upon, versus Peanut, who just wants to get to 6 as soon as possible and then is looking to take over the game. And I'm going to obviously defer to you, Vedi.
Is he diveable top, by the way? Is Zeus gonna be diveable top? Look at Nocturne patting and Nidalee patting. There's gonna come a point when Nidalee is top and Nocturne is not.
Justifiably so.
And he looks kinda diveable top, no?
My suggestion.
It was a problematic champion.
No, it was
Yeah.
fair, balanced, and enjoyable for the whole
Wait.
family.
There's the mouse on the screen.
In any case.
It was
Okay, it's gone.
missile, and then everyone died.
It wasn't
I
me.
have many
It
fun
was
facts
whoever
about
is
Nocturne, so
responsible
if
for
you're
the actual
interested,
stream, I
please
guess.
Don't hesitate to ask.
Are we
All
talking
right, what is the
lore?
best Nocturne skin?
The
And
best
why is it
Nocturne
spooky
skin,
ghost?
that's the second best.
What is the
Eternum is the best Nocturne skin.
No, it's
It
not.
absolutely is. The sound effects are glorious.
I'm Team Spooky.
Yeah, spooky. It's just so the little ghosts on the Dustbringer.
That's
He's
true.
low-key diveable, not top.
It's so good.
Is he
All right,
not?
Zeus and Keen doing what we expect, which is just fighting one another.
I'm surprised
over
Canyon
and
is
over
not
again.
clicking here.
This is the Keen
He's
Sante,
clicking back to
and
mid.
this is Zeus on a hard carry.
Mid is
In the
much
side
harder.
lane
Oh, he
as
just
well
give
as
him
Canyon.
heal.
Searching for an opportunity here. Zeka taking
Nice.
damage already here in this lane.
So, oh,
But look at this top. This is a dive, by the way.
Doing some work here
Is
as
it not?
Zeus gets the physical
Get up
shield,
here.
there
keep
is.
himself alive.
Yeah, but
The Nidalee needs to get up here. Miss Cannon as well. Needs to get up here now. This is a dive, by the way. This is free, no?
He does have a ward, so he should not get hit by this. And I think going for a dive is overly
not-
ambitious, so they're not going to decide to do that.
I feel like he should have went top instead of mid, and he would have had it.
Gen G top laner.
If the ward wasn't there, it might have been an angle.
Might have been enough, yeah.
If
for
they
sure.
had have actually hit the spear, but gets a lot of heads up as far as where that was going. It's alright. Another little headbutt comes on through here from Duro. Knocks up Delight as we head
Camera
back
bot? No,
towards
he
the
didn't.
lane.
Camera
And
bot.
we have a Zenith Blade going in. Achu is going to connect here as Viper. I mean, I don't even think he minds about what the trades do. He hit 2 people with an Achu.
Well,
he's feeling fantastic.
He's actually running PTA as well. So, like, in these short trades, he actually does a good amount of damage. Ace is still here.
Not really where he wants to be. As the Q is going to connect Keen.
Heals
Can he
from
get the
W.
solo? He cannot.
He already
As he
TP'd back on
takes up the
Cassante, so it's
turret.
actually good for Zeus, this one, by the way.
Insane.
This is actually really good for Zeus, no?
TP, so he's able to, if he
'Cause
trades
now he
well,
can TP
actually
back,
might end up
and
paying
Keen is
forward.
low.
Yeah, I mean,
This is
the
good
fact that he's
for
still
Zeus,
there is
but his
still-
TP will
he's
take a
saying-
while.
He's like, I've got to get this wave. He wants to get a juicy
So
base
maybe
off.
Keen can base one more time.
Just
Fine.
one more wave. Oh, the cannon, the cannon. He gets
Oh,
it.
Zeka
Alright.
picks it up.
Nice zoning there from Chovy, though. Okay, Zeus.
It's fine, it's fine.
I'm frightened on Zeus' behalf.
Losing a plate here, though.
3 has one off from Keen. He will get a tower plate, so a little bit of extra gold for him.
But all trades are good for Zeus because he's gonna TV back. And Keen already used.
He's got that all.
But I think he will base again.
Ooh, it's Chovy.
The Casante. I think he's
Doing
gonna
great
take one
in
more
terms of
base.
help, But Zeka, not really too bothered. Actually, when it comes to the CS department, doing a great job here on the Aurora. And obviously the range advantage is always going to be there for Chovy. But for me, his struggles start post-6 when both Zeka have easy ways to get on top of him, and he's going to have to contend with the threat of a Nocturne at any given point in time.
Exactly.
Yeah, he took another one, the Casante. They're swapping as well. I think they're gonna follow, no? Most likely they're gonna follow base right now on Camille, TP bot, Leona base from top, Smolder on top. Something like this.
Keep up for the most part.
Yeah.
Doesn't necessarily have the same kind of gank potential, but will definitely be able to eat through the jungle. As we're going to have a look here, 46-11 is a relatively good record, as 9-2 on the international stage.
Oh, he's gonna make play with ult, by the way. He's overstaying here.
Internationally on this
Camille is gonna make play here. This could be something. This could be something. This could be something.
You can tell why he chose Nidalee.
He has ult.
Oh, absolutely.
This could be something.
In 2021, in 2020.
It's a play, no?
Trouble. There's 6.
Zeus waited. There's a Hextech ultimatum, and
Leona failed.
The ultimatum. He says, "I got nothing." He
Leona
flashes to
failed,
try and
but
get
it's
out
enough
of the way,
anyway.
but the flash
Nice
is
play
all
by
over.
Zeus. And he's gonna TP bot and catch everything as well.
And of all people that got the kill, it's
Nice play by
Viper.
Zeus. Wait, he TP'd without
It's
basing.
from
Oh
this
no.
Camille.
Oh no, he's
Zeus
gonna get dove.
sacking
Bot,
his
bot,
own
bot.
lane if it
He
means
TP'd without
it's
basing.
up.
He didn't
Did TP back
base.
here,
He's
but
immediately
he's
in
fine.
the bottom lane.
There's coverage.
He hasn't
He is
based
there.
yet.
Spots out this
Oh,
one.
this TP was so bad. He needed to base first.
As Canyon
Why did he
shares
TP without
his
basing?
gold.
Okay, he is really
of
going to
farm.
be falling. Yeah, okay. So the experience he will get, but he is falling very
If he
far
based
behind
and
when it
TP'd,
comes to
he would be
farm.
fine. But now he's fucked.
For Gen G.
Because now he needs to base
Zeus
again.
hasn't based yet.
He trolled by TPing without
Getting
basing.
a lot of value out of that Doran shield.
I mean, but he really
he
needs to
teleported.
He's in
right
such a
from
bad
the
spot,
bottom.
bot.
Like,
Oh
He was
shit.
top-
Yeah.
He was waiting in the brush.
He should have based. If he did the top lane base into TP, it would be fine everything. But he just insta TP'd.
He probably should have based first.
I just, I just imagine being Peanut pressing tab and thinking, like Camille still has no items. Why hasn't?
Drake to
Hello,
Gen G.
Camille, can we spend
Ruler
some
died and
gold,
used flash,
please?
but
I mean, Keen
Drake
doing a
is
really good job
more
of keeping
important, I
underneath
think.
The tower. So Keen got a plate in top lane. I don't know if he got.
Yeah,
both
see how
plates
awkward
in
it
top,
is?
but
Oh,
he's sitting
shit.
at a
So, yeah.
600
oh
right
shit,
now.
he's still
A
staying.
20 CS lead.
Zeus.
Oh
You need to
no.
back.
No, he needs
But he
the
can't
wave.
back. That's too much fun.
And they know, I think, as well, that Peanut's towards the top side of the map.
Yeah, do you think they know what's happening in the bottom lane, Gen G? Like, look at that vision. Look at all
here
of
we
those
go.
wards.
Zeus is going to base. This is his moment.
We are so excited
Right.
about Zeus going back home.
Guys.
This is one of the biggest moments. He hasn't even channeled it yet.
All right.
The next wave,
No, he's not-
Conquer
he's not
lining
basing.
forward.
There's no way he's
not
staying
basing.
for
No,
He's not basing.
no, he's playing the game where you need to.
Casante is moving for these grubs, by the way. It might be 3 grubs to Gen G. And Camille can't hit bot tower either because she needs to base. Everything is fucked from Camille not basing, by the way. Italy got the first one.
They can't contest this.
Yeah,
Keen
Casante is
going to
here.
be here.
No, but Ruler isn't.
He's
There's no
walking down
TP
towards the
though.
bottom side. It's okay. Mom comes down. Fair bit of damage comes on
Can't.
through. Unable to snipe that grub out of the way. So it should be 3 going over to Gen G as Peanut gets in there to try and steal his. There we go. Finally, he goes back. Doesn't finish a complete Trinity Force, but Sheen
not
and
bad.
Phage nailed it.
Okay, well, in theory, his trading should be significantly better than it has been
I
for
reckon
the
that's
entirety
backed
of
up
the
with a
game.
fair bit of fact there, Vedius.
But, yeah, but
So they got
awkward
3
thing
grubs
actually
and Drake
is they sent
from
their
him
bot lane
not
to top,
basing
which
first,
meant
pretty
that
much.
They weren't really in a position to contest Dragon, especially
Aye.
given Zeus hadn't based and TP'd straight to bot lane.
That's a
But
big
then
mistake.
Genji reset Keen after he shoves in bot side. Zeus can't TP or get involved in the fight. And
One
given
small
that this
thing
order
leading
is
into
still
many
scaling
things,
and
you
their
know.
mid laner only has boots, it would have been a very risky fight for them to try and force, given their position. So
That's
first
sad.
2 objectives of the game going the way of Gen G, and a lot of it off the back of Canyon just playing through his pressure lanes. And I think back to when Damwon won that World Championship, the meta was play for your jungler. Utilize your pressure in lane in order to allow your jungler to do whatever it is that he wants to do. And that was Canyon's meta. And that's what teams have to do when they play with his Nidalee. And that's what we're seeing on our screens right now.
It's working pretty well. But the Keen Sante, man, like, We've
close.
seen this work before, the Cassante in Italy, and I think it could work in this game as well, because this guy is so formidable. Viper is here with a bit of damage, but Keen just walks out of the way.
But he's also been 1v2 for like half of this game.
Has he? It doesn't look like that.
Well, no, that's my point. And that's one of the things you did highlight, Vetti, that one of the worries that you do have with the Camille is what is happening to, as we can see, as Zeka is now answering to Hanwha, is that they are, even though Viper's in a great spot, they're kind of behind in tempo on these swaps. So Gen G have just been continuously swapping to make sure that they keep the Camille in an awkward spot, whereas Keen obviously doesn't really care being in a 1v2, was actually trying the base there to maybe rotate again.
So the way you fix this if you're HLE, Nocturne presses are on Ruler, right? And so Camille plus Nocturne plus, ideally Delight is there as well, but you just set up a pick onto Zeus, and then this deficit doesn't matter, because the moment that Zeus just gets a single kill to get the ball rolling, gets that first item completed.
Do we have
it's
E
back
here,
in
or are we
action.
dead? We have E.
Well, everyone's here.
Fine.
Zeus does have the hook shot. Circle not going to quite be enough to do it. Zeus will be able to back away. Still hasn't died. It's kind of crazy that our only kill is onto Ruler earlier on in this game.
It's so awkward now for Zeus, because
You know, oh,
this wave is slow pushing towards Ruler. He can't afford to approach yet. Now we see Peanut and Delight doing exactly what they need to. Path towards bot to provide him with a little bit of freedom. And Ruler now like, okay, we'll push that wave back out. Overall though, game, very even state. While Keen does have a big advantage, Viper has an advantage of his own. 20 CS, well 15 CS the lead. Along with that kill, Viper is looking very scary on the smolder with 86 stacks so far.
this is also a really easy game to read, and that one side very clear, at least up until Viper gets, you know, up to his stacks and has RFC. And even then, I would argue that the comp as a whole is still dive. He just gets to do some poking. It's poke versus dive. On one end, you have Hanwha Life, who have so many tools to go in, start fights, and need to take out the key carries. And at the other end, you have Canyon, Chovy, and Ruler. They're just trying to poke or get as much damage off as possible. And Duro and Keen standing bodyguard. But the tools for Hanwha Life are really, and this keeps repeating, they're particularly the Camille Nocturne combo is so hard to actually do anything against. So I think for Gen Z, it's actually really important that Canyon, Chovy, and Ruler all stay in good position so that if you lose one, the other two can cover your bases.
Oh, Viper picks up that cannon quite nicely here as Chovy taking a little bit of damage. And here on the bottom side, Zeus shows himself to Ruler. Canyon and Duro in the area, and it looks like HLE want to deny some dragon stacking here. The ability to equalize things is theirs. Zeus could be in some trouble though as he tries to get himself out. Canyon misses the spear though, so it looks like Zeus will be allowed to live for the moment.
Not sure if Aurora can TP right now. They're fighting a lot top. You can see it on the minimap. I don't think she can TP right now, but they need her to TP to play this. So she has to base first and then TP, I guess. But who goes top then? So they do this play with Aurora TP and then Camille TP stop, something like this, no? Like Aurora just TP bot now, fight, and then Camille TP top after the fight. Someone needs to go top soon, you know?
Did tick over to level 10, and with that TP, I imagine, yeah, you can see the Aurora.
Someone needs to go top.
Well.
Camille, I guess. TPing top. Oh god. This is so bad because now Cassante will TP away. They need to stop this. What are they doing? Stop, stop, stop. Actually, it's chasing the Cassante. It's chasing the Cassante. It's 4v4. It's chasing. Neatly got it. And she's out. And now Camille is gonna die for chasing.
Does have the hook shot, just gets himself out of there. Another hextech soul. And Gen G one step closer to that.
Stole that and he got out.
Canyon is able to
And they
not
use
only
TP
get
top.
the dragon with the execute on the pounce, but also note, Zeus tried to TP in. Or rather,
No.
Zeus also, I think, tried to join the fight and got stopped in Keen, which is why he was
Nope,
in the
he
river.
TP'd top.
Maybe the Camille could have been enough.
No, so
No, it was Keen that was trying to
Zeus
sorry.
TP'd to top, and so then what Zeus did was he fully committed onto Keen to prevent him from being
There
able
you
to
go.
TP towards the
But
bot
Keen
side of the
didn't
map.
actually use
Exactly,
TP.
but that was the whole point. Basically, Zeus was trading his HP bar to prevent Keen from TPing in because, as you identified, if Keen had TP'd into that
3
fight,
grubs
it just
and
would have
both
been
Drakes so far for
disaster.
Gen G.
Still got the dragon.
They don't really have the pace this game, I feel like, actually. Don't really have the pace. It all started from Camille not basing before TPing bot early game, and now it's just been like a snowball, I guess. Like the first Drake fell, then the grubs fell. And here it also felt like they were a bit dizzy with the lane assignment, right? Like Aurora was top, she based and started running bot, and then Camille had to base and TP top to make it. Wouldn't it have been better if Aurora just TP into the fight, they 5v4 it, and then she TP top after the Camille, that is?
I feel like that given the position Zeus was in.
Feels like the pace is
you
not
wanna
there,
just
you know?
throw that out, if nothing else, to try and get flashes from your opposition, whether that be Chovy or Ruler, because around those dragon fights, those flashes being unavailable.
20 CS down
is a
mid,
very
30
big
CS down top,
And
20
also,
CS down
you're
jungle.
not going to be out power farming the Nidalee. Like, it's just not happening, as we are already seeing.
Need more
So I want to
pace.
echo what you said. I think we saw some hesitation there.
For next Drake, for
Whereas
sure.
If they had trusted Zeus to cancel
Smolder will not
the,
make his
King's
stacks this
teleport,
game,
and actually,
if you think about
I
it.
that fight was playable,
Because
right?
let's say they get
We
Herald
really
now,
didn't
then they get
flash,
Drake in 3 minutes.
Flash alone
He's
doesn't win the fight.
124
Now
right now.
Genji
He's
can
never
do
gonna
a
make the
lot of
stacks, by the way,
setup and poke.
before Soul.
Right now, just
Like, the game will be
engaging
decided before Smolder has
this
stacks. Okay, they're
Rift
descending it.
Herald as
But they don't have
Dwight
Nocturne
makes
ult, do
his
they?
way
They do,
over.
actually.
know what's going on. Mom comes down,
Smolder
doesn't
ult
do much,
missed.
if anything at all,
W was
but man,
good.
that Achu doing a lot of work.
Flashing in.
Zeus
Nidalee
moving
might
his
be
way,
one
and
shot.
that's gonna be the steal on the Herald. Between Worlds comes through
Well,
as
I'm
well
not
for
sure if it's
Chovy.
good fight
Takes
anyway.
first blood
Yeah,
in
it's
the
bad
fight,
fight.
but now it's HLE's turn as the Keen Sante says not today.
Doesn't look
HLE
possible this game.
turns around and slams them into the ground.
They one-shot in Italy, but it doesn't matter.
Goes in favor of Genji. Hanwha do get the Herald though. Eye is picked up by Zeus, but that is costly, not
They
just
lose top
because
tier
of that
too.
initial trade,
Top tier one,
but
sorry.
top lane turret will fall.
Genji demonstrate how difficult it is to pull off this composition from HLE. They threw every single member onto a
Game
single
looks
target,
really tough.
but in doing
They're just
so
getting
clocked
outplayed.
up for Ruler to dish out the damage himself. And with Keen being as strong as he is at this point in the game, it is a terrifying situation. We look back at the fight, the ulti used
It should have been
from
better, no?
Viper as Delight
Like, the Smolder ult missed,
used
I
the
guess.
Hex gates to get him from behind.
But they got
Key
the
knows
Nidalee.
the positioning of
One
Ruler
shot.
here. He has to
Why
move
was this
into
so
the
bad?
push. Fog of War, he's not the target. Now they're
Q
all
flash by
clumped up.
Alistar.
Gets ulted by Zeka, but look at over the wall.
mean, everyone's just
Damage
getting-
after damage. Chovy with the assist, throws out the ultimate,
fucked by
connects onto
Wave
three,
Spell and
then
Yunara.
Keen cleans
Stacked
up Zeus
together,
on the back end.
focusing
And
Nidalee.
even though Canyon dies, this is what we were talking about. As long as two of the other members are alive and well, they're going to be feeling good. And at this point in the game, Keen is also just a straight-up carry. He already had a lead. The one-item spike of that Iceborne Gauntlet is a big menace. And they got Herald, but it looks like they're going to have to pay with about a 3k gold deficit. Now their jungle is just getting invaded, and Canyon
And they're
just
gonna lose
getting
bot tier
low
one.
buffs.
He's just stealing it all away. Keen
Dash
grabs
Game
the
looks
wall
really
as well.
rough.
Did
Really,
he dash
really
over?
rough.
Dash.
Ah,
It
dash over
bounced.
the wall.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. I need to keep track of
Important
your-
distinction.
Yeah, dashes or flashes over walls. It's very important. As the eye was picked up by Zeus, of all people.
They're going bot tier 2 with grubbies.
Be
It's
him
possible.
taking down
They have
the
3
turret.
grubbies.
Doesn't
They can do
manage
this.
to that, but
He's
This bot tower might die, by the way. They have grubbies.
we'll see.
They're trying to scare them with
Apparently
Nocturne
he's
ult,
gonna
but they're
come
not
on
getting
three
scared.
here,
They're just
as
fucking
Zeka could be in
diving
some
them
trouble,
while
getting
he's Nocturne
reconnected,
ulting.
down he
Okay, this
goes.
game is just over.
Peanut in trouble as well as the redemption.
This game just
Gonna
feels over.
barely be enough to keep him in this fight.
Actually, he trades for top with Herald. The Herald was on Camille. I didn't think about this. She had the eye.
That can't happen. You can't die as Aurora with Flash Up when your Nocturne's ulting. Like, you need to respect Aurora is one of the most slippery characters in the game.
Could be worse. Could be
You
worse.
can't just be caught by the Cassandra
Could be
there.
worse. Camille
You
got
will
2
die
towers
because if
here.
That doesn't happen. And you
Can
just
she
wave
drift to mid
flare,
as well?
and
No.
Zeus is winning a trade for you on the opposite end of the map. I say, okay, he is out.
I mean, that single fight, it feels like that has just broken HLE now. The
It
advantage
doesn't look
for
great, yeah.
Genji
3k gold
starting off
down,
the
Drake
back
is
of that
spawning.
has given
They
them
don't have a
so much
Nocturne ult, so they
control
have to
of
give,
the
I
game.
guess.
Remember that Viper had a healthy lead over Ruler, and that's just disappeared, as only just now does Viper
Give this
finish the
Drake
second item.
and play the
Dragon
soul.
spawning in 4 seconds,
Stepping
and
out
HLE
away.
have no position
They have
on the
no
map.
options, by the
Just
way.
look at the
They're gonna
vision
lose Drake as
coming
well here.
through from the side of Genji. The entire enemy jungle
This
is
is
littered.
blurry
HLE
minimap.
have a few wards here and there, but they are not in a position to
They're
contest.
giving them soul points.
Where did the 2k gold lead?
You know the game is fucked when you can't contest soul points.
Oh, right.
The game is
Just
so...
died bot lane.
So we
It's
are-
such
we
a
are
bad
approaching
spot.
210 CS.
I don't know if this is winnable.
Not even 19 minutes.
That's so sad, no? Out of all the games, this is by far like the worst one, for
He's
sure.
ahead of the clock. He's like it's the same as the clock.
Sucks to end like
basically.
this.
A little
Oh, I mean,
behind,
2
but it's
minutes
not,
behind,
not
2
too
minutes behind.
bad.
It's not the worst.
Can Smolder get stacks in time for next Drake? He has 430 to get 50 stacks. It's possible, no? You have to give every stack to Smolder, and he needs to hit 225, and then you need to smurf Drake fights on repeat from this point until end of game. Basically, you need to make game 2 happening again.
I was pretty loud about that.
You need to make this game 30 minutes longer to win this game, probably. We need a game 2 repeat to win this game for HLE. It's out of hand, I think. Like, Smolder needs stacks before the Drake, but even then, is it winnable? There's Atakan in between as well in 20, which they are gonna force, by the way. They're gonna hit this on spawn, so we don't have Smolder stacks for this. Do we give Atakan 2? I don't know, we can't give much more, no? Gave Grubs, gave 3 Drakes, give Atakan 2? It's not possible, no? Have to fight, I think.
Right, you have a lot more time. You have a lot
This
more
Atakan
lead.
is
They don't
too
have a
much,
choice.
no?
In 3.5
This is too
minutes,
much.
They are gonna have to all-in fight for this. I think Zeka should be able, or Viperetta should be able to hit his stacks.
This is
The
too
game
much.
position right now isn't great for Hanwha Life, and they basically
Have to
don't get a
fight.
do-over. I say that.
There is
so
ulting.
maybe they get
Actually,
Chovy.
Yeah, Chovy
could be something here, by the way.
Solar Flare, he has to flash as Peanut gets in there. The fear is
Missed the smolder ult.
spiraling, despair doing a whole bunch of work. And can you
He's
take
dead,
down Peanut? It's a
and Nidalee and Sonya, but she has flash.
Now just trying to kite this one out. Zeus in so much trouble.
Maybe if they could follow earlier and kill the wave faster, it was possible, but it doesn't look possible when they don't one-shot the way. Because they don't actually win a fight, right? So they need to one-shot and play the 5v4, but here they didn't one-shot. So it wasn't possible. GG. That's it.
On top of the dragon, Zeka gets torn apart.
That's
and
it.
Genji are looking for a repeat of
Well,
the LCK
good for my
finals.
pick'ems, I guess.
20 minutes into the
But sad
game,
for the
and
series,
Genji
because this could have been a
ace
5-gamer.
HLE. Not a
5-gamer.
single member is left standing
If they
as
won
the
game 2, which they
Atakan
probably
is
should have,
soon to fall.
this would have been a
Genji
5-gamer.
have full control over
That
game
sucks.
4 and are looking to make their return.
I don't think
to the
HLE
World
should have won first game, and they
Semifinals.
definitely shouldn't win this one.
For Hanwha Life,
But game 2, they should have won. This should have been
so
5
many
games.
things enter their opportunity for
That
Zeka
sucks.
to try and get back to that world championship. Peanut.
I think if someone is closer, you know, and they one-shot his way and they play the 5v4, maybe. But the way will take 2 with him. So, of course, then it's not winning. Like, he takes the Nocturne and Leona with him.
There are still so many
There's
players.
just
Again,
no
it's
way
a
they
story
win
of
at
Ruler.
this
He
point.
takes one Q2 to the face, and that's it. Kenyon's able to get out with his stopwatch and the flash, and there is more than enough damage available. That's before the Keen Sante arrives.
Chovy getting his ultimate off just before he fell was so huge, and the collapse from Genji was so quick that HLE, desperately trying to find any pick that they can, ends in their demise. An ace on the side of Genji. And you can tell the coaching staff feel like that this game is done and dusted.
Yeah,
This game is
Helper
done and
looking
dusted.
absolutely manic right
Was a fun series, actually. Was a fun series.
And Zeus, the stark opposite of that one. as
I didn't
HLE
really like their
hopes
drafting game 1,
are
actually. But other than that,
torn
it's
away.
been
Soul
pretty
Point,
fun.
5.5k, the gold lead.
And maybe this game was more so like play issue than anything
9
else. Like what
kills,
Zeus did early, for example, put them really behind.
for Canyon. We talked about the Nidalee,
Then
but, like,
what
the
happened after
stats
that?
really do back the man.
What
There
happened
is a
after that,
reason
actually? Oh, yeah, the Drake,
why this
TP
man
switch.
is so
Oh,
feared
yeah.
on this
Yeah.
champion.
Many things,
And
actually.
the comp, again, just doesn't
This was
matter.
more play
Yeah,
issue
when
than
he has
draft
this
issue,
champ,
I
it
think.
feels
But
like
you can,
whatever comp he's
of
playing
course,
with,
debate
benefits
whether
it
or
as
not
well.
giving Keen
I know
Casante
we can do
and
this.
Canyon Nidalee is a good idea in a game 4.
No.
Because they could take Casante away, right? Enemy first pick Yunara, you can do Aurora Casante if you want and take that away. And then you can ban the Nidalee 4-5.
For Scrapes.
Oh, I love this.
But then it's just a matter of like how many picks do they have that are
Has hit his stacks.
All right.
like this, you know? Would Canyon Lee Sin be the same as Canyon Nidalee? Because that's what they banned instead. Would Chovy Ari be the same as Keen Casante? Because that's what they banned instead. How many picks like this do they have? I would say they should have picked Alistar Aurora 1-2, but I think you could make a case for Casante Aurora as well 1-2
Till the soul.
to take that away from
I have
Keen.
to imagine that that'll be the point that this game is decided, because if HLE can't find a fight there, there's
But in
no
the end,
way
it was
back
more
from
so
that.
played
The
than draft, I
Hextech
think, this
Soul
game.
and the lead that
Like what
Genji
happened
had
early
is
was
just
so big for the game.
Hextech
When
Soul
Zeus didn't base before he
But it's
TP'd,
not
they lost
sound
Drake from that, they lost Grubs from that.
Like that's just
And then the
the
second Drake
slow
Nidalee
extra
stole
damage,
it
the chains.
in the whole TP situation where Camille based and ran TP top and tried to stop Casante TP. This was also really big for the game.
gonna be it.
This is play stuff, you know, it's not draft stuff. I don't know how to do this as HLE because you have to send it, but you don't win. Your comp can only do one thing, it can only go in, but you don't actually win. So what do you do?
I
don't know. Try to steal, I guess.
Peanut.
Steal!
NT.
NT. Everybody run! They have Hextech Soul!
Down to about 50%.
Ah, help!
Cannons forward. And Genji, they will just back away.
They had to commit. I think you have to commit there.
Gabi.
Try to play for the fight. Try to turn it into something more. Because now you're just playing into Hextech Soul Poke.
Duro's positioning was phenomenal. He stayed behind the Dragon Pit to prevent Zeus from gaining any angle onto the back line. Genji played around their front line beautifully, walked away with the Soul without losing a single member, and converted into 2 towers as well. This game feels done and dusted. HLE need a miracle to turn this game around.
Viper will be able to clear out this
What is the
wave.
meaning of this saying? Done and dusted.
the smolder scaling isn't
Why don't you just say
necessarily what it
this
used
game
to
feels
be, but
done? Why do you have to
still a
add
big deal.
and dust it? What is the meaning of
265
this?
now, but it is just feeling like Gen G
Can you
have
not
this
just
game
say done
exactly
and
where
leave it
they
at
want
that? Does it have to be
Like you
dusted
say,
too?
that Hextech Soul cannot be
No, I didn't
overstated.
start it. Someone else said it first, and now he said it again. So someone said it, then I said it, and then they said it again. But where does the saying come from? Why does it have to be dusted? Can it not just be done?
Easy ways to proc it on multiple members as
Done and
take
dusted.
another look. And
Why-
even
why
if
the
there isn't a
dusted?
great angle, I really think Hanwha just not finding the opportunity. Peanut goes for the 50-50, but again, it's not really a 50-50 when it's Nidalee. Zeka gets a little bit of damage down, but because of Duro marking that flank, no one finds anything. Azayas.
Bit of a 1v1 gonna turn
Do we
into
have the
a 2v1
damage?
here as Keen is in a
Or does he
lot
just
of
want me to do this?
trouble.
Goes
Ooh.
Canyon moves on down. The
He
all-out
ulted his
comes through, and
E.
he's all out of there by the looks of things. They are trying to
out.
chase him down, but this Cassante
Ow.
able to get himself out, and my goodness, those spears hurt.
The heal from Canyon enough to actually get Keen to safety. Otherwise, Zayas definitely would have won out on that 1v1. The Camille finally being a threat in the side lane, but unfortunately, it feels like it's
Yeah,
too
that
late.
game 2 was everything, you know, if you think about it.
On the Camille.
Like, if they can magically
Nails
come
the
back in this game, that would
comparison,
also be
the
huge,
advantage
right? But
Gen G has right now.
that game 2 was
Viper, the
everything.
late game win condition,
I
working
think.
towards an infinity edge, it looks like
And that
good.
Cloud, that 4
Look at the
Cloud
numbers
Drakes,
in jungle
Cloud
mid.
Soul. They had the
Nice.
most OP
They'll do it, actually.
thing possible, no?
I-
Literally couldn't have been
That was an
better.
infinity edge on
4 Cloud Drakes, Cloud Soul.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they
The
lost.
Yunara is quite frightening. We're gonna go with that, at least for now.
So,
Yes.
what does Hanwha Life actually need? Like, I think this is a tough solution, like a tough thing to crack. So
Kill
let's.
the enemy Nexus.
Okay, Max, I'm looking for extra suggestions here.
Like, when you say it out loud, I cannot believe they lost the second
We're
game.
looking at a
4
misposition,
Cloud Drakes,
misposition
Cloud
by the
Soul.
Ruler, Chovy,
And they lost.
I mean,
two of those.
I stand
How?
on the fact you need to do what we talked about early in the game. You have to 2v1 a lane and you have to kill someone.
Cool. Delight has to stay alive. He does at least do
Crazy
that.
to
No
lose
flash
that game,
now on
yeah.
Leona.
Gen G are deliberately overgrouping. Right now, you've got 4 people hovering around the Baron. And obviously, if you tried to kill Keen now, they would just take the Baron. But
Oh.
Well, let's see whether
Zayas.
Zayas can just kill Keen. That might be a
well,
win
we know he
condition
can
angle.
win these side lane fights now. The problem is, what do they really convert that into, especially with Gen G forcing the Baron?
Oh, there
Reward.
is a back coming on through, but
I know.
vision is available here.
Oh, I got the
Keen is going to
cancel.
interrupt it. Very nicely done. Mom comes down. 4 versus 4
Have to
here
just
around
try.
the Baron.
But I don't know if it's possible.
Teleports up
But have
both
to
of
try.
our top
Just TP in and
laners.
fucking fight
Keen
now.
could make his
TP,
way
TP, TP,
in.
TP. Fight, fight, fight.
As
Actually, they
Viper
drop it. Never mind.
singled out, and it is going to be Gen G backing
They're on
away
a space
from
anyway.
the Baron. Not biting off more than they can chew for now.
What about an Elder Flip?
Oh, I love that. Get the
Peanut
spatulas out.
swoops in, finds the flip, keeps the series alive.
That would be
Good,
extraordinary.
good brainstorm. Betty, I'm seeing some skepticism.
Guys,
over there.
Zeka is so weak. Like, I don't
Well,
think he
I
does
know.
any
I'm trying to
damage.
talk around it, Betty. He's behind almost a full item.
Yup,
And
Actually,
the Baron
he is.
possibly just dead
I think it is.
as well. Well, actually, only down to about 50%
Martin.
more now. Oh my
Ow.
god! That damage is revolting.
That was some
As Zeka
damage.
caught out yet again. Keen is in amongst it. Redemption.
Everybody run!
Zayas gets pulled
Run,
out.
everybody!
The all
Oh,
out from
fuck,
Keen.
they're all
He
gonna die.
launches to
Run,
try and
run,
get away.
run!
The Guardian Angel is going to be there, but Delight just explodes with that spiraling despair.
Gabby.
Ruler is on a rampage now as he takes
So sad to
down
end with this
Zayas.
game, honestly.
And
This
the
game
Baron
does
should be
not
free
make
for
this
Gen G now.
series
No
justice.
remorse as Gen G
This best of
pick
5
apart
was way better
HLE
than
once
this game
again. He
showcases.
delivers. Zayas to
So
the rest
sad
of
to end
his
with this.
team, serves him on a silver platter as they
Should have ended with that game 2, no? Like, imagine this game was game 2 and game 2 was game 4. Absolute cinema, no? If this was game 2 and this one was game 4, sorry, other way around. This would be game 2 and this would... Yeah, okay, you understand. I don't need to say it more. If you just swapped game 2 and game 4, it would be absolute cinema. Now it's just fucking sad.
You're forced into a lose-lose situation.
Gabi.
And again, that fight starts with Keen getting on top of Zeka, taking this Aurora out.
Nice try though. I think he actually put up a decent fight today. No, I thought it would be a free win Gen G, but honestly could have been a 5-gamer. Should have been a 5-gamer actually. But when I made my pick'ems, I didn't question it for a moment, you know.
Kenyon's celebrating by breaking his hourglass as once again scared Yumi every single time. But he can just do that. He retains 100% kill
can't kill
participation,
King.
by the way.
Like the collapse, just as you're saying, Vetty, it takes too long.
Well,
The
even with
engage
Peanut here,
just
he doesn't
isn't
look
there.
scared. Chovy has an army of siege minions as well. Zayas Wants to continue fighting here, but he just doesn't really have an inroad. They have to force a fight. They have to make something happen. But it's instead Duro that tries to go for it. The ulti out from Chovy is looking to try and kill him. Redemption comes down as he's dodging all of this poke. Redemption for the snipe, but he's able to walk his way out.
Almost got him with the Redemption.
It doesn't really matter, does it, guys? Because there are 2 inhibitors now
They're
lying
going.
on the floor. Now we're going to go for it. Into the backline goes Peanut. He's headbutted back and just exploded.
Wait.
Viper doing a fair bit of
Wait.
work. Going to be the first one to be taken down. Ruler, can he be the hero? As it's Viper gets down
Ruler's just only doing them
almost in
not
range.
possible.
It's Chovy destroys Delight, and whenever
Wait,
they go
that's
forward,
2 shutdowns, no?
goodness,
Huge
they will
shutdowns.
Finally find something here in this game, but there is a keen Sante
Oh.
still standing. And
Gabi.
I don't know whether Zeus is going to be enough.
Oh, they
to
get
take him
Elder.
down, and
Oh.
he isn't.
If it was a 2-for-2 trade, maybe Home Alive could try and look to play off of that. They still have to smolder Elder.
I'm getting my hopes up for nothing, no? I'm getting my hopes up for nothing. They think they're on Drake, by the way. They think they're on Drake.
Canyon and
They're
Chovy still do
panicking. They're not
so
actually
much
on it.
damage here as they're moving back towards this Elder
They're not on it.
Dragon.
Now they will.
Information will be there, but you could see it. HLE thought that maybe they could race over here to try and contest, but that would definitely be game over if they just fell and Gen.G walked up and destroyed their base.
HLE, the base is in pieces, but Gen.G don't feel confident enough to actually start off the Elder Dragon. Instead, they're going to push out
Give
these
Elder,
waves
or
once
how do we do
more.
it?
The pings from HLE
There is an
are
Elder
coming down,
Dragonia. We need to do
concerned
something,
around the
guys.
Elder being
What do we do?
started. Ruler
Watashi
now
wa
returns
Elder
to the rift,
Dragonia.
and that should be the go
And
for
I'm dead.
Gen.G to start off this objective.
Yeah, great fear
I'm
there.
dead. I'm alive.
He's
I'm dead. I'm alive.
almost
Watch me.
shot.
Help!
What the heck was
Redemption
that?
snipe.
One shot by
Bomb.
Chovy alone. Look at the poke damage. Duro snipes him.
Okay,
with the
GG.
redemption.
I got my hopes
And
up for like
the
10
all-out
seconds,
comes through from
but
the King
GG.
Sante. He wants to go to the semi-finals, and he wants to go there.
Doesn't even die, by the way.
Now
Okay, dies.
it's Zeus that's able to finally put him down, but the rest
GG.
of Gen.G catch up, and it's Ruler with the double kill to send HLE home. Gen.G once again book a ticket to the semi-finals, and they're looking to continue their
NT,
extraordinary
NT.
run here
You
in
did better
2025
than most people
Worlds.
probably
And
thought you
Chovy,
would do.
He'll just take a little bit of a sip to celebrate.
NT.